3, 2, 1. We're live, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers. Look each other in the eye. Always look in the eye.
We're drinking because Eddie Bravo's not here. Let's be honest. Sorry, Eddie. Tower 7. Hashtag chemtrails. So we're here. This is a fight companion. If you've never seen a fight or listened, either one, you listened or heard or watched a fight companion. We watch the fights. We kind of talk about them, but most of the time, no.
Just
Who's this fake Conor McGregor that's selling video games?
Whoa.
See this guy?
That
Hey,
looks
listen, turn this up, Jamie, so you can hear the volume on this.
He looks like Connor's dad.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
What I sell is life and death itself. The real question is, what are you looking for?
He's too old. He's too old for that haircut.
He is, but what they're doing here, you're definitely right. What they're doing is they're capitalizing on the Irish.
Oh, for
The
sure.
Irish are hot right now.
Did you see Connor's commercial with John Lovitz?
No.
No.
Yeah, he shot a commercial. Have you seen
Wow.
it, Jamie? And he's like on one of those horse things, going, "How's this gonna help me win my fight?" John Lovitz is like, "What's that MAA thing?" And Connor like throws something at him. Yeah.
Yeah, bad idea.
Well, I was like,
but you
he's
gotta
not
get
doing
that money.
movies. He's
Right.
not doing movies.
That's good.
Now,
The
if he's an
commercial takes a day.
Expendables 19, then we got a problem.
We got a problem. Well, he's passed on movies, which I think is he's a very wise man.
Yes, he is.
Very wise.
Yes, he is.
You ever had a conversation with him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys had him on your show, right?
Yep.
I had him on the
sunglasses
show.
on the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
time?
and I've had some meals with a dude. Very smart guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not fucking around.
No, not at all. And he's been offered, and I know this from my agent, he's been offered some big time movies.
Yeah.
Like not this bullshit most fighters do, like legit
Right.
stuff. He's like, nah, man, I can't right now.
Well,
He
you
will be.
You talking about Triple X?
No,
The
no,
return
no.
of Xander.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about some legit shit. Yeah, he's
That Triple
Smart
X
dude.
movie looks so bad. They should show it to prisoners. they should play it over and over again to those people in Guantanamo Bay. They'll give up ISIS. They'll give up everybody.
Did
I'll tell you where the bombs are.
Did you
I'll
see
tell
La
you
La
where the oil is. No more Triple X. No more.
Vin Diesel-
Xander Cage.
Vin Diesel's a hard sell for me as a
Vin
tough
Diesel
guy.
will get in bar fights with his sunglasses on in those fucking movies. Like, why does he have glasses on? Why he's in?
Because he's awesome.
Hey, did you see him lip singing? He was happy because the deal came through, and he put on Instagram him lip singing, but he was doing a Beyonce song.
Huh?
Hey, bro,
Was he
Opening
he
himself
was being
up.
silly, though.
He's opening himself up.
not silly.
Oh, no,
Dead
that's a problem.
serious.
You got to have irony when you do that.
Dead
you must
serious.
have irony.
He got
How do
roasted
you know
pretty
he
hard.
didn't have irony?
You got to see it for yourself.
Well, how do you know he didn't have irony? I'm feeling that. Like, look at that jacket. That jacket's wonderful. Is
Yeah.
that real?
That's from Triple X. I
That's
don't
from
mind.
the
I don't
movie.
mind him in the first one.
I like
Is
that
that from the-
jacket on him.
That's a dope jacket. I want to make a jacket out of a muskox.
Do
Yeah, have the furry part on the inside.
God, that'll keep you warm.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it would. Maybe too warm.
My
You
dentist
might
almost
die in
died
there.
of from cold hunting muskox.
Oh, you have a nutty dentist. It's like a
Yes.
crazy big game hunter,
Yes,
right?
big game hunter. And almost died. He was hunting muskox, and it was the coldest winter for them up there, and he almost died. He and his guide.
Well, why the
And-
fuck isn't he fixing your teeth?
Well, that's a he does,
Hey,
and then
did.
he makes
Now
the
I gotta
money,
get the bottom. Yeah.
and then he goes and shoots animals.
Yeah.
This guys get addicted, man. They get addicted to chasing animals, and muskox is a crazy one because you got to go up to the frozen north, and when you're up there, man, there ain't shit up there. I mean, there's this guy named Tom Miranda. This is actually a very good fight.
Fun fight.
John Moraga versus Sergio Pettis. Dangerous fucking fight for Pettis. Moraga, who went 5 rounds with Mighty Mouse, got armbarred, maybe 4 rounds.
He got submitted. He got beat
armbarred.
up pretty bad,
He
though.
got beat up, but he rocked Mighty Mouse to the straight left.
That's true.
Good
Then he got dealt
southpaw
with by
fighter.
Joey Benavidez.
That's right, he did. This is an interesting fight, though, because Pettis is real young.
It's a big step up for
23,
Pettis.
Big step up. But anyway, there's this guy, Tom Miranda. He's just got this show, Adventure Bow Hunter, and this motherfucker travels all over the world hunting things. And he went to, I think it was Antarctica, wherever the fuck muskox
Yeah, they're
live.
way
Where do
up
they live?
there. It's
They live
somewhere
in the
like
Arctic,
that. Yeah.
somewhere
like
in the Arctic Circle.
The roof of the world.
It's just,
roof.
it's just nothing. I mean, there's nothing. It's
Yeah.
white and flat
Yeah.
and snow for as long as the eyes can see, and occasionally these animals. I don't know what the fuck they even eat. I guess they must like burrow under the sand
Yeah,
and
they
find
eat
whatever
the
vegetation.
Yes,
What
they
do
eat
they
the,
look like?
They eat the under
Lichen
the
and shit?
Yes, they eat the grass underneath the tundra.
What do they look like?
Yo,
They
what do they
look.
look like?
That's what they look. There's Tom Miranda right there. That's him shooting one of those things. That's this fucking guy.
Look what he's wearing—a moon suit, literally a moon suit.
Well, he's got to wear. That's camo up there. It's dressing all white, but he.
Oh,
What? Oh, shit,
Why
he
the
shot a
fuck did you
polar
shoot
bear.
a polar bear?
Oh, look at all the dogs
hold on.
around.
He shot a polar bear.
Apparently, you talk to the people in Canada, And polar bears are a lot more common in Canada than they would have you believe. Where they're not common or where they're endangered is in areas where the ice shelf is melting.
Right, like
But
Greenland?
Right. But they're not. It's like grizzly bears.
Right.
Grizzly bears used to be in California, but now they're gone. They died. The last grizzly bear died in the 1800s in California, which is
really?
weird because grizzly bear is our state mascot.
Correct.
If you look at our state flag, rather, the grizzly bear is on the state flag.
Is that not a black bear on the state flag?
No, it's a grizzly bear.
That'd be a grizzly
It's a
bear.
grizzly bear, and you can hunt grizzly bears in Alaska. There's a lot of them. So they're extinct here, but there's a lot of them in Alaska. That's kind of the same thing with polar bears. Like people think that polar bears are extinct or going extinct. They're not in Canada. And my friends in Canada that live up there that are hunters, they tell me there's a lot of polar bears up
They
there.
also say
dude,
they're the
look at
most
this. He's-
aggressive bear, right?
Yeah,
Grizzly
it's a
bear.
terrifying bear.
Polar bear,
Polar
too.
bear is the most
They
aggressive
say
because
polar bear's the worst.
yeah,
Oh.
there he shot. This guy is a different guy.
That
He
thing
shot
looks
that
like
muskox.
straight out of the fucking
Star
dinosaur
Wars.
age.
Looks like a Star Wars animal, right?
Well, it's got to deal with those insane winters.
Yeah.
And he just dropped that thing.
It's supposed to be delicious too. It's like one giant ribeye.
Oh,
yeah. Like a lot of
Say.
fat. Yeah.
Okay, so Moraga and Pettis, it's 4 minutes and 15 seconds in.
Has the Princess Leia horns?
Yeah, look at it, man. Well, you can
Yeah.
see. Yeah, if you're watching this fight at home,
Right?
4 minutes 8, 4 minutes 7,
I
4
knew you'd
minutes
like
6, 4 minutes 5, 4 minutes 4, so sync it up. But these guys that go up there, you're experiencing 30, 50 below zero. Fuck all that.
Can you schedule me that the first and never?
Yeah,
I would
there's no
never,
way.
ever do that.
No.
And they do it in tents sometimes.
God, dog.
And they go out there on snowmobiles. That's the only way to travel.
Yep. No thanks.
Which is
It's-
also
I
fuck
can't
that.
deal with that cold. That's just crazy.
A Moraga, I always thought he was a southpaw. I guess he's switching up a bit. He's going back and forth quite a bit.
Yeah, this is a lot for Pettis.
Yeah, he's an experienced guy. He's 10 years older almost, 9 years older. He's been around. But you know what? One of the things that happens with those guys that have been around, you always got to wonder, like, have they decided they can't be champion anymore? Are they still 100% all in, living it, breathing it? Or have they reached that point where they've got a few losses against top flight competition and the reality of their bills and their life sets in and,
Yeah.
you got to wonder.
I think that's more realistic, especially with a guy like him. Who knows? I don't know where his mindset's at, but, he got dominated by Joey Benavidez, and then you get smashed by the champ. It's kind of like, God.
Yeah. He had a good fight with Mighty Mouse, but Mighty Mouse is
Decent.
just too goddamn fast.
Yeah,
too,
Mighty
too
Mouse
much.
did work, though.
But he did crack Mighty Mouse, man. He probably caught Mighty Mouse the hardest in a championship fight. He caught him flush. So we were talking about this before the fight. I still haven't seen it. Let's see if Jamie can find it. Oh, he got cracked.
He just got cut.
Sergio landed a nice right hand there. Someone landed an Ezekiel choke while mounted earlier in the card.
The heavyweight.
The first ever Ezekiel choke in the UFC, and he did it from the bottom.
What is an
have to
Ezekiel
see
choke?
that.
Forgive me.
Ezekiel choke it's mostly done with a gi. You can do it without the gi, but
God,
this is what you
almost
do.
all the time with a gi.
Yeah, you grab your sleeve like this here, and then you go like that and wrap it like across the guy's
Right,
neck.
right, right,
Like,
right.
look at this. From the bottom. Look at this. Is incredible. He's essentially doing a rear naked choke
Oh, my
almost
God.
from while mounted.
Oh, that's so snaky.
Oh yeah, it's nasty. He's got
So disappointed with himself.
well, he's
Oh,
obviously
he's on bottom.
yes, that's what I'm saying.
mount.
He was mounted. He was mounted and he caught that choke. See,
Snaky.
one more time.
That
See
might be
one
the
more?
most embarrassing loss for your heavyweight on top.
I don't know if it's embarrassing, man, because look,
Excuse me?
what the fuck do you do when a guy's got that on you?
Go and poke that eye out.
What do you do?
By any means necessary
well,
to
I don't
get the
think
fuck
he
out of that.
expected it, so he thought he was safe because he was mounted, and he just fucking tapped. Wow.
That's amazing.
That
That's
should
a
be
heavyweight,
submission
huh?
of the year. That's a heavyweight with 50 fights.
Who is homeboy? What's his name?
He's fucking old as shit,
The boa
and he has
constrictor.
50 fights.
an awkward
Alexei
nickname.
Olenek.
Russian feller.
Interesting.
Very awkward.
Just submitted another heavyweight from the bottom
While
of
mounted.
Mount.
I wonder if he let him mount him. I would like to see the whole fight. I didn't see the fight at all.
That's like his go-to move. I didn't see
Is
it
it?
either. My brother texted me and said, "Hey, this heavyweight just submitted a guy from Mount."
So he always does that?
No, I'm saying I wonder if he let him
Oh.
get Mount because that's like maybe his go-to
I've got that in no gi from the mount for when I was mounting someone.
when you're on top
Yeah,
all
but-
the time.
Not all of it's rare, man. Most
Well,
guys
against a high-skilled guy, it's gonna be tough.
well with a gi. I've got it with a gi.
Oh,
Back
I've
when-
never seen it without a gi, to be honest. With
Oh,
you.
really?
No,
I've got it
Henner's
without-
done it to me a couple of times, but I've never
Who
done it.
has? Who's done? Henner
Henner,
has done
he
it
wanted
no
to do
gi
it to me.
with
Yeah,
no
no
gi.
gi. Yeah.
Wow. Well, they have long ass arms, man. Long, skinny arms are so good for those kind of moves.
I mean, it's unheard. I mean, that's for sure the first no gi Ezekiel choke in the UFC.
Even crazier that the guy was mounted.
And a heavyweight.
Yeah, crazy. Oh, they both cracked. They
Wow.
both cracked at the same time. Damn. Dude, Pettis looks real good.
Yeah, he does.
He looks real good. Moraga's swinging for the fence. Oh, he tagged him again. Pettis tagged him again.
Catch him on the forehead.
Pettis is looking slick.
Yeah, he really is.
So what do you think of his brother? I thought his brother's fighting Mairbek Taisimov.
Wait, is that his brother Anthony Pettis?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Oh, man, that's the end of the first
I did
round.
not know
Damn,
that.
Sergio looked really good. Not in this fight and not in this card, he's not. But I saw that on Instagram. I'm gonna make sure that's true. Might not be true. It might be like
at
Taisimov
55
trying to
though,
get that
yeah?
fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going back up to 55.
And that's the right choice, man.
Yeah, I think so too. But I think he's got to put some mass on. I think he's got, when you're dealing with these Eddie Alvarez, Rafael dos Anjos type guys that are just mauling him and just staying close to him like glue. I don't think he's physically strong enough.
I think it's a physical thing, but it's also a technique thing. Grappling's just not in his wheelhouse, really.
It is. He's gotten better.
I'm not saying that he's not good at it, but to the level of Eddie Alvarez and Dos Anjos, it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Although he did submit Benson Henderson, right?
Yep. Yep. He submitted.
And submitted Gilbert Melendez.
With a guillotine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he has some slick jiu-jitsu, but when it comes down like the grind,
Charles
like the
Oliveira,
transitions
too.
and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Submitted Oliveira too.
Yeah. No, he has slick jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But it's always, whenever he fights a bigger dude who can grapple,
Yeah, who
it's
can-
typically when he loses.
Right.
Yeah. Well, these fucking guys,
grinds
man,
him.
that lose a ton of weight, they come in big and heavy and strong, and they're better wrestlers than maul.
It's a
them.
nightmare.
Yeah, and he's used to getting mauled in the gym. He's
Ben
training partner
Askren.
with Askren. Look at that. He gets cracked, and then he cracks him back. That was
Boom!
crazy.
Straight
Pettis,
right.
Wow.
Pettis looking slick, coming together.
He looks amazing.
Amazing. 126. Small guys.
Flyweight, son.
God.
Flyweight, son.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, it's a tough division to sell right now. Mighty Mouse dominating the division. Then they have that Ultimate Fighter episode. Tim Elliott wins the Ultimate Fighter. Fights Mighty Mouse, gives him a hell of a fight.
Hardest fight he's ever had.
And then Mighty Mouse, he essentially says, I can't ever fight this weight class again. I gave Mighty Mouse a hell of a fight. He goes, my body was freezing up, locking up while I was inside the octagon.
That's what
he
Tim
lost so
Elliott
much weight.
said?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's going up to 35. So that's one more. And, of course, Lineker was a big guy at 25. He goes up to 35, and TJ Dillashaw just fucking ran a train on
God,
him.
that was crazy.
Woo, TJ looked
straight
good.
Shows you how good TJ
Straight up
is.
train. Now you got TJ versus Cody.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing.
That is a tough fight to call, actually.
Okay, so here's the fight, right? So the dude's on top of him, and he locks it up. Look, he's got the arm. He's holding on. It looks like
Oh,
he's
he already
just
has it set
controlling the
up.
posture.
He already has it set up.
Sort of, almost. And the dude mounts him, and then he slides it under the neck. Look at this.
He baited him into it, I feel
Wow,
like.
Yeah, I feel like he did too. And look at that. Look at how he's like locking him in place.
Wow.
He's holding on in the mount while he's getting tapped. That's crazy. He's using the guy on top is using the grapevine. Look at how he like. This is pretty slick, man. It's pretty slick.
What do you
This is
hold on
hard. Well, you hold on to your
all-
arm the same as a rear naked choke. It's like a rear naked choke, but you're doing it in the front of his neck instead of the
It's
back
face
of his
to
neck.
face.
So he's,
though.
Yeah.
grabbing his own bicep there?
Yeah, but look at the guy on top. Look how the guy on top is grapevining the legs.
Here you go,
Yeah.
Joe.
That's like, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's like he's holding him in position. I guess he's trying to take
He set
some
him
of
up.
the
He
pressure
even
off.
gave him mount. You see how he leaned
Yes.
his hips to the way to let him
He must-
slide into
He
mount?
must do that all the time.
And he's sliding that
That's
in
some
there.
veteran shit to give a heavyweight mount to choke him out.
Crazy.
The
what's he-
no-gi Ezekiel.
Crazy. That is fucking crazy. One more time, Jamie.
It's pretty cool.
We say that one more time.
I'd like to know what he's doing with his hand underneath there.
Well, he's doing like a rear naked choke, like a karate chop.
Think of rear naked choke, but we're nose to nose.
Right, and he's doing this with his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know how old school rear naked choke was?
See, it's the same setup.
You know, old
It's
school
like
rear
this.
naked choke, like Ken
Oh,
Shamrock
gotcha.
style. They used to grab the back of the head like
Yeah.
this. They would palm the back of the head and just squeeze it, which kind of can work, but not on the best guys. On the best guys, you gotta get the karate chop in the back of the neck. That's when you get like vicious leverage. So he's doing exactly that same move, but he's doing it on the front of the neck.
And the guy on top had no idea what was going on. Otherwise, he would have hand fight.
Yeah, man. He's like
He could have hand fight on the front there.
Push
he
down
doesn't
on his
even
elbow there,
he
right?
doesn't even have a chance to get out of it. Look, he doesn't even try to get his hands in between.
It's
Well, he
sneaky.
doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on, and all of a sudden he's getting tapped. Amazing. That's amazing.
It's rare you get surprised, right? Something in the UFC.
Super rare. Well, think about it. There's only one ever Ezekiel choke. That's it. And it's from while the guy was mounting him, which is crazy. There's only one ever omoplata. That's Ben Saunders, who's also on this card.
Correct.
Only ever omoplata in the UFC, which is crazy
It's
because
tough to pull off.
but it happens all the time in the gym.
Man, it's tough to pull off.
You know what it is, man? Guys usually roll over.
Yeah,
and
because they want
yeah,
position instead of
yeah,
submission.
Yeah.
Because your chance of finishing, especially with a really tough guy,
Yeah.
especially if they have shoulder mobility.
But you've seen how Imanari finishes it, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, that I'm amazed that
nasty.
that hasn't been in the UFC because that is such a good technique. Because you can get that position because a lot of times guys will give you like that rubber guard mission control position. Then all
True.
you have to do is clear the neck, get that foot across. Then once you have that foot across and you just start to set up the omoplata, as the guys defending the omoplata, usually they expose their neck because they're so concentrating on defending the omoplata. Have you seen how Mackenzie Dern sets it up?
Yeah. Did you see her last fight?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Amazing.
And she's a dime piece.
Dime piece.
What is going on in the world?
Jamie, pull up Mackenzie Dern submission. A lot of people are saying it's like submission of the year. She's a real elite Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and she's Megaton Diaz's daughter. And she's a dime piece. And she
Super smoke
sets up this omoplata and then moves from the omoplata to a choke from the
Oh,
back.
wow.
So she has the omoplata.
So she gets the
And she
seatbelt and she
rolls.
reaches up and grabs the
She
waist
rolls.
first.
She does, but she rolls, and she winds up like on her back, choking the girl from behind.
She rolls
Like, check
underneath
it.
or what?
Yeah, check it.
All right.
Look, it's beautiful. She's so good. You know, it's so interesting to see like super high level jujitsu. Like, look how she pins down the neck. She goes with a high guard, and she's using the. It's not like rubber guard style. She's doing it different. She's setting up the omoplata. Okay, so she avoids that leg. That's the big issue as far as defense is, right?
Keep the leg.
You can't let him roll.
Right. So she sits up, she gets her butt out, right? And so the girl keeps trying to do it and she won't let her. So but now once she
Oh my
gets this
God, look at
position,
this.
watch how she rolls.
Watch.
She rolls on her shoulder.
Boom.
So she pulls her on her back. So look
Look at her
once she's
shoulder
here,
and neck.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
God.
look, she sneaks that left arm under the chin. Yes.
Sneaky.
Beautiful technique, man, because she can't defend with that arm. The arm up and look, she uses the butterfly in the left leg too.
Oh, that's
It is
crazy.
so
Oh, that's
nasty.
crazy. That's
it's so
crazy.
nasty. That's so beautiful.
It's so high
no.
level.
So high level. And look, the way she sets it up is so cool, too, because she rolls onto her back, too. Like, you rarely see anyone do this. Like, watch how she does this. She rolls onto her back and pulls her on top of her, and that girl's like, what in the fuck is happening?
She's still got the omoplata, though.
Yeah, that's the whole
true.
key.
She's holding on to the
It's
omoplata
the
still.
whole key.
Oh,
you know
no.
how BJ used to do it when he would take guys' backs, and BJ has an incredible leg
Yes.
Did to James
dexterity.
Pulver, yeah.
He would tie up the arms.
Yeah.
So
he's,
you could-
he's an octopus.
Yes. And so he could defend against the or he could stop the defense with that leg. Well, she's doing that kind of same thing, but she's doing it from an omoplata. Like, look how that girl's arm is locked the fuck up.
That's so awful.
That girl, you know when zebras get attacked by lions, there's just
Yes.
that sheer tear on their face? Like, that girl had
Look at her
no
arm. Look
idea.
at her- look where her
She had
arm
no
is.
idea what was going on.
Her arm is wrapped up tight, and then on top of that, she's using her butterfly to trap the leg. Like, look, she wraps
So
that
many
left
ways.
leg over, and then she goes with the butterfly on the left side. See how she's doing that? God damn, that's so much control.
Yeah,
so
that's
much
crazy.
I
control.
wonder
That's
how her
crazy.
English is.
Who gives a fuck?
Hey, I'm trying to market here.
You could talk to her through one of them apps.
I'm going to slide in them DMs with Portuguese, just broken Portuguese.
You see one of those? There's apps that it's like I think it's called Google Lens. I've used a World Lens. I've used it. It's really cool. When you're in another country, you hold it up to a sign and it translates the sign to English.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's amazing.
damn, I could use
Wow.
Yeah, dude. When I was in Italy, I would just hold it up to signs and it would translate everything
That's
to English.
That's so cool.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
We
I
need
mean, real
classes
time
like
too.
that.
Real time, no delay.
Damn.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it's a little broken, like because the translation's off the way they use their pronouns. And
You do
their
it with your phone or
adjectives.
what?
Yeah, you just hold your phone up.
God.
It's so cool.
That's crazy.
Fuck a tour guide now.
Yeah, man. And apparently they're getting so close to having something that sits in your ear. Like when you go on tour or if you go somewhere, something that sits in your ear and then translates what they're saying to you in real time in your ear.
God damn, so we don't need to learn anything.
You don't need to learn shit.
Thank God.
Look at this. In-ear device that translates foreign languages in real time.
That's so
crazy.
dope.
What is this called, Jamie?
That's
No, I just typed
amazing.
in in-ear translator. There's a lot of them already.
So many people losing
lot of them
jobs.
Yeah, there's
Huh.
multiple, yeah.
So
Wow.
many people
That's
losing
amazing.
jobs.
I don't know how good they work, but they're readily available.
That is
Wow.
amazing.
So it's already available.
Yeah, well, it says you can pre-order it, so maybe it's not out.
Pre-order.
Sergio looking for the choke. Maraga's all over him. We're barely paying attention.
Pettis has got a huge contusion on the
over.
inside of his leg.
$200. I'm fucking in.
Isn't
Go
that
ahead
crazy?
and pre-order that for us,
Wow,
Jamie.
that was probably worth. That would be $200,000 5 years ago. This is
Wait, what's
amazing.
that? 4,000. Oh, funds. Oh, 4 million raised.
Oh, so it's like a Kickstarter? Indiegogo.
Ah,
Indiegogo.
fuck. I'm not. I want the second generation. You don't want that first
Yeah.
one. It'll get you in
Get you in
trouble, huh?
trouble.
Get you in big trouble.
Yeah.
in trouble in South America. You might talk some shit accidentally.
Lead you to a whorehouse.
I'm so confused. The Moraga on top here.
I'm so confused.
Look at this. Moraga on top here. But Pettis,
So aggressive. So aggressive.
Whorehouse. Hey, man.
Hey, man, I don't know. You get weird down in South America. Of
course you
Obviously,
do.
you guys never been, for God's sakes.
I hear it's yeah, that's legal down there. And if it's legal, it's not.
How about Pettis?
people love to go to South America to surf.
Yes.
Oh, look at this. Moraga dropping down for a leg lock. Hold on. You know what, man? This is changing no-gi. Changing no-gi is leg locks. It is a transforming no-gi. It is all, and it's just a matter of time before these Gary Tonin type characters, these Eddie Cummings, start getting into MMA.
We got
and
Held
dominating
tonight.
guys.
Held tonight's a master.
Marcin Held, yeah.
He's
yeah,
a
yeah.
master with leg locks.
He is. But he's fighting Lozon. And Joe Lozon is a very, very good grappler and certainly good enough to defend and keep that guy off him. So it's going to be really interesting to see whether or not Marcin can get it to the ground and whether Lozon is up on all the latest shit.
I hope it goes to the ground.
Could be
I
real
really
interesting.
do.
Lozon's no joke, man. His
No,
ground
he's
game
awesome.
is super fast, too.
Yeah.
He dives on
Great
things.
transition.
Well, why
Yeah.
are leg legs changing no gi?
Well, there's a whole path that took place, and one of the big parts of it was Dean Lister. Dean Lister was like one of the original leg lock guys in America and super high level black belt, Abu Dhabi champion. I mean,
Yes.
Dean Lister's a beast.
About as thick a human being as it gets.
About as thick as
Yeah.
it gets. And he's, he hasn't had the success lately that he had when he was younger. But make no mistake about it, his knowledge of grappling, super, super high level. Well, he went down to Henzo's. Who the fuck was fighting that he went down to Henzo's to help somebody out?
How long ago is this?
It was a while ago. Oh, God damn it. Why don't I know the fucking... Anyway, point being, he helped some guys down at Henzo's and showed them some of his leg lock stuff. And that started with this John Danaher. John Danaher, who's essentially one of the smartest guys in jiu-jitsu.
He
Period.
might be a
No doubt.
prophet.
He's a
Prophet.
fucking
He's a
genius.
savant.
Yes.
When
Hey,
it
by
comes
the
to
way-
jiu-jitsu, he's a savant.
He's got a fucking awesome Instagram post today, I think, or maybe yesterday, about using the legs while grappling and how important it is to learn how to use your legs and how much more strength you have in your legs and endurance you have in your legs. And if you get used to using your legs a lot in grappling, how much quicker you can progress. And he used BJ Penn as an example.
He's also the same guy that will rock an Under Armour fit shirt with jeans at the bar.
He'll wear a rash guard
He
to
will
a
wear
wedding.
rash dog.
Oh, John?
That's what
He's
you're
always-
dealing with here.
John's
Yeah.
always in a rash guard,
He's an
no
animal.
matter what.
He's an animal.
Always
but
a
he
rash
does not give a fuck. And he has like rules like that he'll give you as to when you should get married, and they're basically never. But he goes over like
gives the
all
students
the rules. Like,
rules?
yeah, if you're over 50 and
Yeah.
she's under 25 and like she's worth millions of dollars and she makes it so you don't have to work and
it's
she
all
brings in
funny.
other women.
Yeah.
She brings crazy.
He's got,
gotta be a little crazy.
he's got a great sense of humor. He's always
Yes.
tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
He's always joking. Like, he's got his PhD in philosophy
Philosophy.
from
Yeah,
Columbia.
for sure.
Do you
Teach
know
me
how
the
he
leg
got
locks,
started?
though, and less lady stuff.
Do you know how Danaher got started?
No, but I was there when John was, when I was Henso's for the year. I would see John literally every day.
How'd it
John was a
start?
bouncer, and he was a big fucking power lifter dude.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, and he wanted to learn how to do martial arts to protect himself because
And he's
he was
a
working
real
as a
smart
bouncer.
guy.
So he starts doing jiu-jitsu and goes, "Oh, look, I found my life's work." Ding.
Yes.
And then he gets super into it, becomes a black belt, not just like one of the most respected black belts, but starts coaching and teaching people. Apparently, he's got like some bad joints, man, like real bad. Like he's got a bad hip and he had it replaced.
been
And he's
doing
got a
it
bad.
forever.
He's got a bad knee, but I think the knee
Yeah, his
is a
knee is-
genetic defect. There he is.
Yeah.
Just
He's so funny.
fucking genius guy when it comes to jiu-jitsu.
Nicest
So
guy, too.
The Danaher Death Squad, all those guys that he's got in New York out of Henzo's, like Gary Tonin, like Eddie Cummins, all these super high-level leg lock attack guys. But by the way, Gary Tonin's having a submission grappling match against Hector motherfucking Lombard.
What?
Yes.
In what league?
I think it's Flow Grappling.
Flow?
Is that what
Combat?
it is? See if you could find
is
that.
Sonnen stuff?
I don't know. It might be. I hope it is. I hope for
too.
Chael that it is, because
Me
that's an
too.
awesome matchup.
Sick.
That's a great. And he just got done fighting Taquinho. You know, he fought Husamar Palhares.
That's right,
Went to a draw with him, and Palhares was juiced like Jack LaLanne in one of those late night
Now,
commercials.
Hold on.
Like the
Do you
old
have any
Pride
testing?
days.
Look at that. Okay, what is it?
Oh my God.
Is Jeff Glover in this too? Who's Jeff Glover having an event with?
Called Submission Underground.
Oh, Submission Underground. Okay, is this Chael Sonnen's thing?
I feel like it is.
I feel like it is too.
Who's that giant guy?
That's Hector, bro.
That's Hector Lombard.
He's jacked.
Huh. I was gonna say, yeah.
Hector Lombard is.
Is he suspended for a while?
Yeah.
Dude, he was in some sweats. I thought they were spray painted on when I saw him.
Remember that?
He had the.
We were
remember
there.
that in
We were
Vancouver?
together.
Last
Yeah,
time I was in
Sergio
Vancouver.
Pettis.
Nicest ass guy we've ever
Sergio
seen.
Pettis by decision.
Best
hey,
ass
can you
I've ever seen.
Can you scroll up a little there? What is this Dylan Dennis?
Jeff
What is,
Glover's Chad
what's
Mendes.
this right here? What's going on
Says
here?
John Jones, Dennis. I don't know.
John Jones is taking on Dylan Dennis?
I don't know. It says it's a fan poster, so I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's Boss Logic, that artist, and might be the best in the world. You seen his posters?
Amazing.
He's the one that does all those crazy posters.
Dope
Oh,
posters.
I haven't
ridiculous.
seen him.
Is he the one that did Conor McGregor in an MMA glove punching Floyd in the mouth?
Correct.
Here's
He also
here's
did
the
the
thing.
New York one with all the dope stuff.
Let me tell you, here's where
And then
Conor
finally the kid
McGregor
ripped it
can
off.
win. Here's where Conor McGregor can win. MMA gloves. Let's have a boxing match with MMA
a good
gloves.
call.
I don't think you need to do that.
Well, Floyd's had some serious problems in the past with his hands.
Correct.
And he uses those big ass pillow gloves because of it.
Yeah.
And he's been known to not really sit down on his punches, just picks guys apart. There's no doubt about it. Floyd is a masterful boxer, but that's a big transition for him
Yeah.
to fighting with small gloves.
He's never
just
gonna
as
agree
big
to
as the
that.
transition is for Conor to fight with bigger
Right.
gloves. You're right. You're right.
He's
He's
never
not.
going to agree. They're going to do boxing, but I honestly think with how Conor moves, it's a. Don't get me wrong, Floyd's one of the best of all time, if not the best. But it's a lot for him to adapt to. Conor's big. He hits fucking hard. He can go both ways.
We'll see. We'll see. I want to see what. Look at all of the work
I think
this
it's gonna
guy puts
happen.
in. Oh, is he the one who did the fucking Joey Diaz and me? Fucking Khabib. That's got him. Joey with his gum
You
flying
said
out of his
Joey
mouth.
Khabib. Your gun's flying out of your mouth. Put your gun back in your mouth.
His fucking gum's always flying out of his mouth. He's an
Connor's not
animal.
going to really fight. That's not going to happen, that fight.
Hey, dude, it's a lot of fucking money. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Floyd
They're
Mayweather's
both
last
talking about it
pay-per-view
now.
made $300,000. Dana had a real good point. He goes, Connor's last two pay-per-views were $1.3 million and $1.5 million. He goes, Floyd's was $300,000.
And it's a great
He
point.
goes, and Floyd's asking for $500 million or $100 million rather. He goes, you're out of your fucking mind. He goes, here's a real deal. I'll give you $25 million. I'll give Connor $25 million, and then we'll talk about pay-per-view after
And then
a
you
certain
get
amount.
1,000 from Reebok.
You get 4,000.
Yeah, you.
It's not a
God.
championship fight, but it's a main event.
But
Boom! Look at this. Boom!
hey, B, this is why it's
Wow.
getting serious because Dana addresses it, made an offer
Yeah.
on national TV.
Right.
Floyd was on Showtime last night, and they go, "Is there any boxer that could bring you out of retirement?" He goes, "Nope. The only fight that would get me out of retirement is Conor McGregor. It's the only fight I want."
He knows there's so much money in that fight. Conor McGregor is a goddamn giant.
I've been saying it's
pay-per-view
gonna
star.
fucking happen, man.
But see, the thing is, that's a fight that would transcend into the total casual person.
Yes.
The same way the Ronda Rousey fights do, but this
But
even
that
more
would
so.
dump on
This
that,
might
like
be
a
like
Bukkake
3 million.
video.
This might be like 3 million because it might be like such a freak show
But
that
how
like
is
people would
Conor-
come out
3,
of the
4
woodwork.
mil.
How
3,
is
4
3 or
mil.
4 million?
I think so.
He's
That was-
going for.
I'm getting nuts.
What's the most?
I never
pay-per-view-
exaggerate.
What would you say like the biggest pay-per-view fight ever? Like what was the number? Number one of all time. If you had to guess,
Pacquiao
let's
Mayweather,
just
right?
guess.
Pacquiao Mayweather.
Is that
Was
the
that
biggest
the
of all
biggest?
time?
Isn't it?
Okay, but before we look at the numbers, let's guess. I'm gonna say 2.5. Is that the biggest ever?
I'm say
2.5 mil?
I'm saying
Yeah.
almost 3. 2 point.
It is for that fight.
It is for Pacquiao Mayweather.
Yeah, but you're off on the number.
What's the number?
I think it's 5, right?
4.6 mil.
Whoa!
That's what I'm saying. Conor and them can beat that.
But damn, how much money did Mayweather make in that fight?
Revenue of 400 million.
Oh my Jesus! So he probably made at least 100+ million.
Didn't they say he made 150, 160 million? Wow. And then Pacquiao
crazy.
made like 80 or 100. But
Holy
him and
shit.
Conor, you're getting, even if you hate Conor, you're still getting all those MMA fans because he represents us. Even if you hate Floyd, you're getting all those boxing fans, even if you hate Floyd. And then the two worlds just go, good douche.
Do you think that he can that they can make it up to that level? They could.
Wow. I want to know
That's why Dana's entertaining it.
I want to know why Conor or how Conor isn't concerned he'll get knocked out in the first round.
He has nothing to lose. He won't get knocked out in the first round.
No?
He won't get knocked out in the first round. It doesn't work that way.
As a I mean, you can protect yourself against even somebody that good.
Conor's very high level and quick.
Yeah.
And also, Mayweather doesn't hit that hard. Conor's a lot bigger.
Right.
Conor moves different than a lot of boxers do because he's so used to leg kicks, he's so used to takedowns, and he has a different stance. That alone will take a little bit of time for Mayweather to adjust to, but Mayweather has the ability to be in the right place at the right time always, and it's so deceptive. Yeah. It's so deceptive because it doesn't look like he's doing anything special. But if you watch the way he's moving, he's never out of position, and he's always popping you with that jab, and he's still, even at 37, 38?
No, he's 39, yeah.
39?
Or he might be 40.
Lightning fast.
He doesn't take especially lately, though, he doesn't take advantage of getting out of the way. He's winning rounds with the jab, then he's dicking and dodging, getting out of the way. I just don't. I think for Conor though, man, it's a win-win for him.
You imagine if Conor lands the left hand
what I'm
of doom.
It
saying.
ain't gonna happen.
What would we do?
You know.
Hey man, listen. Floyd fought Ricardo Mayorga.
Yeah.
And no, not Ricardo Mayorga.
You're thinking of Maidana.
Maidana. Marcos Maidana, right?
Yes.
And Maidana connected. At the end of one of the rounds, he connected with a big fucking right
He was
hand
just
and
mauling
had him sit down for a second.
Yeah.
Did he hit him
And
though?
he's a
Because I watched that fight.
Yeah, 100%.
But
Excuse me,
yeah, but
sir?
it felt like he
clipped him
felt
once.
like he still
really
caught
only
a little
once.
shoulder. You know.
It was really no. There's really only once, but it was the first fight. The second fight, Floyd boxed his fucking face up.
Sugar Shane wobbled
Here,
him
we'll
too,
see it
though.
here. See, and Maidana is murderous puncher.
Yeah, he is.
And he would throw those crazy Chuck Liddell style overhand rights. So he's all over Floyd here.
this.
And at the
Look at
end
Floyd's
of
defense.
one of the
Look at
rounds,
this.
amazing.
Look at him.
But listen, this guy is way smaller than Conor. Let's think of this. We're talking about a guy here that's fighting 147, 154. Conor, although he's made it down to 145, he's physically much larger than this guy.
Conor won't
He's
put a
walking
glove
around.
on him. I love that you guys talking about. He won't put a glove on him, and he will not hit him. And I think Floyd's going to do whatever he wants.
You want to bet?
Brian,
you want to
lose
bet that
every
he
bet,
lands one shot,
and you
B?
pay none of them off. It's very strange.
Conor,
He always loses to
say
me.
that Conor McGregor is.
He won't land a shot?
No.
Can you pour me some more wine?
Not. He certainly won't land a clean shot.
What do me and Joe know? Pour me some more wine.
Well, what I do know is that great fighters haven't done it. I mean, I know that he made.
Oh, no doubt.
Manny Pacquiao look clumsy. I know that. So
Sure.
Pacquiao had one arm. I know that.
Yeah,
Look at this
but he's done it to
mauling.
everybody.
Oh, see,
Literally
Maidana
everybody.
clipped him there with a left or right uppercut,
Yeah,
rather.
but look
But
at
at the
him,
end
look
of
at him,
one of
look
the...
at
Oh, dude, he's a beautiful boxer.
Look at him.
Look at that. Beautiful
That's whatever
boxer.
he wants.
Hey, man, you don't get to be 49-0 without being fucking sensational.
No.
You just don't.
He's the best defensive boxer of all time, right?
Yeah, I would
Yes.
say so.
Okay.
I would say so.
I mean, he's
Pernell
also
Whitaker
hasn't fought in
lost
2 years.
Pernell Whitaker lost later on in his career. He wasn't able to sustain it as long as Mayweather has. So what Mayweather's been able to do is sustain it better than anybody, and also keep improving.
Right.
I mean, like when he fought Canelo, a lot of people thought Canelo was going to give him a hard time. And
Young Canelo is too big for him.
He fucked Canelo up. Okay, look at this. They're having the Ultimate Fighter. They're having Cody and DJ and TJ to coach each other on the Ultimate Fighter, or to coach
That's gonna
opposite
be
each other.
amazing.
How much shit talking's
my
going on in that
God,
season?
it's going to be Team Alpha Male versus TJ. Through the psychological damage he could take from that encounter.
I guess Cody has tape of him knocking out TJ in practice.
Yeah, that's what he keeps saying.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be saying it unless it was real.
No, he definitely has it. Not
Well,
that really matters because it's practice.
Kind of does. I mean, it just kind of does.
Kind of does
right?
at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, I'm a huge Floyd Mayweather fan of him, like, skill-wise as a boxer, and I think that he made it through prize fighting better than anybody ever.
That's right, and he takes top-ranked fighters. I mean, the best in the world who are boxers
And make 'em.
specifically, and does anything he wants.
He
I've
does.
never seen
He
anything
does.
like it.
Gentlemen, he hasn't fought in 2 years, and he's 40 now. He's 40.
I don't
Those
care.
things are all true.
Brendan Schaub, I don't care. I don't care.
Well,
I hear what you're saying.
You're both right. You're both right. You're both right. You know, I mean, that's what makes it so intriguing. He is 40. Look, if he was in his prime, and
It's not a conversation.
Yeah, it's not really a conversation. And Conor would most likely get boxed up. It's just a different thing, man. What Mayweather can do with his movement, like right there.
Look at that.
Like, look at that. Bop, bop. I mean, it's just a different
His
thing.
language. He's
But you know
It's
what,
not
man?
hurting him-
Look what
anybody,
Joe
though.
Smith Jr. did to Bernard Hopkins. And Bernard
Exactly.
Hopkins was like the untouchable man forever. Now, granted, you're dealing with
He
a
was 50.
11 years old. He was 51, almost 52.
Father Time, like Brendan was saying, Father Time sometimes will just go, he'll just tap you on the shoulder and just go, hey, it's time now. And that's when you
everybody.
get knocked
To
out.
everybody.
To everybody.
Ever.
Undefeated.
Father
Ever.
Time is a
Yeah.
motherfucker, and he just waits.
For now, I think within our lifetime, we're going to see Father Time start to take some L's.
Technology takes out Father Time too. God,
think-
dog.
I think what's going to happen is, do you know that there's a startup now that will fill your body with the blood of young people like a goddamn vampire?
What?
Give me
That's
some
right.
of that
That's
Vampiro
right.
blood
There's some
right
fucking
now.
new research that's shown that if you take old blood from mice and put it in young mice, they slow down and get tired and they get sicker. But if you take young blood from young mice and put it in old mice, they literally go back in time. They reverse. They get faster.
on.
They have more
Well,
energy.
they probably
They
have more
recover
testosterone
better.
in their bodies
Not
and
just
everything?
that too. But
Everything.
not just that. Like
It's
just
new
the
cells.
actual the age of the blood itself
Damn.
changes.
You got them old ass cells.
I
Look
got
at that.
old
Hey, bro,
cell.
don't try
8,000
biting me and
bucks.
sucking my
Let me borrow
blood.
How
some,
much is
bro.
it, Jamie? 80,000? 8,000.
8 grand.
8,000 bucks.
Bro,
This startup
let me
will
get some
fill
of your
your veins
blood.
with the blood of young people. Jamie, book an appointment. The kid's going in.
No, we could just put a post on Instagram and get some young broads in LA and just
Just
pay
drain
them
them.
$100 for their blood.
That's a lot of
But you have
estrogen
to
in
get
the
the
blood,
right
bro.
blood. You
Get-
want a guy's blood. You
Get
don't want
man
girl's
blood, dude. Why did you say that?
Doesn't matter. Like, what if you get the blood? Seriously though, look, blood
man
sugar.
blood, bro.
But they-
Hashtag man blood.
But they
Hashtag
check your
man
blood. Let's see, think about that. They check your blood and they find all these different things in your blood, right? They can find steroids in your blood. They find drugs in your blood. They also find like what your testosterone levels are and all sorts of different hormone levels. Well, if that's the case, then that means the blood must vary in its potency and vary in its.
Yeah.
What you would do is you'd hire someone to live a monastic life of nothing but grass-fed muskox.
like a
And-
little veal.
And broccoli.
Yeah, and
nuts.
broccoli and fucking asparagus and shit. You feed this guy like all the best supplements and get him like super, like get his hormones just perfect.
You inject
and then
him with the
drain
drugs?
him. No, you drain him. You take his blood, you pump it into you. You pay him.
You
Pay him to give up a gallon of that blood.
Yeah.
How much blood does a person keep on them at any given
8
time?
pints, right?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because you
8
can only
pints.
donate, what, 2 or 3 before you get all lightheaded and have to drink
one,
OJ and shit?
1 or 2, maybe one.
So if these people are giving up their blood, I mean, are you getting the blood from like one guy and then another guy? Like one guy's a fucking.
I want it
he's
pure.
just
Don't give me
napping,
multiple
jerking
partners
off all
here.
day.
Some pure blood.
They're
Yeah, I
going
want
with this
pure.
fake Conor McGregor guy again in this ad.
God damn it.
Selling video games.
Way too old for that haircut again.
It's Conor's
But,
dad with a mohawk.
Hey, this has to be in LA or fucking, or it's like in some dark part of Germany. San Fran.
What?
It's in Monterey.
Yeah.
What
it
is?
was-
Well,
Where the
Oh, the
clinical
startup?
trial
I'm up
is.
there the
Yeah.
first week of fucking
Oh,
February. Jamie,
shit.
book it.
The doctor used to be an
We're
Olympic
doing
rower.
Cobb's.
Hold on, say that again.
The doctor used to be an Olympic rower. The
Yeah?
one- the girl that's running the trial.
Yeah.
that doesn't make me
well,
feel
is it
any
a
better.
trial? Do they have
Yeah,
any
yeah,
results so
it's
far? Have
young-
they done it?
Young plasma clinical trial. They're going to post results as they get them.
I don't want to be a guinea pig.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
no, I need some legit
It's
shit.
new.
We're doing.
Well,
I'm
gonna
going to
take a
do that
chance.
and then have that translated in my ear like an asshole.
Go ahead and have some of that. Jeez, it's
I
ridiculous.
would normally say there's got to be. Don't you in the microphone, Brian? Jesus fucking Christ. I would normally say that there's probably got to be something to it, but on the heels of that Theranos thing, do you know about Theranos? You don't know about that? Oh my God. Theranos is one of the most fascinating technology stories of the last year. Theranos was this huge startup that they were working with Walgreens, and they had these contracts, I think I want to say with Costco too. I don't know who it was, but there was this woman. She was the biggest self-made billionaire ever. She was worth at one point in time like $30 billion or something fucking crazy.
God.
She was the female Steve Jobs, and she would dress like Steve Jobs, down to the turtleneck
God
and the
damn it.
sweater, the
Some
whole deal.
bullshit.
No,
not
no,
bad looking either.
worse than that. It was all a fraud. Her company was bullshit. The results were like 65% accurate, and they were trying to pass it off as being like in the high 90s.
What was she selling?
They hid results. It's a blood test. All they would have to do is take a prick of your blood, They take a prick of your blood, and then with that blood, they can test you for a variety of different diseases.
Yeah.
So people were making critical health decisions based on this blood test that they had proof wasn't working correctly. So one of the people that worked at Theranos became a whistleblower. She went from being worth billions of dollars to being worth zero, and now
Because they
there's
sued her? I'm sure she sued through the ass,
No,
too.
because the government stopped them from doing these tests. She's getting sued through the ass for
But
sure.
I'm sure she has money in the bank, but that's going to go away.
No, there's no money anymore. There's no money. Like she's
She
not
didn't have personal money?
It
'cause it
doesn't
was all
matter.
stock. It was
Listen, you
stock.
understand? She's worth.
It was
it's
stock
all
money.
gone.
Yeah.
Not only that, like there's
company was worth it.
hundreds of millions of dollars in lawsuits.
I got a good bullshit
But let me just
meter.
explain what's happening. So what happened was everybody bought this package of who this person was, this female Steve Jobs, and they wanted to buy into it so hard. You know, and it became a
Right.
marketing thing. She was wearing black turtlenecks, man.
God damn it.
She was literally doing the Steve Jobs look.
I will kick that bitch in the titty. Said she had white New
And
Balances on.
here's where it all came down to. It all came down to one really fucking clunky sentence that she said when she was trying to explain what went wrong. See if you can pull up the Wired magazine article. She said something, and what she said was like, they explained like how it worked, and she goes, well, it's a chemistry that takes place, and like use like incorrect terminology, and so a writer started digging in.
And they realized she didn't know what she was talking about.
I saw a speech that she gave at this women's conference thing, like in this women's empowerment thing. And when I was watching her talk, I'm like, God, her thoughts are so cluttered. It's like she didn't know she was going to give a speech, and she's giving this speech. By the way, this fight is a good fight for two reasons.
I haven't
One,
seen Holt.
because Ben Saunders is fucking wicked on the ground, especially off of his back. And two, because Court McGee has incredible stamina. I mean, incredible. He works out
Great
at
chin.
and he's at the Pit Elevated, which is up there in Utah, high elevation, and the fucking guy is just relentless with his cardio. It's
I
like
haven't
it's
seen
a
him in a
giant
while
weapon.
either. It's been
He's taking a little time off.
So Ben has had more problems with his stamina, and I hope he's corrected that because I
Ben-
think
Ben's
good front
nasty in
kick
the
to
clinch,
body.
man.
He is. He's very nasty with knees, and he's super good off of his back. Like one of the best guys off of his
He's
back.
long, too, man.
He's got those mutton chops.
You see the statement,
I don't see an
Jamie?
exact statement. There's an article
First
that
of all,
said that came
Ben's
out
a
that
huge 170 pounder.
kind of started it all.
Yeah, huge, man.
Started the whole problem, and then they followed that article.
First of all, if you buy anything from a lady dressed as a fake Steve Jobs, you're fucked already.
Yeah,
I would walk in like, oh, she's dressed like Steve Jobs. See you later.
What's the
You know what I mean? You
what's
see
the
that, yeah.
headline? Pull up the headline of this article so I can see if that's the right one.
Right here.
No, go to the
Oh,
top.
the
Go to the top. Everything. No, that's not it.
Let's find her and get her blood.
No, her blood is filled with debt.
Debt
She's
and
fucked. Yeah, she's fucked,
negativity.
man.
Dad-
Hey, think about that phone call when they called her that it's all out.
Well, it was
like,
a
you're just full of shit.
Wall Street Journal did an article about it, exposing it, and then Vanity Fair did an article exposing
Where do you
it.
get your news from, bro? That's what she should have said.
Fake news. She
Fake
just
news.
hung up
Eddie,
on
quick!
it.
Hire Eddie Bravo.
Did you see Trump said that to CNN?
Yeah.
He wouldn't answer CNN. He said, "You're fake news."
In front of them.
In front of him.
Wow.
It's like,
This
no,
is
not answering. Fake news.
So bad for CNN. And you know what? In this case, he's right. They talked about unsubstantiated reports. I mean, they basically were spreading propaganda for whoever the fuck invented it, whether it's a troll or whether it's a,
what
a
about the fact-
government
And threw 'em under the
organization.
bus.
Yeah, not good. Not good. You know, and Trump
kinda
had a
like
really
how he
good
punked
point.
that guy. I
He
kinda
did
like
punk-
that.
He had a really good point too. He's like, everybody knows I'm a germaphobe. He goes, I'm not hiring people to pee on me or pee on anybody. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that was ridiculous. Well,
Oh,
apparently
yeah, 'cause
that
there was a
that
golden
guy,
shower
that
party, yeah?
that ex-British operative, wasn't he hired by, I think, certain Democratic super PACs or somebody like that to discredit Trump? I mean, it's basically.
And he came up
using-
with a golden shower party.
It's just so uncreative.
I bought that shit.
Did you?
I did. I was like, damn, he likes to party.
Saunders
Fake
is looking
news.
good on the outside, man. Looking
Oh,
good
dude,
with
that
those
shit- I gave it to
long-
Rogan.
I'm not eating while the podcast's going. I'm a professional.
God, you are a professional. You're so disciplined.
That's some of the
You're
best
a
cheese you
samurai.
ever tried, though.
work, bro.
It's got to be some of the best cheese, right?
Is it raw milk cheese?
Sure is.
Wow,
Goat.
you are an artisan
I don't
lover.
tolerate cow milk as well as I tolerate goat milk. It's a lot better. for
Court
me.
has had some serious fucking injuries, man.
He's had some battles.
Didn't he have like a serious hand injury? He had something like serious,
Yeah, it's- 'cause
really
he took,
wrong
like,
with his
2 years
hand.
off.
Yeah, I want to say it was a hand injury.
And then Ben Saunders got cut from the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
This is his first fight back, huh?
No. No, he's had more than one fight back, I believe.
No, his last fight was in some weird location
Oh, he
in
went
like
back again?
Wisconsin. Yeah,
Really? Oh,
pretty
wow.
sure.
Why do
Can
I
you
feel
confirm
like-
that, Jamie? I'm pretty sure though.
You know what? I think you're right. This is his third run with the UFC then.
Yeah.
Wow, he's looking good, man. And Court's cut over that left eye. See, but here's the thing. What's the matter? No.
That's it. Fight night at the Island is what it was called. I'm sorry.
Yeah, UFC
He had a
doesn't do
fight
those.
earlier last year.
Oh, he had a fight.
UFC Fight Night 81, January 2016, and then September he fought Fight Night at the Island.
In
So
Wisconsin,
that
though, yeah?
versus Volkman.
Oh, so that. Oh,
Bobby
Jacob Volkman.
Yeah, Jacob Volkman. That was outside the
It's
UFC.
in Minnesota.
Yeah. There's no UFC island in Minnesota.
Yeah, Volkman is he's a guy from Minnesota. He's
Remember
a
that
chiropractor.
guy?
Yeah, good grappler, man. Real good grappler.
He was like winning fights too.
Yeah. He was one of the guys that called out Obama after he had been visited by the Secret Service.
Oh, that's
Because he
right.
called out Obama because he fucking Obamacare basically killed his business.
Damn.
Really?
A lot of small doctors, small practices apparently suffered from Obamacare. If you talk to Volkman about it, he's very, very vocal about it. Very upset.
Vocal as he can be, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. You know what, man? There's not enough shit, and not enough time, rather, in the world to pay attention to everything. And when you're paying attention to things that, like, Obamacare, if you want to really go through how it affects all these doctors, you'll just probably go crazy and start feeling sad for all these people that got fucked over.
Look up how big the bill was. The initial bill, I think, was 2,400 pages.
These boys are
2,400
scrapping.
pages?
Yeah.
Who's going to read that?
Nobody read it.
Isn't that part of the problem?
I think two journalists read it, and they broke it down. And I
God.
tried to read that,
Jeez.
and it was hard.
Think about that gig.
Not so fun.
No.
Definitely not like doing a podcast.
No. They probably didn't get paid much for that.
No.
Yeah, they probably got on a secret FBI list, too.
They probably didn't smoke weed and drink
No.
wine with their friends.
No, they did it. They read the whole thing, broke it down. I read that, and I read it again, and I still didn't really understand it.
You read their summary?
I read the summary.
How long was their summary?
It was
A
long
page?
enough. No, it was long. It was long enough for me to be terribly bored.
So what
And
are
I
they
just didn't care.
essentially? What is like the main beef? Is that it makes employers spend more money on insurance for their employees?
No,
right?
because you can opt out. Like you can get people. I know that I've talked to business owners about, like, so you can give them an option. I guess you can say you can. So in other words, if you're a full-time employee, I have to pay all of your insurance. Okay. So what one of the side effects is that companies will say, well, if it means I have to hire you for 40 hours a week or 30 hours a week is full time, I'm going to hire you for 18 hours a week and hire somebody else for 9 hours a week. So both you guys have to work part time. So what does that do to the busboy or guys like that? They really need that full time work.
Right.
So now they can only work part time because the company can't afford to hire him full time because they need to have there's some kind of a mandate. Either he's got to pay a $2,000 something fine in not paying his health care, or he's got to pay for his health care. So there are certain mandated things, and the problem I don't know enough about it, and I don't want to. I think it has helped some
That's
people.
right though, B, because
Yeah.
I know people who were affected by that.
Yeah, and I know people who need it, and there are about 20 million people that are on it now, or something crazy, and they benefit from it. So it's a tough issue, but
So who's
certainly
benefiting from it?
The
Who's
people that
benefiting from
drafted it were probably not very business savvy. They were probably bureaucrats and not necessarily small
They
business.
didn't realize they were going to take advantage of some of the rules.
Right. That someone would
Yeah.
figure out a
Yeah.
loophole. So who
Always.
does benefit from it?
People who can't afford health care, people who get a condition, for example, and then the insurance company drops them. There are a lot of people that had health care, they get a very serious illness, and they get dropped.
Yep.
And then they say, if you really want health care now, try getting health care when you've got a life-threatening disease. So it does help a lot of people. The problem is, once again, who pays for it? And how do you get doctors to do it? And there's all kinds of things. But then again, the
What is
veteran,
what do you think is the solution? As a civilized society, do you think that everybody should have health care?
Personally, I do. I get more that way as I get older. However, I also think one of the culprits is a lack of competition
name.
among states. And the reason for that is this. So, you're not really able to shop for insurance across state lines. Why? Because insurance companies basically have their territory that they all agree not to encroach upon. Okay? So that's another part. It's
They
kind of
just agree to it.
yeah, that's like an
They all
unwritten
agree,
rule, right?
right?
This
Yeah.
is my garbage route. That's your garbage route. Don't mess with my business. I won't mess with your business. What we need to do is have competition. One of the ideas is to have competition among all the insurance companies, and to the lowest bidder goes the spoils. So now if I can't get insurance in California, maybe somebody in Hawaii, maybe somebody in Tennessee is offering insurance for less.
Hey,
This
isn't there
fight,
a U-
we're missing a real good fight right here.
Yeah, we are. In the UK, don't they get free health insurance?
Yes, they do.
And I heard it
And
sucks for
yep,
them.
yes, it
because
does.
if something goes wrong, they have to wait like for fucking ever
Yeah.
to get seen.
Not only that, look
Yeah.
at the innovation in healthcare.
Yeah.
The
So
I don't
innovation in
think
new
free healthcare
drugs
is
and
the
all
best
that
answer.
is,
Well,
is here in this country.
It's the same issue with Canada. Some
Yes.
people tell you it's awesome. They have free health care, but I've had friends that had surgery up there by subpar doctors, and they've had to go in second and third time to fix things.
Or they have to wait
Yep.
9 months before
Yep.
they get their
They have to
That's
wait
the
a
big
long
thing.
time.
The wait.
Yeah.
So a lot of them that have money wind up coming to America to get surgery from American surgeons. But I don't know, man.
But also the innovation in medical technology, most of it happens in this country, and the theory is because there's more profit to be made.
yeah, well, that's where innovation gives birth.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
they have to have incentive in order to spend money. Like, in order to come up with things like this, whoa, this is a good fucking fight, man.
Real veteran scrap.
I'm amazed at how good Saunders is looking on the outside, like able to slide in and out using his reach.
I'm more impressed
is.
with Cord how he's just making a dog fight.
Every fight he fights in is a dog fight. That guy's a
True.
beast.
Didn't he like die from meth or some shit and then came
Well,
back?
yeah, from some drug,
Heroin or something?
something
He was
like that.
homeless too, I think.
Yeah, he's been to the other side.
We
Him
call it
and
the
Matt
dark
Brown.
side.
Yeah, him and Matt Brown both have like that similar quality.
I spoke to him for a while one time, and he's such a smart,
He's such a
nice
sweetheart.
guy.
Oh, he's a
He's
great
such
guy.
a fucking
smart
nice guy.
dude too. He
Yeah.
struck me as very intelligent.
Yeah, when he gets out of this, he's going to do well for himself in life and with whatever he chooses to do. You know,
I hope he doesn't wait too long to get out.
And Ben Saunders is a really nice guy. We had dinner
Great
with him
guy.
that time.
Great guy.
Really good guy.
He's been on the companion.
and Eddie's there with him right now. That's why Eddie's not here.
Oh,
Eddie's right
gotcha.
there in his
that's,
corner.
That's Eddie, right below him. He's remember Tower 7, chemtrails. Remember.
Tell him about Pizzagate right now.
He's worked with Ben extensively, especially on his guard. With Ben's guard is wicked. Ben's the only guy to ever get an omoplata in the UFC, and his guard is fucking super high level. And he's also got the perfect build for it because he's so
Yeah, he
long
does.
and tall, and he spends a lot of time with Eddie.
I wonder if 70 is too much of a cut for him of diminishing returns. He's so fucking
No,
big.
no, he's okay. He's okay at 70. You know, when we joke around about Eddie, but Eddie's my boy, and he's like
We fucking love
legitimately one of the very best jiu-jitsu instructors on the planet Earth.
Yeah.
He's amazing at
I don't
it.
think anyone gets that twisted, do they?
Well,
Yeah.
they do sometimes because they hear the conspiracy theory talk and they just sort of dismiss
Oh,
everything.
no.
But people love to do that. You know, like Eddie loves conspiracies. That's his shit. You know, but
That's what he's into.
his
Who gives a
jiu-jitsu,
fuck?
his jiu-jitsu's top notch.
Yeah.
top notch.
He's one of the best professors in the world.
Mm-hmm.
His gym's all over. He's a super successful guy.
What's in
But he's not
his
teaching
innovation
jiu-jitsu in
too?
here.
His innovation too. What was this hot-looking Japanese girl doing? What's this commercial? Oh, she's leaving him.
Oh,
She's
shit.
going to Black Guy's house.
Hey,
Oh. Marvin Eastman's waiting on the other side.
Marvin, you went old school, Marvin Eastman.
Oh, Marvin Eastman was a tank.
Fuck, he really
He
was a
jacked.
tanky tank.
Maybe Bobby Lashley's texting her right there.
oh my God,
Speaking of tanks, good God.
he's
Bobby
natural.
Lashley's ridiculous. He's just huge.
Yeah.
You know who's ridiculous? Is fighting soon. Is Francis Ngannou.
Oh, he's fighting Arlovsky, right?
Yeah.
He's ridiculous.
His first, like, big test.
Where is he fighting Arlovsky? Is that
In the
Brooklyn?
Congo.
Is that
That's
They're
racist.
fighting over the last bottle of malaria
They're gonna
medication?
airdrop- yeah, they're going to airdrop in the middle of the Congo.
It's definitely not Congo, and it's not Brooklyn, because that'd be a great fucking card to
Where
be
is
on.
that? I
Why
think
not put
it's-
them on there?
They should put them on there, but I think they're headlining a card.
It's Fight Pass.
think it's a
huh?
fight night.
Ah, god damn
Denver.
it!
It's actually in.
Oh, it's in Denver?
Why would they put heavyweights in Denver?
UFC
Oh, in
Fox.
Denver.
It's on Fox.
See,
it's
that's
on
how you know
Fox.
Joe Silva's gone. Because after Mark Hunt fought Ben Rothwell, I asked for a fight in Denver. He goes, we will never let heavyweights fight in Denver again.
Oh, that's
Just because
hilarious.
guys can't deal
Did
with
you
the
see
thinness of the
Ben
air.
Rothwell, Mark Hunt?
Yeah.
Oof.
Too
They,
exhausted.
they gas out hard. Meanwhile, then they have fucking Kane versus Verdum in Mexico City, which is 2,000 feet above fucking Denver.
See, I don't think that's our boy Joe Silva doing that. He knows better.
What, Mexico City?
Yes.
Yeah.
Our the new guy's like, they'll figure it out.
But no, but Mexico City was while Joe Silva was there. Damn, Sam Alvey and Nate
I know, but he
Marquardt.
doesn't make the title fights.
Oh, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's crazy.
Oh
to put him
shit,
there.
Nate, Sam. So this is funny. Nate was Sam's coach on The Ultimate Fighter. Like they were training partners and his coach.
You know, guys sleep on Nate, which is interesting. Like CB Dollaway went chasing after Nate like Nate's done. And Nate uncorked one on him and knocked him out cold.
I mean, he's on the back nine for sure.
For sure.
We're walking him out to
Yeah.
the pat. Yeah.
One of the greats, though.
But you can't fuck around.
His nickname's the Great. But
He's
yeah.
still a powerhouse. Still
yeah,
a fucking
power's the last thing to go. Yeah,
last thing to go.
No,
and he still knows how to
super,
fight.
He's a super vet. He's been fighting since he was 17.
Yeah.
17 years old.
So crazy.
I was just with Eve Edwards, who started fighting when he was 17. Like
Eve was
same
at
thing.
our show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eve is remarkably well composed.
Oh yeah, he's so smart. He's doing stunts now.
Stunts
Yeah.
for movies?
That's a dangerous gig.
Yeah. Not
For
really.
fight.
They
yeah,
do-
someone
somebody-
died on a Steven Seagal movie, dude.
Stunt?
That's all you
that's
need to
Seagal.
know.
No, stunt. Being a stuntman's super dangerous.
Yeah, it's super
Concuss-
dangerous.
Depends on the
Your
shows
friend
all-
Karen.
Yeah, depends on the show though. You can do TV and you're like, you're running through sugar glass and stuff. And then some of it's cushy. Like the Goldbergs doesn't have a lot of big stunts,
You have stunt guys on your show?
Yeah, because
You have little
for
black
falls,
guys?
for wrestling, all that kind of stuff.
Hey, man, what's going on with your show? Are you doing a pilot? Are you
Yeah.
you doing a spin-off from the
I'm
Goldbergs?
doing a spin-off starting in March, I think.
That's beautiful, man.
It's
Congratulations.
thanks, buddy. It's
You excited about that?
I am excited about it.
You gonna do table reads, all that, Jess?
All that stuff. It's the greatest
that
job.
stuff.
Ever. It's the easiest job. It's the best job in the world.
Hey, who's
Let me
who's-
come on and play your retarded brother.
I would love it. I would love it.
I want to do it, man.
They'd have you on.
Dude, come on,
Kidding
man.
me?
You would do it, Joe?
Yeah, he played my brother in News Radio. I own one.
Oh, we had
I
a
love it.
blast.
Him and Nick DiPaolo and Epstein from Welcome Back, Kotter. They were
That's
my brothers.
sick.
Yep.
They all beat the fuck out of me. They threw me through a plate glass window.
That's
I had to
funny.
throw myself through one of those sugar glass windows.
Yeah.
It's freaky, man.
Really?
It looks like a real
Are you
window.
scared a little bit?
I was a little nervous.
I bet, me
Yeah.
too.
You had such a great time on that show, didn't you?
So much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was
You
so,
stay in touch
so
with any of those
silly.
guys? Andy Dick?
Just Dave, mostly Dave Foley.
How's Dave doing?
And Stephen Root if I see him, and Candy. I've seen Candy since, and it's always great when I run into him.
Damn.
Look how
Oh,
young.
Phil Hartman. And that's Callen
Yeah,
right
look
there?
Look at us.
That's me, buddy.
Callen and me.
You got a
Yeah,
head on you there, Callen.
I have a head.
he threw me through a window, or did Nick? One of you guys
No,
threw me
I
through a
threw you.
window.
I
It was
did.
so much fun.
Do you miss acting at all, Joe?
No.
Nothing about
Negative. Nope. Not at all. Not a thing. It takes too much time. I'm not into doing it. It's you do it with actors, which is never the best thing to do.
The actors on your show were so good.
They were great.
Maura Tierney,
Phil
Stephen
Hartman?
Root, Phil
But
Hartman.
that's part of the
best.
reason.
Phil Hartman's
look
one
at
of the
this.
best of all
Dick.
time.
Ben Saunders went for that leg, but
Andy
didn't
Dick's
quite get to it
incredible.
quick
Andy
enough.
Dick is
Now, this
hilarious.
is super dangerous for court, even though there's not much time left.
And I feel like he's
Like-
winning the fight. I wouldn't mess with it.
I don't know about that. I think Ben is winning the stand-up, but he's on top right here, so we'll
I don't
see.
know.
Oh, okay,
Ooh,
see, here it is. Here's the wrap-up. Here's the
dangerous.
wrap-up. Look at this. Let's see. Oh, wow, Court shook it off quick. Ben went for the transition. He went for the transition to
Be
clear
a
the
honey lamb
neck.
chop and put a little wine in there.
Yeah, a little honey lamb
Honey
chop.
lamb chop.
Be a little honey lamb chop.
I wonder who's winning this fight since we weren't really paying total
Be a
close
tricky
attention.
dunk.
See, I've
Court's is
Court winning
doing
it.
good ground and pound here. See, Ben had that position, man, for a very short. Okay, now he's wrapping it up again. Let's see what he can do. But it's not high enough. Okay, now it's better.
Oh,
look
my
at
God.
this.
What is
Look
that
at
now?
this.
That looks
It's
like-
called the dead orchard. He's got
What?
both arms trapped.
Long
It's
legs.
Both arms trapped inside the triangle. It's just named after Nathan Orchard. This is
Oh,
called the
yeah,
dead
Nathan
orchard.
Orchard's a killer.
But the problem is, can he submit from here? Because a lot of times, like he's had guys stuck in here, like Kenny Roberts. He had him stuck in here, but he couldn't fit him.
It's gonna be
Finish
tough.
him.
It's gonna be tough to finish
It's-
Court McGee out of this.
It's not going to finish him now.
No.
It's not. He's on the foot. See how he's on the toes, on the back of the calf.
Uh-huh.
You really want to get deep in on the ankle on this. And even so, it's not there for him. He doesn't have much time to work here. It's totally gone.
He can do damage there with elbows, but you're not
Oh
gonna
man,
win the
and
fight.
Court dropped some elbows on him. Court just cut him. Oh man, yeah, Court's on top of him and he's tired now too. I think he's gonna try to switch to a leg. He's in half guard here. He's gonna try. So Court keeps dropping that elbow on him. He's gonna try to go.
no. Oh, no.
He's gonna try to go to the underhook on that left leg and slide under. But in the meantime, he's taking some shots.
Court's
man.
trying to darce
Yep.
him up.
He is.
And with guys who are long, it's easier to get when they're long. Does that make sense? So
Yep.
they're really good at them, but they're also easier to get caught. in.
Yep.
Hard way
You're
to
totally
make a
right.
living.
Damn,
That's
Court's
the end.
doing work.
Yeah, big finish to the fight for Court.
Court
yeah.
is such a warrior, man.
Tough
Just
fucking
every
dude.
fight's it's never easy for him, is it? It's just a scrap.
Yeah.
That's what he likes.
Yeah, interesting, man. Very interesting.
I mean,
He looks like an Islamic cleric.
I wish we were paying more attention.
Me too. In the 30 seconds I saw, I'd probably give it to Court with aggression, and then the takedown at the end.
I don't know, man, because I think like Ben was winning on the outside earlier in the fight. Interesting. But that last round was big for Court.
That was the most we watched, so I kind of gave it to Court. It's kind of what we do
They're
here.
fucking terrible.
Or you, me, and Eddie will be arguing, and Brian's watching, and Brian will drop some serious
like,
knowledge, and we discredit
dismiss
it.
him.
Well, shut up. You're not watching
I
either.
know.
And he's spot on.
I get nothing. I get nothing. I'm watching like every beat, and I'm like that, and you're like, shut up. No, he didn't. I'm like, what did I do?
What the fuck were we just talking about before that? Any idea?
Yeah.
We were talking.
God, it's tough to get back
We need
there.
a court stenographer in here.
I know.
To pull up records
It's true.
in the middle of these.
I want to start taking a pistol class.
Fucking do it, man.
What do you want to do? You want to? Oh, we were talking about acting.
I just gotta be ready.
I wanted you to get back into acting.
Oh, my spinoff. We were talking about my spinoff.
No, I'll do it. I'll do Brian's show. Last thing I did is Kevin James' movie because Kevin's my buddy.
I heard you were good in that. Though.
It's fun. It's fun.
I would. I want you to do my. It'd be great. You come on my show, Brendan. Let me look at you. You're not ready.
I loved it because I got to work with Leslie Bibb from Talladega Nights.
Oh yeah.
Which one's that?
She's the girlfriend.
She's the girl.
Talladega
She's
Nights?
hilarious.
Yeah. Oh,
Dude.
dude.
She's
Yeah.
like, and you're gonna get on that car. You're
she's-
gonna ride it like a pony.
She's fucking hilarious
Oh, yeah?
in real life. In real life, like hanging out, talking with
Really?
her, she's hilarious. She's so fucking silly. She's really silly, really smart.
Your
really
boy
good
Kevin
actress.
has a new show out. He's back to acting. He's like
Yep.
a straight up series sitcom.
And he did a movie on Netflix. He did a movie on Netflix,
that's right.
and now he's doing a series on CBS that apparently is doing really well.
Kevin's an excellent actor, man.
He's
Talk
really
about
good
a
at
guy.
that.
He never
He's-
misses,
He's
I
a,
feel like.
he's a really
good.
good, like classic sitcom actor. He
Yeah.
knows how to do that in that form. He's a
Yes.
master.
Yes.
I fucking loved him in what's the movie with Will Smith?
Oh yeah. The one, the Will Smith was like the dating
What's
advice
that
guy.
called? Hutch.
Hitch.
Dude, one of my favorite movies. I thought he was great in that.
How do you spell Leslie's last name?
Bibb, B-I-B-B.
B-I-B-B. Right. Okay. Ben Saunders, winner by decision. We're wrong.
Wow.
Powerful
wow.
Ben Saunders.
That was an earned win.
Good job, Ben.
Earned
Powerful.
win.
I was off. I apologize.
Yeah, I felt like he was winning the stand-ups, particularly in the first and second round. He looked good on the outside. But
Swollen about the eyes there.
Hey, I heard Kevin James was a beast of a comic too.
Oh yeah.
oh, he's hilarious. Very
Great
good
guy.
stand-up.
Great
You know, he's
Does he
just
still do it?
sort of. He takes a lot of time off, and then he'll go and do like theaters, tours, and does theaters and shit.
Money.
Is
But
it since he's a veteran? Is it he doesn't have to do a lot of spots? He can just go to those theaters
So
because
he
he's
could
been
always
doing it
do
so
those
long?
theaters if he wants to, but honestly, in order to really be on top of your game, you got to do the clubs. Yeah. It's like
Night after night.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that he's not going to be great, and he's going to rehearse, and he's going to go through all of his stuff. And if he does a few of those in a row, he'll get right back into shape again. But the thing about stand-up is, in order to be like, you go out of shape if you take a week off. It's true. A week,
Rhythm,
I know.
Yeah.
timing, everything for me.
dude. And sometimes for me, where I get scrambled is I'll do a UFC on the weekend, and then I'll work on Sunday night, or like work the night after the UFC, whatever it is. And I'm scrambled because my brain is still in MMA mode.
Yeah.
It's like commentary mode takes over, like in order to be in the groove. Like if you're doing a big show on Saturday night, ideally you want to work like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday too, and then gear up for Saturday. It's like you got to tune up, you got to
100%.
keep sharp. And when I do a lot of sets, like if I'll do like 3 sets on a Wednesday, 3 sets on a Thursday, I come into Friday, I'm just loose. It's all in the groove, and you feel it.
Yes.
You feel like
It's kind of like
efficient.
doing like on a Thursday when you haven't done stand-up in a while. Thursday on the road, and by Saturday you've done 5 shows, 5 hours of comedy. You're just
Yeah.
Well, B,
Dude,
that's
Saunders
why
look
you
good here. Look
told
at
me
this.
to start doing some stamp because we would do live fighting the kid at theaters.
Right.
And we'd start with 10 minutes of stand up. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I can't go 1 month there, take 3 months off, and then go in front of
Literally.
this theater.
Yeah.
I got to start
Yeah.
doing some shit,
Yeah.
man, in between.
yeah.
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 There's no substitute for actually going on stage. And for you, it'll be fun anyway, man. Just do open mic nights and all these bullshit spots and do
It's good
like
with
5
Brendan
minutes
though,
and
because
7 minutes.
what I'm encouraged with Brendan is that he just changes it every time. Like he's always writing, he's always carving it, changing it, taking out words, adding things.
Look at that sexy bitch.
I know.
This fight right here, I was talking about me, by the way.
I find Holly to
Not
be
her.
attractive.
That would be so rude.
That'd be so rude.
I was talking about myself.
I know.
This is a weird fight, man.
Are they
Because
really trying to sell this right now?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. There's literally no one's talking about it. I mean, this is like maybe one of the least hyped up world championship fights in recent memory.
I feel like maybe Dana was on vacation and came back like, you booked what?
Well, I just don't know what else they can do. I mean, you have this fight at 145. You're trying to book Cyborg. Cyborg keeps canceling. Then they test her. She pisses hot. Now you're fucked because now she's out forever.
Then you
know?
stack the rest of the card and just toss these two on.
They didn't have the fights. They literally didn't have the fights. They didn't have the fighters available. They didn't know what to do. And this is a fucking not like if you want to make a star out of Holly Holm, wrong fight.
Correct.
Wrong fight.
Correct.
Because Jermaine Durandame is a fucking nasty kickboxer and a real legit multiple-time world Muay Thai champion. And when she's presented with someone like Holm, who is an excellent striker, you know, I think 18-time world boxing champion or something crazy like that, you know that Holly Holm is going to be striking with her. Well, that is where Jermaine Durandame shines. Her number one issue in MMA has just been girls holding on to her, taking her down, you know, using their grappling. It's not Holly. Holly can do that to girls, but that's also how she lost her title. She got choked out.
It's not her thing either.
It's not her thing.
Yeah.
So, like, what you saw in the Valentina Shevchenko fight was when Holly fights like, Valentina is one of the best, super high-level, most technical strikers in women's MMA. And she kept using that check right hook, and she was kicking her a lot, working the legs a lot, and she just beat her by a clear-cut, unanimous decision. So I feel like this is a super dangerous fight for Holm. She's lost two in a row for the first time in her career. She gets choked out by Misha, and then she loses her next fight against Valentina Shevchenko. So I feel like this is a real dangerous fight for her.
It's going to be a tough sell if she loses this one.
Super tough sell.
3 in a row?
And she's the girl who knocked out Ronda Rousey. I mean, that's her main claim to fame is that highlight reel left high kick.
She's the first one to do it. I mean, it's pretty...
Well, she was the one,
time in
right?
history because she outclassed her.
How crazy are these fights? Look what you have here. You have Jacare versus Tim Bosch. Like what? Who saw that coming? How weird. Yeah. I mean, Tim Bosch just knocks out what's his face, Rafael Natal.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, huge fight for him. I mean, Rafael Natal I think was number 6. And Bosch knocked him out. So, look, Bosch jumps into the top 10 with that.
Bosch just will not go away.
But
just
for Jacare, it's got to be pissing him off because he's been knocking at the fucking door for a title forever.
It's crazy.
And then that's true.
Well,
he's
Joel
just waiting.
Romero beats him by a small amount, but then pisses hot. Remember?
Yeah.
So they suspend Joel Romero. Romero comes back, smashes Chris Weidman. Smashes Chris Weidman, so he gets the title shot. Meanwhile, Jacare's got to be like, what in the fuck, man? I'm sitting here while Bisping fights Henderson. You know, I thought I was going to be next. Bisping gets Henderson. He beats Henderson. Now Bisping's going to fight Yoel.
Yikes.
Jacare is the most dangerous. Besides Yoel, he's the second most dangerous. I mean, you know, I think he'll beat.
He's phenomenal.
I think he beats almost anybody.
Yeah, poor Jacare.
Well, he's really good, but you know what? Yoel caught him with that wicked spinning back fist.
I want to see Souza fight Luke Rockhold again. I want to see what happens.
Well, they almost did, but Luke fucked his knee up.
Yeah, they were supposed to fight in Australia.
Yeah. I think Luke did he have surgery or did he just do like PRP injections or some shit?
I'm not sure.
He's training again, I think.
He's had a seriously fucked up knee for a while. Even though he's training now, like he's kicking with his right knee
how
only,
old is
I
Neil
think.
Seery there? Is he about
58?
Yeah, he's about 58.
No.
He's a weathered 58 too.
Well, listen, no one's had more fucking miles on their body than our boy Ian.
Yeah, Ian
McCall can't even make a fist. He can't make a fist.
It's tough to fight when you can't make a fist.
Dude, if you haven't seen him, Brian, he makes a fist. His index finger on his right hand is like that.
Oof.
Like it never, and what I'm doing for people that are listening here is like if I was playing pool and I had a cue
or shooting
tucked under my finger. Yeah, like I'm pulling a trigger. Like he can't make a full fist. His hand's been broken so many times.
He's such a little monster, too.
Travis Brown and Derek Lewis is on that card.
That's an interesting fight for Travis.
Ooh, Dustin Poirier, Jim Miller's on that card. Ooh.
Is Travis Eve is actually down there getting Dustin ready for that fight? Is Travis Brown still in Edmonds camp?
I don't know.
I
assume so.
Yeah, I assume so.
Has anybody heard from Rhonda, or has she still been radio silent?
She posted a inspirational quote
Harry
on
Potter
Instagram.
Quote, right?
Yeah, which is awesome. Was it a Harry Potter quote? J.K. Rowling, is that what it was? Yeah, a J.K. Rowling's quote, which is
Even rock bottom has wiggle room. That's a quote from what's his name? What's our boy?
That's a great quote. Even rock bottom has wiggle room. That's hilarious.
What's our boy? Dom.
Dom Herrera.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's who said
what
we
he
had
said?
we were at dinner the other night.
We had dinner. That was when I was texting you.
He said even rock bottom has wiggle room, son. I went, that's fucking hilarious.
Hey,
He's
you got to start
hilarious.
coming out to dinner. We were at
Shut
Bianconi,
your
the
mouth.
best restaurant on the planet.
Stop with all
Brian
this.
goes there every night.
You need
though.
to come. It's the best
Yeah.
restaurant.
Wait,
Bianconi.
listen, I go home, I get some sleep,
Yeah,
and
like
I
go
go
home
work
with
out
Look
in
at
the
me.
morning.
Look at me. You can come hang and have an amazing meal for an
Or I
hour
can
with
go
us.
I'm with
home.
Joe on this
Or I
one.
can go home and go to sleep.
It's unbelievable.
You're going out on a Thursday night at midnight.
So what? I was
going to
not. I
dinner.
was out at 11.
Yeah,
You could have come out.
every night.
Well, I was doing sets every night.
I get up in the morning, buddy. I work
Yeah,
out.
I don't like my mornings to be fucked, man.
I
Gotta
go to
get
yoga.
sleep.
I like to go to
Whatever.
yoga in the
Just come out
morning.
to dinner once in a while.
I actually do go to yoga. I know you say you do, but I really do.
You do, huh?
I really
You
do.
go to class.
I see. Yeah, your girl posts on your yoga teacher. You guys take pictures and shit with your shirt off, right? It's on
My
the
shirt off?
popular page
Trying to
usually.
look jacked.
She looks like a
Joe's
she's
super
good yoga.
flexible, so.
I think that yoga is one of the most important things I've done over the past few years. I really do. It's making a giant difference. I try to do it 3 times a week now.
Giant difference
trying to
in
do,
regards to what?
The way I feel. Relaxation, flexibility. I'm back to a full split with no strain at all. I can just drop
Are
right
you doing
now.
hot yoga?
Yes.
That shit stresses me out, man. It's
hard to
not very
do.
relaxing.
It's not relaxing. It's brutal.
Yeah, it's brutal.
When you're done,
I
though, you
like
feel
it.
great.
Yeah.
My
I
favorite
can't stop
thing right
sweating.
now is to fucking torture myself for 90 minutes, hot yoga, and then go right into a cold shower. Because right now it's
nice.
January, so the water's really fucking cold. So you're going there, you're hurting, like barely getting through. Like the last 10 minutes of a hot yoga class.
You
is
doing
just,
Bikram?
Yeah, like you barely can make it through.
It's
The
so
place is
intense.
packed. Oh,
you
super
ever
intense.
fucked up and thought it was 60, but it was 90? It'll ruin your fucking week.
Yeah, I haven't.
Where
but
you're
I
like,
know what you
dear
mean.
God, 45 minutes, let's go. 15. Oh, dude.
Meanwhile, it's another half an hour.
Dude.
Yeah.
I took some great.
I love it.
LA.
Cody, what is this Cody Garbrandt? Is it the snakes? Oh, wow. Who made that? Oh,
God,
man.
dog,
That's
is
rough.
sick. He should sell those for shirts.
my
Fuck your
God.
Reebok money.
Sell posters.
Shirts all
Do you know who?
day.
Do you know who that's signifying? You know what? God, everybody, come on, guys.
Medusa.
Medusa.
Damn right, Medusa. And what
Hey, but
happens
what's
when you stare at
fucked-
Medusa?
She turns you to stone.
Yes.
What's fucked up, man, is that
Hey,
Conor
bro, no more
McGregor is the
easy
one.
questions.
Conor McGregor called him a snake, and it's never let off. Never.
Ever.
Conor says he's a fucking snake, and everybody was like, "What?" Stamp, snaky. They just stamped his forehead with
But there's
that
nothing.
stamp.
There's nothing about TJ that didn't make no sense
Well,
when I heard him
because he
say
left
that.
the
Because
camp.
he left.
Oh.
It
Team
does
Alpha
be.
Male was his brothers, and he left that camp,
That's why
and he
they're
went
saying
with
he's a
Dwayne
snake.
Ludwig, and he went to Muscle Farm, and they were like, "Fuck you," you know.
okay.
Look, they needed and then
They needed a bad
they
guy.
knew at that point. Well, it's not. Listen, his loyalty was to his own future, and he felt like his best chance to get better was not with Team Alpha Male.
Clearly,
and he was
clearly
right.
the right choice
Yeah,
for
he
a
was right.
champion when
his,
he leaves.
he
For him.
felt like and he felt like his choice was to go with Dwayne Ludwig because he felt like Dwayne Ludwig had a bond with him and a deep pool of knowledge, and together they gelled well.
And he was
And
right.
it was the right move.
Right, it was the right move for him, maybe.
What do you mean,
It's
maybe?
because
Became world champ.
yeah, but how close was he really to those guys? See, here's the thing, man. It's like how you can't work this out. There's not a way to work it out where you're still with Team Alpha
tried.
Male. I don't know. Listen, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm a huge
No, because
Dwayne
for a
fan.
while he would go back to Alpha Male and
Yes.
then go to Dwayne.
I'm a huge Dwayne fan, and I'm a huge TJ fan, but I'm also a huge Alpha Male fan, and I'm also a huge fan of loyalty.
It's also
So,
not a team sport, though.
It's not a team sport, and that's where it gets weird.
Super weird.
Super weird. If there's another guy that's in 135 like Cody, who's coming up hot.
And clearly coming up.
Knocking everybody dead, smashing Thomas Almeida, knocking on the door,
Well-
and then winds up winning the title in his first attempt. The first guy to fucking beat the shit out of Dominic Cruz like that. I mean, the only guy that beat Dominic Cruz before was Uriah, and Uriah caught him in a guillotine.
I
he-
would
he
say
didn't beat the
I would
shit
say
out
with
of him.
MMA,
No, just
just
caught
caught him.
I would say at that weight class with MMA being, with the margin for error, if your priority is loyalty, which I'm a huge fan of loyalty, over a
Improvement.
guru that could improve and change your style, then you're gonna get left behind. There's no mercy in this sport.
You're right. No, you're
There's
right.
no mercy.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. I'm not arguing with you.
And
Don't
his-
say
and
no mercy again, though.
I like
here's-
saying it.
Did you
It just
say no
sounds
mercy?
dramatic.
Is that a movie?
so dramatic.
There is no
You
mercy.
said it twice,
You're
though.
100%
But there's no
right.
mercy.
But there's also like brotherhood and friendship, and I feel like there's almost there's almost always a way to do things different, and I don't know if they did the right thing. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there.
Right.
But here's my point.
Results
it's
are
fascinating in terms of the matchup now, and now that they're gonna, I think it's a giant move to do that on the Ultimate Fighter. It's fucking huge because it might be the one thing that gets a lot of hardcore fans.
Even though they're cutting the budget.
Are they cutting the budget? How do you know this? Are you deep inside?
I just know.
On the Ultimate Fighter they are?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're cutting the budget. How so?
Correct.
Like, who are they not paying as much?
There's the whole production thing because the UFC used to do it. Now they're going to outsource.
Well, it might be better. I mean,
It could be better.
Get people who are trying to make a name for themselves. You fucking never know, man.
All I know is lately when they do the matchups from the Ultimate Fighter, usually it doesn't build it for me as much.
Tell you what, man, not a whole lot of shit makes me feel bad. These goddamn poverty commercials, they make me feel worse than anything in the world.
You know what?
I see people like little kids
I
cooking,
agree. If
cooking
they show
food
kids,
and
or you know what fucks me up even more? When they show the animals for whatever reason. Tugs at my heart more than humans.
Well, you got a problem. You should go to a doctor. Just, my
when they show the
animals,
dog shaking
animals.
and shit, and the cats
love them. I love
abused.
animals. I hate to see that. But I hate more to see little kids that don't have any
Oh,
food.
and then you got
It makes me
Alanis
so
Morissette
sad.
singing behind it.
Yeah.
I know that's not.
an angel.
Yeah, and I just start
that's
dishing
Sarah
money.
McLachlan.
Same shit.
Guys,
10 for you,
guys,
10 for you, 10
That's
for
Sarah
you.
Who did you
McLachlan.
say?
Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette.
What does she sing?
Well, it's girls with great
isn't
voices
it
that Bryan
ironic?
Callen would fuck.
Don't you think?
I put him in that category.
Girls who are just really kind
Girls
of
who
rooted.
Bryan Callen would have like a 6-month intense relationship with before she fucking changed her number and kicked him out.
Earth mothers who are really grounded. And just,
Earth mothers.
Yeah.
Earth mothers.
Oh,
Women.
you're saying Sarah McLachlan sings that, right?
Yeah.
Did you say that already?
Arms of an angel.
God, they get my
She'd
fucking
have
money.
like little beads around her ankle with like some string, some twine, some hemp twine.
I was driving
Those are
down.
some good
beads.
red flags.
Good red flags for sure. Marcin Held, Joe Lozon.
Damn, he's young.
About
With a
to get
shitload of
fired
fights.
up. Yeah, man. He came from Bellator, correct?
Correct. Had
Did
a
he-
lot of fights
did he
in
win the
Bellator.
title in Bellator,
I don't think
or-
so. I don't think he was
so
the champ
either.
Bellator. Is that right, Jamie?
Only 24, huh?
Joe Lozon has had some motherfucking battles.
I almost said he's got a nice body out loud.
So he lost to Diego in his last fight. Before that,
He doesn't
beat
have a win
Dave
in the UFC.
Jensen in Bellator, but he lost to Will Brooks. Okay, so he lost the title to Will Brooks. Lost a title fight, rather, to Will Brooks. 5-round fight. Does Bellator have any other 5-round fights other than title fights?
No.
They don't, right?
Never.
So that was his first loss since way back in 2013 when he fought Dave Jensen, and he beat Dave Jensen in his last Bellator fight. So he lost to him, and then he beat
But
him in
no
his
title
last fight.
fights, right?
One fight against Will Brooks.
That
but
he
Will
didn't
Brooks
get,
beat
right?
him.
Yeah. Will Brooks
beat
is a
him.
little horse.
He's a tough guy. Who stopped Will Brooks? Somebody
Oh,
stopped Will
he
Brooks
heard
in
his.
the UFC.
Why are you laughing? He
He's
heard his. No,
like a
he
little
hurt
horse.
his
Right, his rib. Right. Who did
But he was
that?
looking good.
Who beat him? Someone big. Cowboy Oliveira.
Yes,
Right?
and he missed
Yeah, there
weight.
it is. Alex
Cowboy
Oliveira.
Oliveira
By
beat him,
like
but he missed
80
weight.
pounds.
Yeah, it was like fuck it. Remember, he got all mad. He like grabbed the mic, got mad.
Yeah.
He's like, he was talking shit at Wayne. It's like, bro, you missed it by 40 pounds.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even be allowed to fight. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, he missed weight by. It might have been like 8 pounds.
It was a
Find
good
out-
amount, and he just
find
said,
out what
"Fuck
he
it."
missed weight by, Jamie.
I want to say it was like 12.
Okay, here's Joe Lozon, powerful Boston. He's got a lot of savage in him. And Marcin Held, real interesting fight. Let's see how this goes.
Please just jump to guard, both
Well,
of you.
here's the thing about Held. I don't think Held has the same kind of boxing that Lozon has. Lozon's very sharp with his stand-up.
I wouldn't call it sharp because he does that shell up, and I feel like especially elite strikers
Knocked
are
out
starting
Diego
to figure
Sanchez
it out.
in
I
his
agree.
last fight. And then before that, remember that Melvin Gillard fight? Cracked Melvin with a jab and then choked him the fuck out. Because Melvin got a little... Well, Melvin was fucking people up back then. And Melvin was
He's
lightning
a
fast.
wildcat. Wildcat.
Yeah, who knows, like with Melvin. He was one of the first guys to test positive for cocaine. I was like, holla! My man!
My man.
Here's the thing about cocaine. That
was
shit only
also like,
stays in
no
your
shit.
system for like 2 days.
He's also like, no shit.
And it was post UFC fight. 5.5's over. That's what Oliveira was. 5.5 pounds over when he fought Will Brooks.
Then he came in. Ooh,
Yeah, that should be
Held
illegal.
getting tore up.
In some states, they wouldn't allow that. Like I don't think New York would have allowed that.
New York strict as
Hard
fuck.
elbows by Lozon. These are fucking nasty elbows by Lozon. Marcin Held's in big big trouble
Ooh,
here.
mount, son.
Big. Oh, he's got the arm.
Oh!
Oh, and he went for it. He went for it.
Aggressive.
He still got it. He still
Omoplata.
got the arm. He still got the arm. Oh, wow. Now Held's got the leg.
Oh,
damn.
Lozon with a fucking vicious
He's trying to get
elbow.
that performance of the night bonus
Yo,
and be the all-time leader.
Those are the Travis
tied.
Brown elbows, man. Those elbows from that single.
You talking about that old Travis? Yeah, those were nasty.
Or the not the single rather, but the wide stance, the takedown defense.
yes. Josh Barnett, Gonzaga.
Yes, Gonzaga, man.
So nasty.
Horrible. Travis Brown, man, used to fuck people up with those elbows.
Sure did.
He changed that position for a lot of people.
Yep.
And Joe Lozon just took a page out of his book.
It's still illegal to go from 12 to 6, right?
Yeah, I don't understand how that didn't get changed. I really don't understand it. I understand that they wanted to change a bunch of shit, and I think they did a good job with most of it. Someone made a real good point, though, about the new rules about how many points of contact you have on the ground.
3 now, yeah?
Yeah. So if you have 3, it's legal. So if you have 2 feet on the ground and a hand on the ground, it's legal. But here's the thing, man. Did you see that? You saw the Tim Means fight with Oliveira, same guy, Oliveira, who came in overweight. That was his karma.
God
He got
damn it.
fucked
That's
up
what
by
you get,
Tim
son.
Means.
Yeah.
That's
Enjoy
what you
that.
He had one knee down. One knee down.
Look at this.
And only
Oh.
one knee down. Beautiful takedown by Marcin. Strong grappling by Marcin.
Nice, Marcin.
But Joe Lozon, very good at getting back up, too, man. This could be interesting.
Well,
Marcin turns him already.
Marcin's definitely more decorated when it comes to jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure.
But again, MMA jiu-jitsu is a little different. Lozan's a monster.
Right, and Lozon has already cracked him with a few elbows, so we'll see like where Marcin's head's at now. You know, I mean, who knows where he's at right now? He might be on, you know.
They've also given Marcin
80%.
no gimmies. They said, "Oh, you're from Bellator. That's cool. You're gonna get first." Who did they give him last
Diego
time?
Sanchez.
That's
He lost
right.
to Diego. And then in Lozon's last fight, he stopped Diego.
Mm-hmm.
What were we just talking about? We were just talking about.
We're talking about Tim Means and Cowboy,
Yeah.
the Brazilian Cowboy.
So the knee on the ground, it was only the knee. Even his foot was off the ground, and the knee was still illegal. So you can't have. It's not points of contact, even though we always refer to it as points of contact. John McCarthy told me that's a bad terminology. He said you should really think of it as anything other than the bottom of the foot is illegal. So that. I don't know about that though. Like, what about the top of the foot? Like, what if you only have the top of the foot down? Is that
some gray areas?
Look
Yeah,
at
it
this. Look at
seems
Lozon
stupid.
coming out.
I think they're saying though that anything other than the bottom of the foot. So the thing is, what if a guy is shooting in on a takedown, like Cyborg versus Michael Page, and someone catches you with a knee coming in while you have one knee down? You know, you're sliding in. And you get thumped in the face and knocked unconscious.
Well, that's the same as if you get punched, like if you get wheel kicked behind the air, right? You're moving
Right.
into it, where it's just shit
Maybe.
happens.
Maybe it's a
Like
shit happens rule.
Well, transition rule.
Right.
Like, don't be an idiot and caught with a flying knee.
Good defense right there by Lozon on the break. Knew that hook was coming, that right hand was coming rather, and got that left hand up.
I loved when they were grappling.
Yeah.
High
real
level
interesting.
shit.
Real interesting.
I don't want to see Hell throw jabs.
It's called a fake with the left, guys, and then he came in with the right. It's one of my favorite.
What are
things
you
to do.
talking about?
It's something I do in street fighting. I go 12 to 6 in street fighting, just so you guys know.
What do you think? How much different would MMA be if they had 3-minute rounds? Do you
I think
think?
you get a watered down product.
Do you get a watered down product,
Yeah,
or
less
do you
technique.
get
More
or
explosive.
do you get more explosive and faster paced?
Faster pace, worse technique.
Is that true? Like, what about 5 3-minute rounds?
Oh.
Oh, he fell down. Oh shit! What happened there?
That was weird.
But look at that. He went for an
Oh.
armbar. Ooh, on the break.
That was weird.
What happened there?
5
Just
threes,
slipped?
you're thinking?
Yeah, 5 3-minute rounds instead of 3 5-minute rounds. Do you think that would be better for, like, Chael Sonnen said it best. He said it's just too much time for people to fight. It's like 5 5-minute rounds. He goes, no one can
25
fight.
minutes?
Yeah, he goes, no
That's
one
so
can
long.
really fight 5
Well, that's coming
5-minute
from a
rounds. You gotta
guy
take
who
time
lost
off.
Anderson Silva with 2 minutes left and
true.
23 minutes to go.
It's
It
also
is a
coming from a
long
guy
time,
who
though,
fought a
right?
bunch of 5-round fights. You know, he fought against Paulo Filho, right? Didn't he fight twice?
Those
at
weren't 5 minutes, were they?
Didn't-
Although it was
wasn't
for the belt,
second one?
WC. That's
yeah.
right.
At least the
And he got
second
armbarred.
one. The first one he got armbarred.
Yeah.
The second one he won a decision, but Filho didn't make weight, so he never got the belt.
Yeah, that's right, because
So
the
he
belt
was like
wasn't on the line.
Yeah, so he was like the uncrowned champ at 185 in the WEC. Really got fucked because he won that fight pretty clear. That was also when Paulo Filho was kind of going a little cuckoo.
He's going cray-cray.
He was going cray-cray.
Full cray-cray. Went missing in Brazil, some shit.
Got that Tyson tattoo on his face.
Yeah, and then
Remember
they
that?
found him with like amongst the sheep or some shit in Brazil.
You know-
like choking sheep out.
I'm sorry. I just had
It's
this
weird.
I
He went
just had-
full AWOL.
I just had this thought, and maybe your brother knew. I was thinking about what Floyd did to Canelo Alvarez,
Yeah.
and think about what
Brilliant.
Floyd.
Oh, you're going back to this?
Yeah,
Because
and
my
think
brother
about-
texts you this?
Yeah, and think
Jay-
about what he was
Jay
doing.
Schaub
I
just
said,
text you this?
That's what I just said. Might be your brother. But
Hey,
I
what do
just
you think of the
I
fight
just
that just got
remembered that.
announced?
Now. I just remembered
Julio
that.
Cesar Chavez Jr.
Yes,
and Canelo.
Mexican on Mexican
Ooh,
crime.
May 6th, Cinco de Mayo weekend, baby.
Chavez Jr. is way tougher than he should be. He's a tough dude, man.
Tougher than he should be?
In other words, he grew up
world
wealthy.
champion.
And
His
he grew up-
dad's fucking-
But he grew up wealthy with. I mean, like
Yeah,
kids like
but-
that.
But his dad is Julio
Yeah,
Cesar Chavez.
in
Look at this.
Mexico.
Joe Lozon going for the guillotine, getting
I see what you're
crafty,
saying, though, B.
But didn't work out. Marcin
You know what I
Held.
mean?
He slept and sat in sheets.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's rare.
So did
but you
BJ
see his
Penn.
father at his fights. His
True.
father's like
BJ Penn's family's rich as fuck.
Yeah, BJ Penn's
Yeah.
family's wealthy too.
They
BJ just
own
loves
Kauai.
fighting. Look at this. Joe Lozon is going for the fucking leg lock. Look at this. Oh my god, he gave up the back. Ooh, Held is so high level.
Can't give
so
your
high
back
level.
up.
What is Held's jiu-jitsu credentials? Didn't he win a no-gi
Gold.
world title?
He won gold in super high level.
Oh, look at this, man. He's wrapping up. Joe Lozon managed to keep that left arm on the outside, though. That's critical for
I think he's been doing
defense.
jiu-jitsu since he was 12, too.
Good move in here by Joe Lozon. I like it. He's posturing up. If Marcin
He's
can get, if he can get away from
experienced.
that left hand, he's essentially free. He's essentially free here if he just keeps going. Yep. Oh no, Marcin pulls him down. Oh, such a strong move pulling him down there. Joe was almost out. A lot of people like Joe Lozon would have been out the door right there. He's almost choked here. He's in a real bad spot here because in order to advance in this position, he's got to move. And if he's got to move, he's got to make sure he moves with his chin tightly pressed to his neck here.
Damn, fucking.
Is that Mike Goldberg in the crowd? Wow,
Mike over in the crowd.
that's kind of weird.
Going nuts.
what's
having
who's
fun.
his replacement again?
I don't know, man. I don't know because I thought someone.
look at Joe
nicely
Lozon. Look at
done.
this
Yeah, I thought they used that Grissom.
Yeah, is that true though?
No, but he was doing the pre-show like with the in the UFC Tonight.
yeah, I heard he
studio.
was going to do this.
Yeah.
but Anik is on this, so
Maybe he's not ready
he's not
yet.
doing that. Maybe they're wrong. Maybe they just hired him for more of that pre-show stuff.
like more analyst work
Yeah.
instead of play-by-play
Yeah.
in color.
I mean, people. Oh, look at this, Lozon with the fucking arm triangle.
Oh
from
my
the-
God, Lozon.
Oh, Lozon attacking, man. I
fight.
love that about him. Even though he's fighting a real elite grappler, he's not afraid to dive on
Yeah, he's
shit.
one of my faves to watch, man.
He's just getting cut off at the checkmate door. You know, he gets to the door and checkmate, he's getting cut off.
He's had a long career in some wars.
He has, but I mean, also the difference is Marcin Held is a really, really high-level grappler. And although Lozon is taking some chances, like when he's going for that arm bar, he gets blocked on the way up and at it.
Yeah.
Bang. So they're keeping that Skip guy on the air even after he got caught tweeting to himself, huh?
Yeah. How embarrassing is that?
Didn't he say it was
He
one
had
of
a
his
fake
assistants?
account.
He's like, "You're the man, Skip.
Skip, you're a fucking
Love
genius.
the show
Heard you have
on
a big dick
FS1.
too.
I heard your hog tastes like a candy cane."
But didn't he?
I heard you're rich as fuck,
What did he
man.
say?
That's awesome.
Did he say somebody else was doing it for him? Like he has somebody hired? Or
I don't
something?
give a
No,
fuck
he said
what
nothing.
he said.
He was just like,
Yeah, I don't know what he said, and I don't give a fuck what he said. The fact that
mortifying.
it can ever happen, it can ever happen.
That guy gets fucking brutalized online
Does he?
all the time.
Does he? Oh, okay.
Some
well, that's
things
probably
can't
why.
ever
That's
happen.
why he
wrote
was
some
like,
stuff
need some
about
positive
himself.
here.
Yeah,
Let's create some catfish accounts.
We need some super positive energy on our side.
just from me.
Those old dudes, man, that just talk sports. Fuck, man, that gig is hard.
Well, he
to
was a
come by.
writer, sports writer.
Yeah,
And so-
but it's just talking sports, whether he's writing about it or not. It's just talking
Football's
sports.
his thing, yeah, Dallas Cowboys.
You know, there's a big difference between a guy like, you know, a fucking Michael Irvin, who is a world-class player who wants to talk about, oh, look at this. Look at this.
Oh, my
Joe
Lord.
Lozon trying to snatch up an armbar from the fucking guard.
and he's controlling the leg so he can't step out. Oh,
Dude, this
What?
is fucking dangerous.
Dude, if
for
he
Marcin.
submitted him-
Oh, he's lost it now. He's lost it. He's lost it. He's not nearly as close as he was just a few minutes ago.
Oh my God! Oh
No,
my
no, no.
God.
He's
No.
out.
No,
he's
he's
out,
out,
dude. He's out.
Yeah, but now he's at omoplata.
No.
doesn't
He's
have
nowhere
to.
near an omoplata.
You know what I mean?
Oh, how dare you?
You know, what I mean.
It's like a blue belt attempt. No.
Well, he got real close in the beginning, but then you see the shift from the guard. That's when you know you can relax.
They're both outstanding grapplers. My God.
He was at 9. He was at like 9 out of 10, and then he went back to 8. And when you go from 9 to 8, usually the other guy
At this level,
usually the other guy gets out of it.
I'm so envious
they
that
usually
you guys
get at the
have
advantage
such
too.
a knowledge of jiu-jitsu. Is so beautiful.
Well, listen, man. Anthony Bourdain didn't start training until he's 58.
That could be you, Brian.
You know what, dude?
Fuck this spin.
And right now,
You're right,
I think
buddy.
I put my money on him. Do you think he would tap you? Do you think Anthony Bourdain could tap you?
He's a purple belt, yeah.
He got a purple belt?
I thought he's a purple belt.
I know he's a
He
blue
would
belt.
roll
Yeah,
Callen
and
up
he's
like
big.
fucking
He's very
Kobayashi.
big, and I never do jiu-jitsu. Yes.
I don't think he's a purple belt. I think he's still a blue belt, but he trains regularly. Like, I mean, almost every day.
You know
And
what?
he's got tricks.
You know what though? Blue belt, and he's always traveling, and he looks a little weathered. I'll take my boy Callen here.
and maybe
Scrappy.
hungover.
Callen's scrappy though.
Scrappy and in shape. I don't know.
You are in
And
shape.
I mean, essentially, how much sand does this motherfucker have left in his hourglass?
what I'm saying.
He's 60 years old. He hits the booze hard.
Callen, let's set this shit up. We'll
But he
put you on the
trains regular.
undercard of Soldier Boy Chris Brown.
Okay, I'm ready.
You know what's
I'll do it.
interesting
Punch
about
him in the fucking
Bourdain
face.
is Bourdain is essentially like he's a guy who has had numerous substance problems in the
Yes,
past.
heroin included.
Yeah, exactly.
Alcohol
And-
too, yeah.
But alcohol, you know, he doesn't drink when he's at home. I mean, he's not an alcoholic. And he's aware. Look at that. He won a fucking JJF New York Open.
He's every bit of 6'4".
Everyone in that photo is
Yeah, he's a big guy.
107, but yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, they're 89-year-old people. He's choking out.
It's awesome.
You just lay on top. Fuck it.
That one guy's got an instant
past the
haircut
guard.
at that age. He's awesome.
Just pass the guy.
Past their broken hip. But the point is,
So fucked up went bad on him because it's
I love him.
picture. Me too. I love him too.
But the thing is, it's like he has taken all those problems that he had, like his addictive tendencies, and now he's using them for jiu-jitsu. He's like addicted to jiu-jitsu.
Yep.
A lot of those addicts go to like triathlons and shit,
Yep,
right?
yep,
Because
yep,
it
yep.
releases the same endorphins.
Yeah, that guy from the Cro-Mags. What's his name? John Joseph?
He's
Is that
a
his
good
name?
friend of
From
mine.
the
One of my
Cro-Mags?
best friends.
Is that his name?
I've known John since literally I was 23
One of your
years
best
old.
friends?
Yeah, I don't think
I've
he's one of your
known
best
I've
friends.
I've
but
never heard
thanks.
you talk
John,
about
never
him.
talked about him
John
once.
Joseph is
You're
John.
one of your best friends, though?
I am.
Are you serious with this one of your? Because I will fucking find
no.
him and I'll bring him in here.
No, John's one of my. John's literally. I've known
Maybe
John.
one of your oldest
No,
friends.
no. Yes,
okay,
but
no. You say no.
we're
One more
close.
time, you
no,
fuck.
No, John and I are.
No, you said
close.
old. Let's go oldest.
If you ask John, I promise you, he would say
You're his best friend?
Is he in your will?
we spent a lot of time together. We wrote a script together.
In
Me and John-
1974?
Me and John Joseph wrote a script together. And in fact, I'll say how far back we go. John used to live on Ludlow in Rivington, and John used to have to meet me on, which is the most expensive real estate in New York. You and I have been there. And John used to have to meet me on Houston Street and walk me to his apartment, or I would get jumped because nobody knew me in that neighborhood. That was how far back we went. We wrote a script together, and I'll tell you a
Wait a
crazy
minute.
story.
This
What are you
doesn't
talking
mean
about
he's your
getting
best
jumped?
friend, though.
Getting jumped. Why would you get jumped? Because no one knew you in that neighborhood?
Yes, that's how dangerous
You got jumped on Houston Street?
That's how dangerous
Gangs.
that neighborhood was.
When?
In 19, I'll tell you exactly when. In 1990, 1991.
It was that bad?
Dude, you have no idea.
Sir,
I
is this the plot of Bronxdale?
I walked through Tompkins Square I met John in 1987, okay? And John, when I was with John, the first time I met him, it was 1987, and we walked through Tompkins Square Park. And it was so fucking dangerous. I couldn't believe how dangerous. And John was very much feared. They called John in jail Mighty Whitey. John was a really
What was he in
tough
jail
guy.
for?
Well, he did a lot of stuff. John grew up in abandoned buildings. And
Hey, don't be
foster
general,
homes.
bro. What
Foster
do
homes.
you go to prison for?
Well,
John
maybe
used to
he doesn't
rob-
want
I
people
don't- yeah.
to talk about it. But
Yeah.
anyway, point is, he had a problem with substances now, and now he's like this radical plant-based triathlete
Yeah.
guy.
He's in the
He
best
just
shape in the world.
Eats vegan food. He's in his 50s. He does
he look good?
Ironman's fucking
He
great.
looks amazing.
Looks great. He's a
And-
fucking animal. When it comes to like conditioning and workouts, he rides his bike all over New
No,
York.
no, he sounds awesome. Sounds like a good
He
guy.
also
hey,
does-
B, look at me though.
No, you dismissed him like
Best friend?
hardcore.
No, I know. Best friend,
We're
though?
real. Look, I mean, it's,
You've known
I'm-
Rogan for 70
I've
years.
known him,
You've
I've
known
known
me
John,
for 10
I've known
now.
longer, and I've known John. I knew John very.
When's the last time you talked to him?
Who
in
do you
fact,
know
I have a
better,
text from John,
me
I
or
think.
John? Who do you know better?
You.
Interesting.
No, but that's just because I spent time. But I know
Hey,
John
bro,
very
how many best
well.
friends? If this is MySpace, is he in your top 10?
I'll tell you something even more important
Nope.
about John.
Is it
Listen
a
to this.
9? Isn't it
Here,
a
look at
9?
all.
Is it
look,
9 or
Look,
10?
that's the last time I texted him.
It says Merry Christmas.
It
Yeah.
says Merry Christmas. He says, shut
No,
up,
it says-
fag. Why did he call you a fag?
He's talking. He's watching. I just watched the Club Swanson Doohu Troy fight. Holy shit! Amazing fight of the year.
That's a while ago, bro.
He said, "Merry Christmas, especially to my mom." I will.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
You're going a little too hard here.
Yeah.
No, but the point I'm making is that
Let me tell you something. If I explain to people that you're one of my best friends, I don't have to go all through all this rigmarole.
No,
everybody knows.
No, I've spent.
They
I
go,
know John.
oh yeah, Brian Callen's one of your best friends because you're with him all the time.
I know John very well.
Everybody knows.
I talk to
Check
John
my
regularly.
spam, bro.
Yeah.
John did my podcast. I know John very
If
well.
someone says, "Hey, is Eddie Bravo a friend of yours?" or Eddie Bravo's one of my best friends, I don't have to say Eddie Bravo and I have known each other since he used to help me and walk me through House Street because people were going to jump me. And no. He texted me and said, "Merry Christmas."
John and I
I don't show
very
people
close.
a fucking text from Eddie.
We're very close. We're very
I've got
close.
8 gigs of texts from Eddie, and they're all memes.
Listen,
He always sends memes.
He sends some fucking hilarious
They're
memes.
hilarious.
Eddie Bravo has some fucking hilarious memes in his chambers.
And they're savage
Ready to
memes too
fire.
if someone loses. Savage memes.
Oh, the memes today, it's a totally whole new element when it comes to losing fights.
Dude, when
Who's
I
winning this
when
fight,
check
by the
this
way?
out. Listen to this.
Who's winning this fight?
Listen to something really weird.
I think it might be Lozon.
It is Lozon Play.
But Marcin Held's gotten some real good positions.
Wait, I have to tell you the story about John Joseph.
No, you definitely don't.
Yes, I do.
You can stop now.
No,
I know
listen.
what you're trying to do,
No,
and
no,
you can
no.
let it go.
I don't care about that.
Hey,
I don't
give me
care
some
about. I
more
don't care
wine.
whether guys you believe that or not. But listen. I got a great story.
I'm still waiting for a
Lower
picture
East
of him.
Side, Lower East Side, there used to be a guy who used to rap. He'd be naked, and he used to wrap himself in
Is this
a
a
rug.
Mickey Rourke movie?
No, listen, listen, goddammit.
can't finish this
He was a
On
bare knuckle
Avenue A,
boxer.
Listen, you fucker.
There he is.
There he is. On Avenue A, there was a guy who used to roll himself in a carpet, and he was naked, and he would want people to. He would ask you to step on him because he would be jerking off.
He was on your
In the car-
podcast, episode 7. He was on your podcast.
Yes, that's my boy.
Episode 7.
Hey,
how many
all right,
how many
all right,
episodes have you done,
relax.
B?
I've seen John do. I don't know.
2
a lot.
million.
I've seen John.
2,000.
I saw John give when John had no money. John is the most generous person in the world. I saw him give this homeless dude who he knew had nowhere to stay for the night. I saw him give him 20 bucks.
You can't do that. Whoa, he did like a wheel kick to the head on the ground.
He's trying to go for what, a reverse?
I know. Well, he was trying to step over and do a triangle, but it looked like he was almost going for a wheel kick on the
Ooh.
ground. Maybe I'm wrong.
Is that the
maybe
fight?
he was trying to set up a triangle.
Dude, we haven't
Yeah.
paid much attention at all.
Yeah,
to
you were
this
just trying to
fight.
defend John
I've
Joseph
been
for a
watching
full
it.
round and a half.
No, I was
No,
going
you've
to
been
tell a story
defending
about
your
how
friend
charitable
Definitely
John
weren't
is.
watching.
John's one of the best people on the
I believe
planet.
you. I believe you.
Hey, bro.
He seems like it. And I
He
saw
is.
this documentary where they followed him around. They followed him on his bike riding and
Yeah.
and his food preparation. You know, he's really into eating real foods. This is where Lozon fucked up. You can't just jump guard on a guy
You
like
lose.
Held like that.
But in
It's
the
just-
judge's eyes, you lose too. Though.
Yeah, well, especially because he never had it. You know, I mean, as soon as Held feels like he's got guillotine on him, he goes to
He's gonna
side
pass.
control.
Yeah, he passes right
passed
away.
in the transition.
In the takedown.
Yeah,
transition.
exactly. So that's the difference between a super high level guy that's used to avoiding that stuff all the time. He's thinking 2-3 steps ahead, whereas maybe Lozon's only thinking maybe 2 or 1. You know, I mean, he saw it, he went for it. I admire that Lozon went for a bunch of shit there.
Me too.
Try that arm bar on the ground, but I feel like that transition where he had Marcin hurt. Like, you know, and then he dove on him on the ground. If he had just
It's too early.
separated,
I
yeah.
agree.
If he had just separated, I mean, smash him with those elbows. If he had just created him some space and avoided the
And
clinch,
strike.
yeah.
Especially when a guy of that high caliber grappling, his
Yeah.
default is jiu-jitsu.
Don't you
so
feel like
armbar and stuff, it's his natural reaction to defend.
sometimes
That
like
makes sense?
scrappy dudes like Lozon, they want to prove a point maybe and try to submit a guy like Held, which would be a huge
Oh, that makes
feather in his
sense.
cap.
Kind of an ego thing.
Yeah, so he decides, look, I'm not scared to grapple with this guy. I'll do everything with this guy instead of like sticking to a very calculated game plan.
Remember Alan Belcher did that with Paul Harris. He went,
Fucking
go ahead and grab
yeah.
that leg. After
Yeah.
dude.
I
You
feel
know
like
that?
Nick
Oh, and
Diaz
beautiful
used to-
defense on the ground too.
Dude, he's one of the only fight, and I saw him we had an appearance together for the UFC after that, and I went, dude, I've never done this. I just gotta give you a fucking hug. I was so scared for you, man.
Who
'Cause
he
he
had a leg lock
straight went for
master
him.
come in with him too. It might have been Lister. Who came
It
in?
might have been Lister.
It might have been
and he's
Lister.
also a high level black belt.
Find
though.
out
Alan
who,
Belcher's a
who
beast.
trained Alan Belcher for the Husamar Paul Harris fight. Husamar is spelled with an R. Paul
Hey,
Harris.
be a top 9 MySpace friend. Fill that up.
let me open another bottle, guys. Why worry?
Hey,
So-
B, am I in your top 9 if it's MySpace?
you
have
are,
to
buddy.
be.
I'm about 7 or 8.
Otherwise,
you are. You
the
both are my.
t-shirt
That
sales.
fucking random New York guy is 2 or 3.
No, he's not
Fuck
random.
you.
He's not
If
random.
the vegan from New York who defended you from the bum sucking your dick's 3, where am I at,
He's
bro?
not random, dude. I gotta tell you, I'll tell you a story about John Joseph.
No more stories about him.
Please.
No more.
No.
He was the first guy to get tattoos. I remember. I
Stop.
just saw
Oh,
Conan
shut
with
the fuck
tattoos.
up. Just shut the fuck
Hey, bro,
up.
you fucking this guy?
Hey, how about this? I'll do you one better.
No. Decision.
I did security
Lozon,
for him.
Marcin
Hey,
Held.
tell
Who
us
you
about the
calling?
time he caught all those
Who,
carrots.
who wins this decision?
I was on stage with him.
Who
Joe
wins this
Lozon.
decision?
Joe Lozon.
Maybe
Oh, it's a split decision. First one for Held, second one for Lozon. Split decision. Joe Lozon.
Yeah.
Joe Lozon. Marcin Held feeling
Yes.
kind of fucking salty.
wow.
Walks away.
That motherfucker can't buy a win in the UFC.
Two down.
2 down.
Wow.
Good though. That kid's
John Anik.
No, they're throwing him to the dogs.
Powerful Joe Lozon. Congratulations.
He's awesome.
That's giant for him.
Powerful gray hair by our friend Anik.
Yeah.
Looks like
John
Gene
Anik.
Lister.
Here you go, buddy.
Dean Lister. Yeah. Dean Lister.
that's what he
So
said.
Dean.
Isn't that what we said?
Yes, that is what he said. So Dean is the guy that helped out John Danaher initially, and Dean is also the guy that helped out Alan Belcher for the Husmar Palhares fight. And then, of course, like we said, Danaher trained Tonin, who went toe-to-toe. Like, look at this. Like, this position here, man. When he had held Foxville there, he had held in all sorts of
That's
trouble.
the classic Travis Brown move.
Yeah, I just feel like he should have separated
Me too.
and maybe just struck.
And not go to jiu-jitsu. That's his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
You know what it's like? It's like when Nogueira had fucking Frank Mir against... Remember he blasts him that right hand and then shoots for the guillotine?
Yep.
Frank Mir's a black belt through and through and was like, hold, let me figure this shit out.
Yep.
Instead he could just pull back and knock them out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Different story, too.
Another story about John Joseph.
Shut your
I'm gonna rip your dick
mouth.
Guys, if I could just get one more John Joseph story in.
Do you remember early on in Frank Mir's career, his first fight ever in the UFC? He won Roberto Traven. He caught him in a fucking armbar and snapped his arm.
God.
So Traven was a world jiu-jitsu champion. He was a black belt, and I think Frank Mir was a purple belt. And Frank Mir just jumped on him. He cracked him with a shot, took his arm and snapped it and tapped him.
You know, Frank is asking the UFC, like, please just let me go. He goes, I won't even fight in the UFC and compete. I'll fight in, like, Russia or some shit.
He just wants to fight, right?
He just wants to fight for
Well,
money.
what's going on? The UFC
Well, he
doesn't want
has that suspension.
Yeah, but if he has a suspension, he can't fight anywhere else.
Oh, yeah. Russia's like, we don't give a
Japan.
fuck.
Right.
You know what he said? You know what he, how about the? How
Wear,
about
wear
when
a
he said,
fucking lizard suit.
How about when he said?
Wear a lizard suit. Fucking inject your ass with whatever the fuck you want.
How about when he said when he used to first be in the UFC, he wouldn't warm up before he'd go out to a fight. And I
Mir?
said, what do you mean? He goes, well, to me, it's a fight. If I get in a real fight, I'm not warmed up. If I'm stepping in the octagon, I'm not going to warm up. It was like a mental thing for him.
That makes no sense,
That's
sir.
not smart. I need to talk to him.
Yeah.
Well, I think now he's doing it, though.
Yeah. When
no.
you get older.
Well,
Valentina Shevchenko and Juliana Pena. Interesting fight, man. Interesting fight. Pena's got to get that fight
dude,
to the ground.
Pena versus Nunes is a fun fight.
Well, I mean, this has got to happen first, and then when Shevchenko and Juliana Pena fight, we're going to find out a lot about how Shevchenko can deal with relentless ground and pound and takedowns. Pena is fucking strong. For 135, she mauls girls.
she's on a win streak too, like a crazy.
She's
streak.
very tough.
Pena?
Yeah, isn't
And
she?
well,
Oh,
she
yeah.
just beat Kat, but it was Kat's comeback fight. Kat had been out for a long time.
It's a huge win.
It was a good fight. Good fight for her. And this is a big fight for her. This is like really all the marbles, you know.
Yeah, this
Valentina,
is a game changer.
Valentina's fucking. She's no joke, man. She's fucking scary.
Yeah, beat Holly on that Chicago card, right?
And she shows that nasty fucking right hook, man, where she stands in that southpaw stance and she slides back and just catches you with that check hook.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fucking interesting fight, man, because this girl is as game as they come. Pena is super fucking aggressive.
There's some good prospects in Invicta. I was catching some of the highlights. I think it was last night or 2 nights ago.
Did you see that one fight where the girl choked the girl to sleep? Find out what that is. It's on the underground, Jamie.
And
on
I saw
the
one
news
girl
section. Choked the girl to sleep and lost. Put her to sleep at the end of the 3rd round. And she was out cold at the buzzer. So it should have been end of the fight.
Game over.
And they fucking went to the judges' scorecards and the girl got the decision.
What the
like that
fuck?
violates everything
God
about
damn it.
fighting. That violates everything about fighting. Donald Cerrone, Jorge
That's a fun
Masvidal.
I'm
fight
excited
night.
about that
That's in
fight.
Denver, yeah.
It's a good Fox card.
Cerrone, Denver crowd.
Jorge Masvidal looks so damn good, but I think Donald's got
They're both very good.
Yeah.
Jorge
It's a
Masvidal
great
just beat
fight.
up Jake Ellenberger in his last fight. It was
Yeah,
a
he
big,
did.
big victory for him. And Masvidal is super sneaky, real
That's
technical.
such a good matchup,
Excellent
man.
boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent boxer.
Not just a great boxer, very good takedown defense, very good submissions.
He's good at
got
everything.
everything.
Remember, he's
Everything.
the original backyard brawler too.
And he's fighting Donald, though.
Yeah, he was in the Kimbo Slice backyard
Correct.
brawls. We fought bare knuckle in
Yep.
fucking
Really?
Miami.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's on YouTube, man. Fighting
shit.
bare knuckle.
And he's a schooled boxer, though. He
Oh,
seems like
yeah.
an educated
He's
boxer.
good at everything.
Very
Yeah.
good at everything. He's a legit 100% mixed martial artist. He does everything.
Yes. Hey, did you see Robbie Lawler left ATT? He
Why?
said deuces.
Why? Where'd he go?
He's
where he's
just
gonna
gonna
go.
inject himself that new young blood and fucking
He's going to go to
punch
Monterey.
meat. fucking,
Oh, wait, is that legal? That would be legal, right?
That's blood doping,
They can't,
son.
No, they're just going to stop you. They won't even know you did it.
Yeah, or you get somebody, you get the
but
young
you're
guy
not
to
even
dope.
allowed to do an IV. You
Yeah,
can't
let
even,
alone blood dope with a young fucking.
Hold on, is this John Wick 2? Because I might be all in.
Sign me up.
Yes.
I might be all in.
I might be all in. He drives.
be
But
all
Vin
in.
Diesel, we shit on
No,
right
I
away.
shit on Vin
gotta-
Diesel's mouth. John Wick. Not only does he drive a muscle car, he.
Whoa.
Oh, look at this.
He's
They-
into motorcycles
and,
too.
and they killed his dog, and that's why he had to fuck everybody up. I'm
You
in.
kill my dog.
The first
I'm coming
John
after
Wick's
you.
so underrated.
Oh, it's a great fucking
Dude,
film.
I saw him
It's
in
fun.
Starbucks and almost shit my pants.
Oh, really?
He's
Yeah.
tall, isn't he? He's a
He's
lot
a
taller.
big dude.
Yes.
Handsome fella.
Jumped on a Harley.
Do you know what his
He owned
nationality
that
is?
joint.
You know what he's half?
Japanese,
No.
Korean,
No.
Gay.
I like your attitude so far. Gonna need more guesses.
Filipino.
What?
Not Filipino either.
So they got a John
Asia?
Wick VR coming out.
Keep
Okay.
guessing what he's half. Because one side's white and the other side is
Look at what Jamie's got
Russian.
here. John Wick
not
VR
Russian.
game.
Not Russian. I'm gonna have you keep guessing.
I don't
Man,
give
you're
a
doing-
fuck. Just come up with the
It's
answer.
important.
Just come up with
Hold
the
on,
answer.
hold on. Let me look at his face.
Look at his face.
Chinese.
Okay, no.
Just
said
say it.
Asia.
Oh,
I
look
won't.
at his.
I'm
he's
not
got-
gonna say it until you tell me.
How
God
about I'll
damn
shut
it,
your
Callen.
fucking microphone off?
Guess what it is. Ready? Guess what it is.
What?
And after this, I got a John Joseph story. But listen to this.
No.
One more.
Bro, he goes, no.
Dude, can you believe it? He's half Samoan.
I can't believe you even bothered to fucking waste our time with that.
Because it just sounded
Who
dramatic.
gives
Samoan's a
shit?
tough one.
It's a tough one, but he's big.
gives a
That's why he's
shit?
so big.
He's tall.
He's 6'2". Easy.
Hey, how much
excited about this
fucking
movie.
money did he make off Matrix?
Hundreds of millions.
Enough to buy
Scrooge
everybody a
McDuck
Harley.
rich.
He
Yeah.
bought like all the stunt guys Harleys, I think.
Well, that don't mean shit.
Well,
He's so rich.
yeah.
I just
Kill
love
the
that
game.
movie, man. I look, it's a stupid movie and it's ridiculous and it's unrealistic, but I like a guy who drives a muscle car and fucks everybody up.
I
I'm in.
never saw.
And he's
John Wick.
solo.
I'm in.
There's no sidekick.
Exactly.
He calls no help.
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm
Do you
in
remember
too.
Cobra with Sylvester
You bet
Stallone?
your
Yes.
sweet ass. The
He drove
cover
that
is like
old-
this.
And he comes out and he's got a match in his mouth.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
He drove that
with
old car, that cool old car. Was
tight
it,
jeans.
What was it? Okay, here's the what is the fight? What is the fight, Jamie? What does it say
This is
here?
where she gets.
Okay, well, we'll find out who it was, but check this out. Watch the transition. This is the end of the fight. Check it out. So there's a scramble, and in the scramble, okay, well, this is way later, but the girl catches like a rear naked choke from the side and puts the girls to sleep. She's hanging on, buzzer. Watch, gets up, girl's out cold. Fight's over.
Game over.
Game over. 100%.
TKO.
That girl's out
Two-
fucking cold. Like,
4
look at
minutes
her.
and
See how she
59
slumps?
seconds.
Powerful Gracie Baja on the booty right in front of you.
As you're getting
Not a
put
good
to
ad.
sleep.
Not a good ad while you're getting
Not
put
the
to
kind
sleep.
of representation.
Find
you
out
want.
who it was, young Jamie.
It says Haga.
Well,
but
just find out who it
Montenegro.
was. Just find out who it was.
Hug up, put Montenegro
But the
to
actual
sleep.
names. Well, let's find the actual names of both girls. Because
Talking
it was
about
on
the full name?
Invicta last night. So see if you could find it. But anyway, point being, that's terrible officiating. When someone's asleep, the fight's over. Period. End of discussion. Just like getting knocked out with 1 second to go. It doesn't just because you're out cold, but ding, there's the bell.
So
Well, I didn't call
that
it quick
tatted up
enough.
girl's trying to fight in the UFC
Whoa.
too, right? Didn't she get on the mic and was like, "Put me in the
Yep.
fucking UFC to
Let me
murder
see
She
her.
just won.
bitches."
She just won.
Let me see
So
her.
is she going to the UFC now?
I didn't see her fight.
She looks kind of hot.
I saw a few seconds of her fight, but I was running out the
Dude, there's
door.
one girl on
Amy
this card that will knock
Montenegro.
your dick in the dirt.
Hold on, Jamie. Say it again, Jamie.
Amy Montenegro
She defeated Celine Haga via unanimous decision while being unconscious.
Tight move, girl.
Fuck that. So, in my world, Celine Haga wins.
Yeah, but we don't live in that
I
world.
don't. No, they changed that.
Our
They
world's the only one
reversed
that counts, isn't it?
That fight can. There's no way that stays.
No,
they
that's
reversed
crazy.
that. They reversed that. You can't have that. You can't have that. That's an
Look at the
offense
young
to fighting.
BJ Pal.
Hey, let's go ahead and call up the girl that won at 145, though, huh? We kind of need some fucking
Thank you.
contenders up there.
It says it was at the buzzer and she lost.
She put her to sleep. Still loses on scorecards. So what?
But that's
She
bad
won.
officiating because
Yeah,
she was
it's over.
out before the bell rang.
Exactly. The
So
fight's over. The
it's-
fight's over.
It's ref error.
Yeah, the ref made a huge mistake He fucked up. They should appeal. They'll win.
What state is that in?
If they don't win, it's a huge injustice.
If they don't win, I will fly out there and piss on.
Kansas City.
You say Kansas City?
Missouri.
Missouri, get your shit together.
Your Chiefs already fucking lost.
Yeah.
Figure
Dude,
it out.
this guy's taekwondo reminds me of me when I was young.
Shut your fucking
All right.
mouth.
It's all right.
All right.
Don't
Like
make me,
before you even get to before you
Don't
even
make
get to
me-
saying it, I'm like, all right,
don't replay the video of your sidekick lesson.
guys, my
That
wheel
was so
kick.
funny. I'm just sitting there recording the whole thing.
I'm just glad there's no video of my wheel kick in the air.
I've seen it.
Damn it.
Needs work.
Every live show they asked for it, be huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
it's exhausting, and I'm in jeans. I'm like, nah,
Yeah, you wear athletic shoes because you know they're gonna ask.
that's not true, Brendan Schaub.
I forgot that Sean Shirk knockout. That Sean Shirk one.
Oh, that's
jumping
Sean
back
Shirk
kick.
back in the day too. Remember? I was texting you this the other day. I had a random thought about Sean Shirk because my brain's very strange.
He was a beast.
He's a beast.
He was a beast.
You know what I remember for it? Those shitty teeth though. They were like a real Mako shark's teeth.
Very sharp teeth.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
had-
You're
I-
so
I-
superficial.
Chucky the doll.
I text Joe. I go, remember his teeth? You go, not at all. And I sent a picture of Sean Shirk smiling like this.
Yeah, Brendan will pick up some stuff.
There's his teeth. Looks totally normal.
Handsome guy.
Wait a minute. Good, clean.
His bottom teeth look like
Get in
Sean's.
on those
guy.
teeth. Get in on those teeth.
Small guy.
I don't get
Excuse
it,
me,
dude.
sir. It looks like a jigsaw puzzle.
He's
You're
a-
so weird. Would you get your teeth fixed if you were him? Would that be before or after you got your fake tan? Like if you were him, how would you handle it?
Well,
would
the
you get a
import-
fade?
The important thing is he's all natural.
Oh yeah.
That's just
You remember the
Oh,
videos they'd
that's
show
right.
him with like weighted vests and climbing up stairs, just this little
Yo,
fucking
he did
pit
some
bull?
of the most insane strength and conditioning workouts. He was jacked.
The shark. Don't you
And-
ever fucking forget it.
And he had a tunnel under his house that went straight to Mexico. And that's where he would get all of his vitamins.
all his fucking
All his
shark
vitamins.
blood. All his bull shark blood.
They
just
would pull it right out of
gills.
great
Bull
white
shark.
sharks.
Bull shark.
They would grind up great white sharks' dicks and put it in a protein shake for him every morning.
he was such a savage for a while. Hey,
Oh,
remember he
man.
lost to BJ and then ran out of the arena?
Yeah.
They found him underneath a car,
Well, he's trying to hide
chewing on the muffler.
from testing, right?
What? That's not true.
They were trying to test him.
He was just sad.
No, he was fucking bummed
Oh.
because BJ threw a flying knee and knocked him out.
BJ beat the shit out of him in that
so
fight.
he ran under MGM and was under a van.
Look at
Man.
BJ. He looks very fired
BJ's
up, man.
loving it.
This
Made
goes
to-
one of two ways. Either we feel really bad for BJ and he gets just outclassed by a young lion, or I think it's a fucking 5-round scrap.
Well, this
It's not going to be.
5 round. Look how fucking intense BJ looks, man. He
Is
looks
it safe
fired
to
up.
say he's never fought anybody with this kind of style?
Yeah, no one has a style
No,
of Yair
can't
Rodriguez.
mimic
Yair
Yair.
is
Yeah.
very good at scrambling off of his back, too. He's really good from the bottom, and that's going to be really interesting because BJ has a fucking crushing top game. And he had a crushing top game at 55 and above. At 145, which is where he's at, and apparently he's been making 45 easy. And, you know, he just is super focused on cardio. He's been training at Jackson's for a long time now because he's had 2 cancellations. 1 injury cancellation and 1 IV cancellation. He took an IV out of competition because he was dehydrated.
So
because he had
silly.
a hard training session and was honest about it. Just said, yeah, you know, I took an IV. I just had some water put in his body. It's nothing. It really is nothing.
That was supposed to
But-
be in the LA card, too, yeah?
and they pulled him from the card because of that. So he's had a ton of time. The positive is he's had a ton of time and he's never wavered. He's been at Jackson's the whole time.
How old is he now?
BJ's 38.
It's not.
And he has
ancient.
Perillo, he has Winklejohn in his corner, and Jackson.
He's been fighting a long time.
He's got a
Perillo's
lot
my
of people
coach
in
of
his
the year,
corner.
man.
Perillo's an excellent boxing coach. Excellent boxing
Who is that
coach.
guy right
That's
there?
Perillo. That's Jason Perillo. Excellent.
Only works with the best of the best.
Yeah.
Creme de la creme.
He's very, very, and he's with BJ for a long fucking time. Well, you know, BJ just felt real bad about how his fight with Frankie Edgar went, and he just really felt like that wasn't him.
It was a strange style. He was up on his toes. He was almost in that boxing style, which was.
Very tall.
Did he ever talk
Crazy.
about that?
It wasn't even like a boxing style. It was like his legs were so close together.
like a dancing style.
He thought that it
Open
would
for
be
that double
more.
leg.
He thought he'd be more efficient and he'd be use less energy. That was the idea behind it. And he apparently had been doing it in camp and had been working.
Not against Frank Edgar, who can dive
Exactly.
into that double leg.
Well, it's also, you know, you're going right in against Frankie Edgar.
This boy is a young fucking lion.
He's so athletic. He's so like kicking with those crazy taekwondo kicks, and
Well, here's the thing. BJ might have the best chin in the history of fighting.
at this age,
Might have the best chin. Still has not been knocked out.
He's never been knocked
beat
out?
up. He's been stopped. He got stopped by Frankie on cuts. You know, Frankie got on top of him and beat the shit out of him.
Frankie
stopped
did
him.
work and didn't knock him out.
Didn't knock him out.
He took shots.
He got beat up by Rory McDonald when Rory was a legit 170, top of the food chain 170. Rory beat the
shit
fuck out of him, and he didn't stop him. Nick Diaz beat the fuck out of him, and he didn't stop him.
That's another one who's never been knocked out, Nick Diaz.
But George St. Pierre stopped him. George St. Pierre kept him on his corner.
Yes.
He kept him on a stool in between the corner, but just overwhelmed him, beat him up, and just mauled him.
Yeah.
You know, when George was at the top of his game.
Did they stop that fight early?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I
never root against
and the
BJ.
5th round.
Never root against BJ.
I'm not rooting for anybody in this fight. This fight for me is like, can the legend come back? I mean, does he have it in his shell? Does he have it in his body? Does he have it in his will? How has he been treating his body? How has he been taking care of himself? Where's his motivation? You know, does he look at this as one last shot at redemption? And then this fucking kid who is just assassin. He's so good and so hungry, and he's coming up, and he's so dynamic, and he shows all of this massive potential. He has incredible creativity. He has unbelievable dexterity in his legs. That Andrew Feely knockout, where he hit him with that flying switch round kick, dude, he's no joke. He can do things that no one else can.
Yeah.
So, like, what he's like a top-level Taekwondo fighter who also knows how to fight on the ground, who also knows how to box.
Was he brought into Jose Aldo's camp to get him ready for?
No,
that wasn't him.
No,
that
wasn't.
guy.
That was
Completely different guy.
That
That guy's in Jungle Fights.
Rumble in the Jungle or something like that.
Yeah, he's in Jungle Fights. No, this is a different cat.
That guy's a killer too. I don't know.
Yes,
Completely
he
different,
is.
though.
God damn it! Why am I blanking on his name? Jonas Speed. God damn it! What is his last name? Jungle Fight champ. Jonas Speed brought in to help
Jose Aldo. And he looks just like
Jamie will find him.
Billarino?
Yeah. Billarino's a bad motherfucker. But, you know,
let's get that motherfucker over
He
here.
will. He'll come over eventually, I'm sure. But he's fighting in Jungle Fight, and he put up a highlight reel of Jonas Billarino, man.
He does some crazy shit, bro.
Well, that's one of the reasons why they brought him in for Conor.
Yes.
Didn't work, by the way. Didn't help.
Thanks for all the help. Gadoosh.
Well,
19 seconds.
What Billarino doesn't have is that fucking piston of a left hand that
Talking
Conor
about the
has.
X Factor?
Yeah.
Talking about the Irish X Factor?
Well, he's also got a fucking iron chin, and he's a savage.
Look at that! Look at that kick.
Billarino's
Look at that
nasty with his kicks, man. Nasty.
Front kick leans way back. You can't punch him in the face.
That was a round kick, but thanks.
No, I'm saying before that.
Switch. Look at that switch.
Hands
that switch
down.
high kick. Yeah.
Cobra.
He's nasty. Well, you know what, man? There's a ton of those guys now all over the world.
Yes.
There's a ton of those guys who are traditional Kyokushin fighters, traditional Muay Thai fighters, and they're getting into MMA now. Gaston Bolanos is making his fucking MMA debut in Bellator.
Is he?
Everybody be working on your takedown skills. You best work on those takedown skills, son.
I mean, that's all you're going to be doing. Fuck the stand-up game.
You're standing with a legit Muay Thai master.
I'm going to go ahead and do that Randy Couture, James Toney game.
Look at this guy. Look at how hard this guy is to hit. Look at this.
Yeah, he's nasty. And
then again, it's not the UFC.
But he's beautiful from that southpaw stance, and he throws that nasty leg kick, or a nasty left kick, rather, to the body. Holy shit, we're about to watch BJ Penn fight.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, put Billarino off. Let's focus. Let's focus.
Focusing, guys.
Brendan Schaub, how you feeling right now?
I'm a little nervous. BJ's one of my faves.
Bryan Callen, you paying attention to this, or are you thinking of John Joseph stories?
I got a lot. I got a bunch of them on the tip of my tongue.
You just can't wait for this to end. Be like, last thing about John Joseph.
One more thing, if I could just.
There's a time we juiced and then we fucked each other.
And then we went and ate vegan food.
I dove
me
into
into
a
a
crowd.
vegan.
The only time I did something, I dove into a crowd off of his stage when he was in the Cro-Mags.
Okay,
and we were
shut
at
the fuck
Lemore's.
up. I was joking.
No,
BJ
but I
want
Penn's
to hear
up,
a story.
sir.
It was the scariest time for me because I'm a radical kid.
Excuse me.
Come on, BJ.
It's time.
There's nothing worse
God
than seeing a legend
Bruce
just get
Buffer.
murked.
Well, he's fighting the new blood.
By the way, Bruce Buffer has a blown ACL while he's screaming and
Still?
jumping around up there. Yeah, he has not had the surgery because he does not want to take the time off of announcing. That
Bruce
is
Buffer.
a goddamn savage.
It's
I
some
don't want
work
to see the
ethic.
UFC without Bruce Buffer.
He's a savage.
He's amazing.
Bruce
Disciplined.
Buffer is the greatest ring announcer in the world
I agree.
ever.
Hey, do you think
the
Mike
history of
Goldberg's in the
world.
crowd going, virtually identical?
Oh, how dare you. How dare you. He's yelling out for BJ to embrace the grind.
BJ's embracing the grind.
Well, this is in Phoenix, and
and
this is Mike's hometown. Mike fucking loves MMA, man.
Oh yeah, he's
Here's
a fan.
BJ's girl.
You're gonna miss Mike, I'm sure.
I will stay in contact with Mike till the day I die.
Yeah.
Mike is my friend, and the UFC was sold to WME. They have their own thoughts on what they want to do, and I will be friends with Mike Goldberg till the day I die. I
Can't
love
give
that
the guy a sign off though.
Yeah, man.
You're so good.
I didn't know what to do.
Can't do
man.
one of those old weird
I know.
animal videos.
They didn't want to, man. I don't know what's going on
be
in terms.
civilized.
I know. Well, I don't know what's going on in terms of organizations.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know. I literally know Dana, and Dana's the reason why I'm still there. I mean, I've met Ari. He's a very nice guy. He's a very smart guy. He's a very successful guy. I wish them all the best. I'm rooting for them 100%. Obviously, I'm still with the company. I love them. It's an honor to work for the UFC. But
But if Dana was out, you're out.
Oh yes. Oh, he's the only reason I'm there. If Dana
What
talked
if
me
he's
into
kind of
staying?
there, but he's like on the island all
Fight
the time?
companion, motherfucker!
Don't get me started.
Listen,
I
man.
will dive on in.
I'm going to be 50 in August. I like staying home. I like playing with my kids. I like doing jiu-jitsu. I like playing pool. I like doing yoga. I've been rolling again. Loving it.
Where at?
Jean-Jacques Machado's.
Nice.
I've been doing a little gi rolling to get
people.
myself
Oh,
back.
shit.
Right away.
The
Kick
kid's
to the
quick.
body. Kick to the body.
Keep that hand up,
453,
BJ.
452,
Keep that hand up,
451.
BJ.
First round if you want to sync
He's
it up.
gonna get.
Hey, no advice to BJ Penn, right?
I know.
Brian,
but
please shut the fuck up.
You've never had a fight. No
Keep your
advice to
hands-
BJ Penn.
I was a Taekwondo master.
BJ
dude.
moving. No, you're never
Oh!
a master. BJ with the takedown.
Uh-oh.
He's got the clinch. He caught the kick. Good job of stepping
No
inside
advice
that
for BJ,
spinning kick
Brian.
too.
That's one thing I can't
Brian,
handle.
you
Hall
might
of
wanna,
Famer?
You might want to stay offline, Brian, for a few days after this.
I want to lay low. Been meaning to talk to you about
Definitely
that.
don't look at those Facebook comments.
Oh, God.
All right, here we go. Look, Yair tries to take BJ down. Interesting. Well, he ties up with that overhook. Do you ever hit that? You know that
You ask me?
those judo throw? No. Oh, look. Yair on the outside, super dangerous. Now,
Scary.
BJ's also moving to his right, which I don't like when Yair
the
throws
kick?
that horrible left kick.
I know.
But you know what? It's weird for guys who are right-handed to move to their left. Like, you got to train it. It's a natural reaction for whatever reason for guys to want to move to their right. So when you're fighting a guy who's a southpaw, who's a nasty kicker, so you have distance, you have a distance issue to deal with, and then you also have to mitigate the fact that you're walking into his power kick.
And but remember, Yair's switching constantly.
Yep, constantly.
So it's like pick your poison, son.
Yep, constantly.
Kind of just got to do your thing if you're
BJ's
BJ.
He can. But that's that Taekwondo style. He can fight off of either way, left or right forward. So BJ is more of a boxing-oriented striker.
He's only boxing.
He throws leg kicks. I mean, remember he fucked up Diego Sanchez with a head kick. Remember? Remember that
Damn,
kick?
that was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. But that kick to the head was what opened up that giant gash. Ooh, nice jab there by BJ.
Yair needs to relax just a little bit and pick his shots, and he can get him out in the first round.
Oh, jeez, don't say that ever.
I know it's fucked up.
I don't
right?
know why you said that.
I know.
Ooh, right hand by Yair. See, the thing is, BJ looks in shape and BJ looks fit.
He looks
it's just a
motivated.
matter of whether or not he can get this to the ground or he can get something going and try to sap something out of this young kid.
I don't know if Rodriguez is as fast as the
good head
Roadrunner
Oh, he got stunned with that kick. He
Yeah.
got stung.
or BJ Penn slow as fuck.
That left kick went through the guard. It caught part of the head
Yeah,
kick.
please keep your hand up.
And again, he's moving to his right.
See it. I know.
And Yair is wheel kick.
Shit!
He catch BJ in the head with a
Bad,
wheel
God,
kick.
Please.
Oh my God,
Why you
Yair!
gotta toss BJ
Yair's
this
so
fucking
fucking
highlight
scary.
reel?
Oh wow, barely avoided that high kick. So what BJ's got to do is move on the outside and then figure out the toe. Look at this. Oh, Yair's so
BJ, come on,
strong.
BJ.
Knee to the body.
Come on, BJ. No, hands up, please.
This is so interesting. This is so interesting.
Hard to
But
fight
he's
him,
still
man.
in there. He's still in there.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You know, a fight can change at any moment. So right now you got Yair walking him down, looking for that big kick, and you look like BJ's in a bit of trouble. But let's see if BJ can recover. You got to remember, BJ's been around for a long fucking time. He's fought a lot of tough guys.
Not like this.
But here's the thing. I was going to say, here's what we haven't seen from BJ. I don't remember BJ ever coming back in a fight and winning. Do you?
His kicks just.
I remember BJ winning. He beat a lot of fucking guys. But have you ever seen BJ get beat up
BJ
and
just
then
looked
come
at the
back and
clock.
won?
BJ
Yeah.
just looking at the clock.
It's a long time.
BJ's like, holy fuck, this is not Matt Hughes.
It's the kicks, man. The kicks, and from the outside.
It's
So
the
look at that
angles,
front
man.
leg side kick.
He can't get in either.
You're not doing a
He
damn
does
thing.
everything from a farther distance than BJ can hit him.
Yes, exactly.
Everything is like a 360 round kick.
Fuck.
He's hitting him with some jumping front kick to the face.
I don't wanna see
right
this.
hand.
I don't like this.
Oh man, the high kick is there, man. He's got to be careful because
Oh.
BJ with the right hand. He's got to be careful because he's backing up and he's dropping that right hand. Oh my God, he's getting lit up.
This is what I didn't want to see.
And he's got his back to the cage and he catches the kick again. Oh, again to the
Blocking
arm.
it, blocking
and again.
it.
Yeah, but he's taking
He's
on the
doing it with
forearm,
one
dude.
arm.
Ouch,
And and then he
ouch,
goes under
ouch,
to the
I
body.
know.
To the
Ouch.
body
He's going to
twice.
switch kick to the head. He's going to switch kick to the head.
Jesus Christ.
Get ready,
It's
kids.
ugly, it's ugly.
Switch kick to the
Yeah,
head
he's
for a
doing that.
walk-off.
He's doing that slide in with the right leg, looking to switch with the left in the air. Oh, inside
He's setting
leg
up
kick.
a head kick.
My, he is
Those
chewing
kicks
BJ
are
up.
nasty.
God, dog, he is
So
fucking him
he's so
up.
fast, young.
Oh
It's
man!
different.
But it's
Break
a
his
guy
arm.
that's a dynamic kicker who can also box.
Front
Has such
kicks,
an
too.
advantage. Oh, look at that
Oh,
low round
ouch.
kick.
How dare you kick him in the ankle? Show a little respect.
He has such an advantage in distance.
Is
It's
he-
almost like having a reach advantage. It's almost like being a taller fighter.
Is he kicking him with the top of his foot or with his shin?
Both.
Yeah.
He's mixing it up.
He's mixing up. He's throwing taekwondo
throwing
kicks.
whatever
He's
the
throwing.
fuck he
He's
wants.
throwing Muay Thai
I've always
style.
thought that was so risky if you hit somebody's elbow with the top of your foot.
What's
you know?
risky if you hit him with the shin?
Yeah.
You ever hit someone's elbow with your shin? It's
when
horrible.
they check it, too, or if they check with their knee.
Oh shit! What a round! The Big John is talking to BJ. Go to BJ's corner, man. Oh
Ouch!
Jesus Christ! Look at him look up at the air. Ooh, that ain't
Oh,
good.
Christ.
That ain't good. When you look up at the sky when you get kicked, look at this
Also-
360, son.
Oh, fuck. Wrap behind the ear.
360.
Oh, man.
Also, what people don't realize is when he
Oh,
blocks it
God.
and he has just one hand, it
Horrible.
fucks you up
Look at how
horribly.
tough
Horrible.
BJ is to take these shots, though.
Dude, I'm telling you, BJ might have the best chin ever.
It's
Like
sick.
maybe even better than Mark Hunt.
Crazy.
Or Roy, yeah, he's fucking up there when you think about the shots he's eating.
Well, Roy's been knocked out. Remember, like
Well, his
stopped
last
by.
fight against Mark Hunt.
Well, not just yeah,
Not
but
last,
the
but last
walk
time he got
away.
stopped.
He
The
walk
walk-away
away
uppercut.
KO'd him. I mean, that's
It is
never
nuts
happened
that he's
to
able to
BJ.
take
It's
that kind
heavyweight,
of
though.
punishment. Those are crazy
Unbelievable.
shots.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Head getting rocked back.
God, BJ
hard
getting
to
his ass
watch.
whipped just makes me want to eat some Taco Bell.
Hate yourself?
I look any excuse to
Hate
fucking
yourself?
Any
You
excuse.
gotta hate yourself to eat that Taco
Yeah,
Bell.
I do.
You want some more wine?
I never hate myself that much to have Taco Bell.
Well, have you ever had Chick-fil-A though? Because you should celebrate that. I fucking Jamie,
Celebrate
like
Chick-fil-A or Taco Bell?
Chick-fil-A. No, fuck Taco Bell. That shit's for the
Chick-fil-A
birds.
is yummy.
Chick-fil-A is fucking.
You know who
very
doesn't
yummy.
ever eat
They're closed
Chick-fil-A?
on Sundays,
You know who
though.
never eats
For
Chick-fil-A?
Jesus.
Muslim.
Here we go.
No.
John Joseph.
Mormons.
John Joseph.
Yeah.
Muslim
Oh!
or Mormons.
Oh, he heard him. He heard him. He heard him. This is it, boys.
Hey, I'm
This
depressed.
Is it.
Pour me that wine.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Big John stepping in here.
Fucking
BJ's
Callen
moving.
told him to keep
BJ's
his hands
still
up.
moving.
I told
He's
him
still
to keep his
moving.
hands up.
He's still moving. God
dude,
damn!
Hey, stop
Who
the
survives
fight.
better than
Hey,
BJ?
stop the fight.
No, not yet, not yet.
Yes,
Yep,
you got.
that's
It's a
it.
legend.
That's it.
It's a legend. He's
Save
not
him,
going to win
save
this.
him, save him. Save him.
God damn, Yair Rodriguez is good.
Yes.
That was just like Jurassic Park. That little
He's good.
goat.
He's a beast.
Little goat.
The little goat, and then everyone's like, "What's gonna happen?"
He was hitting
Oh
him.
man. Oh man. Look, BJ's pissed.
BJ said, "I had that."
I don't know if he's pissed. I mean, he's upset.
You
Obviously.
got see that's BJ right now,
the goat in
and
Jurassic
Yair
Park.
was the fucking
First of all, how
Velociraptor.
dare you have that at
No, he's
at
an
the ready?
old goat. Yeah, how dare you have that ready? He had that fucking primed. It's true though.
Go to that picture above it when you see the Velociraptor with the goat. The one at the top, Jamie. Who did that? Jesus.
Oh my God.
God damn it.
So let's take a look at the replay, man.
Hey BJ, let's go ahead and just.
And
Call
what
it.
do you think Greg Jackson's telling him? That's a wrap.
Oh, of course.
Just
I
saying,
mean,
hey, you
See,
did everything you could.
Well,
you
know
trained
what,
your
man?
hardest.
This shows you the limitations of having a boxing only style when you're fighting a kicker. Like, look at it. Like,
it's
check
not even
it
that
again.
though, Joe.
Well,
Is it?
it's
No,
that
I think
too,
it's that.
But look at this: front kick to the face, and then a right hand behind it really stuns him.
It's also
Yeah.
2017. It shows you
Yep.
how
Watch
advanced the
this.
UFC
Doom,
is now.
bang.
He kicked him in the front foot. It was a front foot.
It was
that
a front kick to the
Look at
face.
this, look at this. Look,
Watch
step
this.
back, up,
Boom,
oh, okay,
and then
back.
a right hand behind it. It's just his range is different because
Yes.
he's kicking. His ability is different.
Everything's different. for
Everything's
him.
different. When you're fighting and you only have
Terrible
boxing,
fight for BJ.
yeah, When you only have boxing and you're fighting a guy who can box and also is a dynamic kicker, you're in such a disadvantage.
But also doesn't play the boxing game. He's not, he doesn't do the boxing range, which is what you're seeing in practice.
No.
You get out there, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, he's
oh, it's
doing-
2017.
He's also not doing a Muay Thai range. He's doing like a sport karate range.
But he's also mixing up, going
Yeah.
to clinch, then doing crazy kicks and all this shit.
So good.
Hey, BJ, I haven't found in a little while. Here's the
so
most
there's the guy.
dynamic guy.
There's Todd Grisham. So this is the new guy that they hired. So this is what they hired him for, to work the
Who's
desk.
the girl that did it before? Oh,
Karen Bryan. I think she still
Did they
does
say Karen take a hit the showers?
I don't think so. I think she
I don't
still
know,
does
did
it.
they?
I think she still does it. I think they just hired this guy
Karen
as well.
was great.
This guy's pretty cool because we were making fun of him, not in a mean way, but he
We
called,
roast him pretty bad on the show.
Yeah, and he says to Shab, he goes, what did he say to you? It was kind of
He said, "You and I have the same haircut, man." And we were saying he looks like a guy you'd rent a car from. He goes, "Hey, I heard Hertz has an opening too for you. I'll ask him if I can hook you up."
He's really funny.
It was funny.
And then he goes, God damn it, I love the show.
Yeah,
That's funny.
He's a good
good
guy.
dude.
Well, hey, man, it's maybe one of the hardest gigs to step into at this stage of the game.
Yes.
Everyone's
Yeah.
gonna hate on you no matter what.
No matter what. Yeah.
And
to
Mike
step
Goldberg
in-
was really fucking
He's
good.
not replacing Mike. That's
He's not
what people
replacing
don't
Mike.
realize.
Okay.
No,
he's
he's
not
not
the
replacing
replacement
Mike.
for Mike. Like he's not gonna be next to Joe. That's not.
So who's gonna be
everyone
next to
thinks
you,
just because
Anik,
he
or-
got announced.
I think it's going to be John Anik.
Okay.
I
He's
think it's
great.
gonna be Anik.
John Anik's great.
I love Anik.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, man. You know, it's like whenever you change something, it's weird. And what's really weird is that Goldberg's last show is like one of our best ever. We were laughing, flowing together.
He's a good dude.
I've known him forever. I mean, I've known him since 1997. Wow. Yeah.
Fucking Penn and Teller. He has been
Wow.
doing it forever, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Since 1997.
Hey, man, when, you know, you spend $4 billion on something, you just want to just do whatever you want. You
There's gonna
want
be
to
some
tear out the
changes.
kitchen and replace the shower head and
Yeah.
put a fucking new staircase in. You get wacky.
Fire all the maids.
Fire everybody.
Bring in Reebok.
Yeah.
We'll
Fire
see.
everybody.
All right.
I wonder
Have
if
your
the
cleaning
Reebok
lady
deal
in movies
sticks.
and
Does the
shit.
Reebok deal stick during the transition? How's that work?
I mean, they have to honor all the contracts. I guarantee as soon as it's up, WME's going to be like, "Ka-doo-doosh."
Double birds. You're
Double
throwing
birds.
double birds.
Double birds.
Now, how many more years do they have?
7.
7.
Signed a lifetime.
That's a
No,
long
I'm just
time.
joking. No, I'm just joking. I think it's up in 2. I'm pretty sure Reebok's like, get us the fuck out.
Hey, Jamie, crank the volume up on this because I guarantee you they're going to interview BJ.
Oh, you have to. This
if
is
they
his
don't,
last
it's a
fight.
goddamn disservice. And since he didn't go out cold, I'd probably interview him too.
If they
'Cause
don't
it's just-
interview him, Mike Goldberg should jump in and do the Kanye West Taylor Swift thing. That'd be sick.
well, let's see what happens here.
By a truly special athlete tonight, the featherweight contender Yair Rodriguez.
Yair, man.
I'm not sure you could have done any more with this showcase tonight. Congratulations.
Could you have been
on the
any
biggest
worse of a matchup for
Thank you so
BJ?
much. I'm gonna say it first in Spanish and then in English. So,
Who's the guy in the tie? You need to back up off Yair. I know
that
you
his
want to
translator?
translate. You don't have to. He speaks perfect English.
How about we just buy him that
By the
fucking
way,
earpiece?
he threw up on my feet once.
Yair did?
Yeah, he won a fight and then threw up on me.
Well,
He threw up on the ground. He like tried to throw up under his shirt, and it landed like on my feet.
you wearing your nice shoes, some Prada or some shit? Or you wearing those workout shoes?
I wear some shoes that I wear that are comfortable for the UFC. They've fairly soft bottoms.
You don't give a
not,
fuck.
like,
You don't give a
expensive.
fuck.
No, he wears
No,
a
I don't
fanny
give a
pack.
fuck. I wear a
Did you-
fanny
I think
pack.
you had a fanny pack on stage.
No,
the
he
other
didn't.
night.
He had shit
Yes,
in his
I
pocket.
did.
No, you didn't. The other night, you had a bunch
Not
of shit in
the
your
other
pocket.
night, but the night before that, I had a fanny pack on.
'Cause I
Depending on
noticed.
what I'm wearing.
I was like, he has a
Amazing.
bunch of shit in his
I wear it all
pocket.
the
I
time.
Where
will
the fuck's the
never
fanny
wear a
pack?
fanny pack. Never.
Oh, good for you.
Because
I
I'm way
would.
too fucking. I need.
You're way too vain.
I'm macho. I'm vain.
Crow
I
Cop's
like,
not
I like
macho?
nice.
Crow Cop and
He wears
one.
Chuck Norris
Pro Cop wears one all
and
the time.
and John Hackleman
Guys, I'm easily influenced. Take it easy.
and Dice Clay.
And your boy who's vegan.
And John Joseph?
Yep.
He wears a fanny
But he
pack?
doesn't wear it. Not out of leather. It's
He
not
wears
out
it
of
around
leather.
his
He
neck.
wears no leather. None.
He
Never
wears,
no
he
leather?
wears nylon, something
He's
that
a Hare
kills the whole
Krishna,
planet.
What shoes
Oh,
does he wear?
he is a Hare Krishna,
Yeah,
right?
legit.
What shoes does he wear?
BJ stepped out.
He
out
wears
of the
like
octagon.
anything that's
Look at
made
that.
of canvas,
That's me.
hemp.
Bro,
That's
that
hemp.
wasn't at the comedy store.
That's
the
at
other
the
night.
Ice House the other night. Look at that. Strong
at
fanny
you.
pack plus a Kuyu
Damn, that's
camo
snake
jacket.
skin, son.
No, that's Kuyu.
No, that's Stingray. Good for you. I see you flashing
no,
up there.
This is this. This is
Nah,
this
that
one right
looks
here.
like Stingray with diamonds.
You're incorrect. Oh man, look at that. That front kick.
That
to
makes
the
me want to go
face.
hunting when I
Look
see
at
that.
this 360. Should that 360 round kick, man? God
That wasn't
damn,
fun
it goes
to
to the
see.
body too. It was a domination, like a total, complete domination. And
I'll tell you
Yair
what.
was a strong favorite in this fight.
Yair, Max Holloway.
Well,
Although he's number
let's-
10. What's up, son?
let's like build the guy up.
That's what
I think this
that's
is a
why I
big
said about
fight
Cody
for him.
Garbrandt.
Well,
Guy's a killer.
Someday in the future, I think that's a legit fight, and I think that's an interesting fight.
Now, I'm like
because
the foreign
Max
kids.
Holloway is a bad motherfucker. Max
Holloway?
Holloway's a bad motherfucker. It's a really interesting fight. I agree with you. Okay.
Well, they made Ferguson Khabib official
Yes, my friend.
for interim title. Yeah. Everybody getting titles.
Look at how thick that dude. Look at that guy's
Every
head.
fight now, from now
Ever.
on, will be an interim title.
God damn it, that'd be nice.
Wait, Khabib is. I'm sorry. They made what?
Tony
Khabib Ferguson
versus-
official.
Yeah, but they made it as an
March
interim
4th.
title, which I don't understand.
Wow, that's gonna be.
And is it-
Super confusing.
It's very confusing.
Because Conor just won the title.
See, I think this is more of a sign that Conor's going to fight Floyd next. Because he's probably talking to Dana like, you ain't seen me anytime soon, son.
Or it's more of a sign that they wanted to have a pay-per-view card that was stacked with championship fights.
But if you keep doing interim titles, people are like, all right, we get it. Everyone's a fucking world champion.
Well, you know that
Congrats.
Conor's about to have a baby. His wife's about to have a baby.
Correct.
So that's going to be
Lots of guys
going
fight
to
with
take some
babies,
time. Well, maybe he's not. I mean, he's richer than lots of guys. you know?
That's true.
Maybe he's like, listen, I don't want to go through training camp right now. I want to experience this.
It's a legit point.
My first kid.
Anyone who had a baby, don't go
Yeah.
through training camp.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a fucking beast.
man, how badass is Yair Rodriguez?
Unbelievable.
That's the coming out party, folks. BJ
Is
Penn
it?
on his back.
Is it though, or is it a product of BJ being basically a heavy bag in there? And I love BJ.
It's that, but it's also, look, I think BJ, when he was 10 years younger, it would have been a tougher fight for Yair, for sure.
Oh,
What's
10
interesting,
years
though,
ago, BJ?
for sure, way tougher fight.
Eats
But
his
Still a
who
different-
knows?
still a different style.
Who fucking knows? This is the problem, though, is that it's not just a matter of BJ being a legend, BJ being an all-time great, two-division world champion, bad motherfucker without a doubt, but his style is a boxing-based attack and then a vicious ground and pound and vicious top game submission game. BJ is not a guy who like submits guys off of his back, and BJ is not necessarily a guy who kicks that much.
But
so
didn't-
Yair, who's an outstanding kicker, one of
terrible
the best
matchup
kickers,
for him.
he has just this huge advantage.
nightmare.
You know what it's like if you
They did him no
you used to do
favors.
taekwondo.
Yeah.
If you had a guy who said, you know, and you box a little bit, if you had a guy that said, "Hey, let's spar. You can kick, and I'll just box,"
yeah.
you'd be like, "Well, good luck with all that."
Exactly.
Can I kick your legs?
Yes.
And he'd be like, "Yeah." I'd be like, "Oh, well, you just you're gonna have a
Right.
terrible afternoon."
yeah, terrible.
Yeah.
Game over.
Right.
Yeah, you're fucked. because
Didn't BJ fight? Am I crazy or did he fight
Lyoto Machida.
Lyoto Machida.
As a heavyweight.
Yes, at
That's so
heavyweight.
crazy.
as a heavyweight.
It's called The Rock.
and
The Rock.
Rumble on the Rock.
Rumble on the
Right.
Rock in Hawaii.
No.
Am
he
I go-
fought Lyoto in Japan. In Rumble on the Rock, he fought Carlos No, he didn't fight Carlos Condit.
I thought he fought Lyoto in
Who
Rumble
did he
on the
fight in
Rock.
Rumble on the Rock? He fought
At heavyweight.
Gomi. He beat the fuck out of Gomi. Remember he brought Gomi over to Rumble on the
Yeah.
Rock? Beat the shit out of him and strangled him. He fought
he
somebody
lost
else.
to Lyoto, but
I think he fought in, I
did
want
he
to
do
say
against
K1. Because he fought Dwayne Ludwig in K1 as well.
I thought he fought Lyoto in Rumble of the Rock.
that's crazy.
You might be right.
Go to
I don't know.
Wikipedia that, Jamie.
Powerful fucking tie
One of
and
them.
pocket handkerchief.
Look at how much bigger
for
Ty
Tyron
is
Woodley.
than
They announced him versus Wonder Boy.
I
huh?
know.
I like
him
it.
versus Wonderboy too.
When it
I
goes
like
to a
that
draw,
fight.
you gotta fucking do
I
that.
kind
What are
of feel
we
like
talking
you
about?
have
You
to.
have to.
Unless George St. Pierre comes out of retirement, then you make an exception. But since George, oh, look at this. Just as horrible to watch, man. He's just taking that left kick to the head.
Another one.
Oh, the wheel kick. I mean, this is like right away. Early in the fight, he's getting staggered. He's getting his legs kicked out.
I feel like
fell
those
onto him.
WME boys made this
Oh,
matchup.
man, that 360 round kick to the
Oh,
neck
my
and then
God.
a
Oh, my
jumping
God.
front kick
I can't
behind
watch
it.
that shit.
Oh, my God.
I'll tell you what, Yair Rodriguez versus Brian Ortega is a fun one.
Look, Yair Rodriguez versus anyone is a fun one. I mean, the kid's 24 years old. Who the fuck knows what happens with Yair? Yair might not even stay at 45. He might be stepping up to 55 in the next few years.
He might be the Mexican Conor McGregor.
He might be the motherfucker.
Ortega, I didn't even
Look
know
at that.
Ortega was
Boom,
45.
boom.
Yeah, Ortega's 45. He's ranked number. He's ranked ahead of Yair. He's number 9.
Wow.
Dude, when you say BJ Penn get rocked like that, you see his legs give out.
Click on that K1 Heroes for me. Where's that at?
Longest active win streak in the featherweight division. Max Holloway,
Japan,
9.
Joe. You're right.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was K1, right?
Yeah, and before that, it was Rumble on the Rocks.
And who did he find Rumble on the Rocks? Back up a little bit there. UFC,
Rodrigo,
go
Gracie,
down, go down. It's
Dwayne.
way down. Keep going.
No, he fought,
Takanori Gomi. He fought Takanori Gomi. But did he fight someone else? in Rumble
yeah,
on
he
the Rock
fought
too?
Gracie. Rodrigo Gracie.
Oh, Rodrigo Gracie. That's right. And that was a decision, right? That was kind of a boring fight, if I remember correctly. Powerful Larry Landless referee.
Having seen what Conor did to Eddie Alvarez, what is your take on Alvarez? I mean, Conor Khabib.
It
That
doesn't
seems
matter.
Like,
that doesn't.
yeah,
he has
but
to fight Tony.
He's got to fight Tony.
Yeah.
You can't just dismiss that.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No,
That's
you
not
can't.
one like, oh, Khabib got this.
No,
Dude,
no,
that's
no,
a
you're
tough
right.
fucking
You're right.
fight.
You're right. I forgot about that. That's very
And
true.
you can't ever use MMA math. Here's
Never.
why. Ronda Rousey submits Kat Zingano in 14 seconds. Kat Zingano stops Amanda Nunes in the third round. Amanda Nunes destroys Ronda Rousey in 48 seconds.
MMA math never ever
It
works.
doesn't work.
Yeah.
You can't
MMA
you can't
math
base it
doesn't
off
work.
that. Matchup styles.
Yeah.
It's one-on-one.
It's like when you're using that translator thing that I told you about and you read things
Yes.
incorrectly.
But Ferguson is
That's
Ferguson's
a fucking
so
fuck.
unorthodox.
That's
He's
boss
so
logic, right?
unorthodox.
That
March
motherfucker's
4th.
nasty.
He's such a badass.
Oh, what a great picture, man. That guy is awesome.
He's so fucking good, man. He's the best in the
Powerful
game.
boss logic.
I know.
Getting some
Shout
shout-outs.
out to that guy.
Yeah, man.
I like these artists, man.
John Jones versus Dylan Dennis is interesting because Dylan Dennis is way smaller than John Jones.
Oh, John's about
Way
to rampage
smaller.
him, Arona
Yeah,
style.
If that really does happen, but I think that's like a suggestion more than a signed
Oh.
fight. Does John Jones have a signed grappling match?
Oh no,
young
no, no,
Jamie?
no.
It
Dennis
was a fan.
joking around says,
Excuse me?
That was that Dennis thing was a fan.
Oh, it was fan made,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Boss
Johnny-
Logic though, wasn't it made by Boss Logic?
Yeah, but people were just talking about that potential matchup online.
Oh.
Dylan Dennis said he doesn't understand I would play with him.
What?
Dylan
Dennis said that?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
and you see what John Jones said?
What?
Kid's kind of a douchebag.
He said that about Dennis.
It looks like it. There you go. A douchebag.
Did you see what John
douchebag
Jones
for
did
Twitter
to
call
Dan
out.
Henderson in that grappling match?
Yeah,
Dan
listen.
Henderson's a far cry from.
Oh, it's very, very
Yeah,
different.
well, Dylan
He's also
Dennis.
60.
Dylan Dennis is pretty elite.
And there for a
He's pretty
paycheck.
elite. But Gary Tonin worked him. You ever see the Gary Tonin Dylan Dennis match?
Yes.
You know,
And Tonin.
you know, Gary Tonin's one of the best in the world, if not,
If not
he's
the best.
Yeah, he's like
He's up there.
He's up there. He's in like the handful
He's pound
of
for
very
pound
best
top
guys in the world right now. Crone Gracie, him, you know, Eddie. There's a few guys. And
John
Eddie
Jones called him a
Cummins and him, those guys, both of them have really revolutionized the ground game with the leg lock attack, like we were talking about earlier. The John Danner. Look at that transition again by Held.
Dylan
got
Dennis
lots
says
Dylan
smaller
Dennis
than
said he would
John
submit
Jones.
John Jones in under 8 minutes. Dude, Jesus, he doesn't understand how much bigger John is.
John
Look
would
at
do
him.
the shop shutdown and crush his face in. He wouldn't have a chance. I just used myself there. He would not use. He would not have a chance to get a hold of his ankles or anything.
You got to be real careful talking shit to John.
To John,
Yeah.
dude, he will run into a bitch, break her arm, run away, and then fuck you up. It's John Jones, son.
He's so
The
much
baddest
bigger.
man on the planet.
He's
he
about
weighed
230.
238 when he fought Henderson in a grappling
238.
match.
He's 238. He submitted Vitor Belfort. What
with
the
a broken
fuck are you-
arm. Well,
Yes.
he had his elbow capsule popped,
Dude.
in an arm bar just the round before.
He will take dick pills all night, stay up to 6 a.m. and fuck your world up. It's John Jones, man.
I don't think he understands how good John is on the ground.
No.
And I don't think he understands how strong John is.
He doesn't.
I think John will get a hold of him and it'll be
Chael
like,
Sonnen-
you ever see like a cow, like one of those praying mantis pick things up? And you're like, how the fuck does it do that?
It's like, this is weird.
He cradled.
That'd
He
be like
cradled.
a fruit fly. Just what the
Have you,
Ryan
ever seen,
Bader.
have you ever seen a praying mantis kill a hummingbird?
No.
You
no.
can't believe it. They kill hummingbirds.
No.
Oh, shut your mouth.
No.
Why do you think I would say that
I
unless
gotta
I
see
knew?
that. Bring it
See,
up.
unlike
Does he
you,
rip its face off?
I don't talk about things unless I'm absolutely
Whatever,
sure.
Yeah, 'cause he
dude.
knows J-Mo.
Whatever.
Pull up.
I was saying notes
Pull
for
up.
drama.
Oh, the praying mantis is
drama.
hanging out right
Whoa!
here?
Praying mantis kills
Where?
hummingbird.
Oh my God!
Hold on. Pull that back again. Pull that back again.
Dude,
It
you gotta
doesn't
be
show the kill. It just shows them.
Oh,
hanging
really?
out.
Oh, they
Yeah.
caught it. But there are ones that show the kill.
For
But
sure
so
show
this
the kill,
praying
Jamie.
mantis fucking watch this. Watch this.
Oh, look at him
They're
hanging out.
right there.
Go ahead and sip on in, buddy.
Watch this. The hummingbird, he just waits to the right time.
That's crazy shit.
It's so much smaller than a hummingbird too, which is really fucked up about it. But insects with their
Insects are so strong.
exoskeleton, it's so scary. Like look at those little skinny arms. You're like, well, how is that skinny arm gonna fuck up a bird? Well, very well.
You ever see how many pull-ups I can do?
Yeah, but you're pulling up 18 pounds.
Nah, my legs
This
are
thing's
very big.
catching
Dude,
a hummingbird.
So is this hummingbird
like
trying to
it
fuck
does.
with the praying mantis?
I'm gonna find
No,
out.
he's trying to get some nectar. He doesn't even know the praying mantis is there.
Oh, it
probably.
knows it's
Oh,
there.
it knows,
He knows it's
sir.
there. They're very aware that the threat that a praying mantis causes. Yeah. Well, Jamie will find one.
Jamie will
but
find
there's,
one.
a,
See what-
there's
It was
a
about to
ton.
happen.
If I don't
So
see a
they
death of a
hang out
hummingbird, I'm a freak.
in front of hummingbird feeders. They sit on hummingbird feeders.
Snipers.
That's smart.
Well, the hummingbirds are too fucking stupid. If they don't move, the hummingbirds don't see them. Because a lot of these animals that are prey animals, like deer in particular, their vision is what's called edge detection vision. Like they see movement. They don't really see things that well, but they see movement. That's why, if you've seen that ASAT pattern, ASAT pattern for camo that like First Light has, one of the reasons why this First Light FIRSTLITE.
You looked at me like I was a veteran hunter or some shit.
First Light's one of the reasons why their pattern is so effective is like a zebra's pattern. Although that is disputed, though. Like a zebra pattern, they think it's
I always
camouflage.
wondered why it's white and black.
Well, this is why.
It's interesting.
The idea is that the lines break up the pattern of the body, and it confuses predators when they're in. Is it attacking a cat?
Dude, a praying mantis
A cat got
eats a
attacked by a
cat?
praying mantis?
Not
Yo,
eating it,
dude,
but it does
It's my fucking
it's
hero.
defending
down.
itself.
Yeah.
They're so gangster, man. Look at it. It's just going after the cat. The cat's like, what the fuck? Jesus.
Is it stuck on a cat?
Yeah, it grabbed it
Yeah.
and hung onto it and bit the fuck out
I
of it.
wouldn't mind seeing it kill this cat.
No, it's not going to
Man,
happen.
how about
Cat's
Coyote
gonna get
Peterson talking about centipedes and what that venom does? Like the one guy who's been bit by everything, he said, look, tarantula hawk, bullet ant, don't do the centipede. Look at me.
What kind of
Don't do
centipede?
it. It's the one actually in Arizona.
The big-ass
the
red one with all the
13-incher.
legs.
He
Oh,
said,
Jesus,
don't let it
that
bite
thing?
you. Yeah.
Why?
Don't let
What does it
bite you.
do?
Those kill birds too.
No,
He said,
he said the hardest bite's the Gila monster.
well, that's the most painful because it was a toxin that you have to.
Was this a
select
car
for.
gets attacked by praying mantis?
God
See if you
damn, they
find
eat
prey
cars?
mantis. Yo, dude, they're so ferocious. We're so lucky they're little.
Yep.
I put up a
Fuck's
post today
sakes.
of these ants dragging away this worm. There's 10,000 trillion ants in the world, and they represent approximately the same biomass as all the humans. There's 7 billion people in the world, and there's 10,000 trillion ants.
I love an ant, man.
Oh, here it goes. Look at this. Look, see, this is like a common tactic that praying mantis do. Look at that bitch.
Oh,
God
bitch.
damn, grabbed him by the face.
dude.
But dude, how strong are those little fuckers?
Dude, he closed his beak like, get over here, bitch.
He just clamped his fucking Muay Thai clinch on that hummingbird's head. Who just pecked
Oh,
it
what
out?
kind of dick
Who-
let
who-
him go?
Who did that?
Oh, some fuck with the gloves on who's jacking off the hummingbirds every
Oh, a
morning.
person. Look at this. Look
Look how
how he gets
fast
it.
that thing was.
Why did someone film this and then
then
set that
save
hummingbird
him?
free? You fucking pussy.
This is nature,
Why are
you
you interfering with the natural
yeah, he probably
order
hurt
of things?
the praying mantis when he did that shit.
Probably.
Too.
Well, no, the praying man is starving now and probably dies.
Yeah, look at this.
That takes a
He's
lot of
got
time.
it clamped down. I mean, this is an awesome catch. You got to let that play
God,
out.
you know how hard that is for the praying man to get a hold of a fucking hummingbird?
Look at this. This guy got in there and separates
Oh, we need to
it.
find that guy and
thumped
fucking
it.
piss on him.
You know what that's like? That's like when your boy's getting his ass kicked and you jump in and start throwing kicks to the head.
It really is.
And the guy's on top.
It's dirty.
He's got your boy in
It's
that mounted
dirty.
Ezekiel choke.
It's dirty. It's the ultimate cock block. God damn it.
But isn't it crazy that praying mantis like wait on these
I had
goddamn
no
feeders?
idea.
Here's another one.
I just thought they looked
look at
gangster.
he's just sitting there in his hummingbird feeder.
Hey, don't they have sex and rip the other one's heads off?
To the humming, yeah, a praying mantis.
Yeah, the female rips the male's
Look
head
at
off.
that bitch!
Oh, no.
Watch how he gets them. Too.
Hold
This is-
up.
It's so crazy how they're so much smaller than these hummingbirds.
Oh,
He
he's
just
getting
landed
him.
on him.
No. He does that once, but watch the second time. The hummingbird comes close, and he's like, "Nah, not today, son."
He said, "Yeah, try that again, bitch."
Watch.
Get that
He gets
Yair
close to him.
Rodriguez mantis.
So they know that the praying mantis is a threat. So the praying mantis is kind of laying low. Come on, give me the
Bugs are so
give me the
scary.
He's
juice.
playing
There he
freeze
is,
tag.
right
I don't wanna
there.
be
He's
eaten
playing
by a
freeze
bug.
tag.
Yeah.
Damn.
Look, he comes back in. He's like, "Well, I took care of that problem." I did.
Oh, I killed
Don't
him.
take your eyes off.
Yeah,
Don't
I killed
pay
him.
attention.
Look.
Be careful of that.
Yaka! Ass first,
Clamp.
son. Eat that ass.
Look how he
Holy
hangs on to him and
shit.
just takes him over the edge. What a creepy animal. Ooh,
Favorite
first a
animal
spider.
now. Favorite
That's a black
animal now.
widow.
Hold on. Is that a black widow and a praying
God,
mantis going
Doug,
to war?
who
Yeah.
filmed this?
Full screen, please.
Yes, please.
Look at that fucking monster. Look at what a praying mantis looks like. Look at this.
That thing's a badass, dude. Don't fuck around. I've told you that 10
Dude.
times.
Ooh, but he's got to be careful.
Look at the black widow
They gotta
scrapping.
They got to be careful there. 'Cause
Just burst his abdomen.
but here's the thing: a black widow is not a fucking weak animal either.
Yeah, it is. Burst
One
his
bite,
fucking
game
abdomen.
over.
Yeah, it is.
Pop his abdomen. It's a
Wait a
fucking
minute.
balloon.
One of them might have a good Muay Thai clinch, but the other one has venom.
It's
Yeah.
like it's like BJ Yair here.
Yeah, like if you get bit by a black widow, you're fucked. Imagine if a praying mantis does. Look at this
game over.
sadistic fuck with this camera.
Oh, first of all, this sadistic fuck set this up
they
like a
set this fight
psycho.
up for sure.
This is a fight.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
what's
he
it?
set it up like a psycho.
There's a whole
100%.
website of these.
I'm trying to see it in their natural habitat.
Well, what's this?
That's a
Oh,
cockroach.
Oh, that's a
like
hissing
a-
cockroach.
Well, what happened to the fucking praying mantis?
I don't know.
Why would this is like the guy's
Tag
waiting on
team.
deck.
Yeah, it's tag team.
Let's see the fucking prey. Oh, the
Oh,
spider's
shit.
like, I'm out of here, yo.
Bug fights.
The spider's trying to climb the wall. Let's see if they let him. They might have greased up the wall with Vaseline.
Oh, dude, that's dirty.
Well, that's what I would do.
Yeah,
If I want to have a
that
fight
Black
to the
Widow
death,
wants no part of that.
I would have KY jellied the entire wall. I'm like, bitch, this is
You ain't
going
going
down.
nowhere.
I have YouTube hits to get.
You're forced to fight,
When
sir.
did you get? Remember
to
your,
the death.
You remember your
Well, I'm going to
piranhas?
step on everybody.
Yeah.
Joe had all these piranhas, and he
Yeah.
had a goldfish. He had his goldfish in
I
death
used to
row.
feed I had a goldfish tank that was right next to the piranha tank, and I would scoop goldfish out of the goldfish tank and drop them into the piranha tank.
Piranha would
And it
fuck
just
him
like,
Shred him.
Yeah, if you wait a couple of days.
Just
But
flakes.
here's the thing: you can't wait. You got to wait 2 days, not 4.
They die in
'Cause
4?
No. They eat each other.
The piranhas eat each
Oh,
other?
yes, they do. Yes,
So
they
you got
do.
to feed them every 2?
You got to. Well, I don't remember the exact days because this is a long ass time ago that I had them. Before I realized it was illegal.
It's illegal?
I imagine so. I mean, this is all theoretical. I don't even know if I really had them. But
I don't think so, man.
You know what's really actually way better than piranhas? That's totally legal. Is barracudas. I know a
What the fuck you
dude.
do with barracuda?
Oh, dude, they have little barracudas, and people feed them fish. And barracudas are ferocious little motherfuckers.
They're so mean.
Yeah, and here's the thing about them. Do you know what island dwarfism is? It's like if you have an elephant that lives on an island, they'll be really small elephants. It's really
No
interesting.
reason to get huge.
But lizards, on the other hand, grow giant on islands. That's why Komodo dragons are so big. Komodo dragons are the largest reptiles, or the largest lizards.
Yeah,
Largest
largest lizards. Crocodiles.
So crocodiles are the largest reptiles, right? I always fuck that up. But the when they take these barracudas and they put them in a smallish, like a 500-gallon plus saltwater tank, they don't get that big, but they stay ferocious. They're
They're mean
ferocious.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, see, look at this
Oh, they
guy's
look
got
weak,
barracudas.
though.
Oh,
I like when they're all big and
incorrect. Watch when these motherfuckers
shit. I'd
decide to
slap the
feed.
shit out of that barracuda.
Are they feeding?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
eating minnows or something.
They're gonna jack these minnows. There's a bunch of cool fucking like cichlids. Oh, here he goes. He's moving in. Dum 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 dum. Boom! Look at the speed he picks up. How quickly he just jumps on that minnow and just jacks him.
I heard they're mean as fuck in the ocean.
Oh, yeah, they'll
Barracudas
bite your
better
dick.
watch out.
They'll bite your dick.
Yeah.
Look, he just ate that minnow. I wonder if those minnows are freshwater minnows or saltwater minnows.
Well,
They-
barracuda are saltwater.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Do you think they threw some freshwater minnows in it? Like, just deal with it, bitch.
So they're super lazy.
Well, they're super fucked. Like, you're not gonna live.
Can't breathe, huh?
Back, boosh. Ooh, look how
Damn.
quickly
God
they
damn,
jack
they're
them.
fast.
All
God
muscle.
damn, they jack them so fast.
You say all muscle? Never seen a fat
they
fish,
just
sir.
I think
inhale
a
'em.
dolphin swims 40 miles an hour through the
Wait a
water.
minute, you never seen a fat fish? You ever
Maybe
ordered
it's 60.
toro? Toro is fatty tuna.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you ever seen them in the water? They don't look out of
They're
shape.
fat as fuck, bro.
Nah, it's like
Yeah,
they got Spanx
have,
on
like-
underwater.
They're
No,
basically all
dude.
muscle.
No, they have flip flops on. They fucking lounge chairs and shit. Beer in there. Eating cake and ice cream.
No, I love me some fatty toro. I'm just saying, you look at them, they look pretty fucking in shape in the water.
Now that makes me want to eat
Look at
toro
that.
right now.
It's not like, oh, that's out of shape fish.
Yeah, it's a fat fuck fish.
Oh, come on.
That fish is, yeah.
That motherfucker's
that
slender
fish
as
is eating
shit.
Twinkies. Eating Twinkies, lazy, waiting for government housing. Look at that. That's a fat fucking tuna.
Yeah, that's a nice looking tuna.
Do you ever catch tuna?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
You ever catch fish?
No.
You
I
ever
used to
gone
when
fishing?
when I was young. I used to fish all the time.
Why,
Born and raised in Denver, son.
We caught tuna in Hawaii, and then what kind of tuna were there? Skipjack tuna? Yeah. And then brought it back to the hotel, and the chef at the hotel cooked them up like within
How fresh
hours
was
of catching.
that?
Oh my god, it was so
Fresh.
good. We ate sashimi from it.
I want to go there right
So good.
now. Why don't
So
the three of
good.
us get a timeshare in Hawaii?
Aw, you guys.
Come on.
That sounds
You know
like
what, man?
cocaine
Hey,
talk.
and bring your vegan friend.
I got a buddy of mine. Yeah,
John-
that guy was your best friend.
John Joseph.
I had a buddy of mine who bought a house. He bought a vacation house, and then he said, if I had to do it over again, I wouldn't do it over again. He goes, just get a fucking Airbnb. He
Yes.
goes, you could rent a dope house.
Exactly.
He goes,
Whenever you want.
honestly, he goes, if you have a house out there, you feel like obligated to go there. He goes, no,
Stress.
the toilet breaks, you got to hire somebody. The sprinkler fucks up, you got to hire somebody.
Or you own it and then you Airbnb that bitch out and make bank.
But then
It's
you
a lot
got
of
to deal with a
stress,
bunch of
though.
people farting in your house.
Yeah.
Bunch of
Well,
people
farting,
jacking
huh?
off
Yeah,
in your
somebody
fucking
that-
garbage
yeah.
chute.
Well, I'm not renting out to booger nose
Yeah,
kids.
they're taking
high,
dumps.
high class only.
What if they just
Toilet
lean
girls.
their asshole right over your kitchen sink and just unload?
You're
just
fired.
Shit.
Why are
No,
you
and then
talking-
clean it. You don't even know. Like
Oh,
you're in
they
there.
use, like, the
You're
garbage
in there,
disposal?
boy. I'm so glad we're making additional income here. Meanwhile, you're fucking. You're.
so ridiculous.
Did I tell you about the guy?
I'm so glad we get this. Meanwhile, they're fucking bukkake and like
Dude,
garbage.
Brian, when you interrupt someone, you're basically saying I'm more important important.
No,
than you.
I was going to tell you based
what
on
you're
that,
saying,
on
Em.
shitting in a sink. There was a gym at Marina Del Rey. I tell you the story about the guy.
Was John Joseph there?
Nope.
The gym.
Why
Marina
wasn't he there?
City?
He's your best friend.
Yes, in Marina Del Rey. Remember that one?
That's where my place is. My
Okay,
condo
well,
is.
there was a guy who used to shit in. No, it was right off of Via Marina. So this guy used to shit in the shower. And he would take a shit in the shower, and they knew it was him, but because they can't have cameras in the
where
shower.
is he? In a house?
In the gym. So it's okay.
Oh, in a gym.
Yeah, so it's
This
a
is
two-story
Marina
gym.
City, son.
Yeah.
Marina City
and
Club.
Marina, and
How'd
he
they
would
know?
and he would look at the guy. He would look at the main guy who was always trying to catch him and freaking out, and he would go, "Have a good day," and wink. Apparently, now
Now, would he shit a log and then like use it as like
did
a
he
cheese grater?
Did he ask him if he shit in the sink?
Oh,
or in
the
the
guy
shower?
would lose his mind, but they could never prove it, right?
So well,
just
but-
hang
but
around.
Why would he think that guy did it?
Well, because they 100% knew that the guy did it because every time he'd be in there, he would disappear and they started putting two and two together.
He would leave a log.
And not only that, he would leave a huge log, but more importantly, he would go, "Have a nice day," and
He would wink.
every time he did it.
Oh,
now, you
God.
can't prove that, but he got off on the fact. And at one point, the main guy, who was the manager of the gym, they had to hold him back. Lou Parada, the guy I used to work out with, told me the story. They had to hold him back because he just was like, "I'm fucking, I don't care if he's a customer. I'm going to beat the shit out of him."
Whoa.
Because somebody had to clean up. He got off on taking a shit in that shower.
It's a
and
weird
just
move.
leaving
I've
it
never
there.
seen that.
Oh my God.
I've never seen anyone take a shit.
There are a
in
lot of
the
so
people that like to
bizarre.
do weird shit like that, leave their mark somewhere and be like,
Shit?
"See ya."
Yeah, that's like borderline
Psychos.
fucking serial killer behavior.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh,
you get
yeah.
real
Yeah.
close. Like then you start torturing cats.
Yes.
And you know.
Well, it's the idea I might get caught. So it's another perversion is people breaking into other people's houses and jerking off in their house or in their closet. Yes, and that's
busting loads on their clothes.
Yes,
and
and
then
so-
running off.
Yes, and the
God,
reason
Doug,
the
that's
rea-
so disrespectful.
Well,
But-
that's when you know you're not a winner.
but
No.
it also,
You're not
it's also
Spider-Man. You're not saving the world. You're not going to be the president.
No superpower.
Or
Yeah.
you are, or you're like a high-functioning executive, and you get off on the
What?
fact that you might get caught
Wait a
doing
minute.
something sexual.
What high-functioning executives do you know that break into people's houses and jerk off on their shoes?
None. However, apparently it is a perversion that affects a lot of people. So you can be a lawyer or whatever, and you get off on the fact that you break in somebody's house, you're jerking off in the closet, you might get caught. Who knows if somebody comes home, you come and you leave, you run out. That's something that affects no matter what your
But
socioeconomic
you don't even
status is.
see the results unless you set up a camera.
But
You
it's
just
the-
assume
it's
they.
the idea you might get caught. So taking
Yeah.
a shit is
So
exciting
do
for him.
people admit that they do this? Is that how they find out about
Yes.
this, or they catch them?
Yeah, no, so in a book called A Billion Wicked Thoughts, these guys who neuroscience who study sexual perversion and stuff, this is something that a lot of psychiatrists would deal with, right? So in people who have sexual perversions, it's a recognized thing where danger, where the idea you might get caught and doing something behind closed doors, doing something which would be outrageous.
Right.
Is
Is that
something
from
that's a turn off.
suppression? You know, like when you say like high-powered executives, I always think of people that are in a position where they're being forced to behave in an unnatural way,
Yeah, they
and
have
that
to.
bottles up.
That's
then
and
why
they start jacking off to your
They
Louis
do start doing
Vuittons.
weird shit. I mean, that's a big issue with businessmen that are like really powerful guys. They like to have like women shit on them and do crazy things.
So weird.
because-
Or dominatrix. Hey, Jamie,
Yes,
someone
yes.
jacks off on your Yeezys.
Well, there's
Yes,
a
but-
girl who was a dominatrix that met me and Jim Norton in Austin. We were eating dinner after a show, and we're hanging out. And this girl, because she knew that Jimmy Norton, who's a fucking pervert and a half,
Yeah.
is into dominatrixes. So she came over. Did you say dominatrix is? How do you say it?
Dominatrix.
Into being
Dominatry?
dominated, and he likes.
Yeah, but do you say is
it's a
I think
dominatrix.
just, he's into dominatrix.
Would you say if a bunch of dominatrix?
San
would you
Diego
say
wins.
they're like deer?
I don't
Is it
think
like
you can
fish?
say he's into dominatrixes.
No,
because
dominatrix.
He's into being dominated.
Right.
And
okay, but if you have a room full of women that work as a dominatrix, what do you have a room full of?
Bitches.
you have. Yeah, you have. It's called dominatry.
No,
what would you call it?
dominatrix. Yeah,
What would you call it? I mean, has it ever been used in the
Dominatrix.
plural, or
I've
is
never
are
heard
they
it.
so rare they're never in a room
It would
together?
have to be dominatrices. Dominatrix.
Ah, trixes?
Dominatrixes.
So you were saying though,
Trixes.
Jim Norton likes to be dominated.
So this girl,
like
she
step
came over
on
to
his
our
balls
table.
and shit.
No, not. He doesn't go that deep, but he's just a freak.
I see a
And
gag.
so he's the best. So anyway, this girl comes over and she says, "I just want to introduce myself. My name is, Madam Crush Your Balls, whatever the fuck her name is." And then she, we say, "Come on, sit down with us. Tell us stories." So she sits down with us. She doesn't name any names. She's an actual real pro, and she starts telling us about all these different guys that she shits on.
Celebrities?
No. Mostly
whoever.
wealthy businessmen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lawyers.
People that have a lot of people that work under them.
They have power.
And they have power, and they're also like bent. They're all fucking pressured and strung out, and like
have to act all.
I dated
pull
one of
weight.
these girls who had a chair. She took me to her dungeon, and she had a steel chair.
When you say dated, is it like you say John Joseph's your best friend?
hooked up with
yes,
her.
that's a very good. We had sex
exactly
lots,
how it
and she brought me to this steel chair, and you sit in the steel chair, and your balls,
Not for me.
your balls go through the chair.
When you say you, don't say you. They say the guy.
Well,
Don't say
the guy. Me, I was just
You ain't talking
observing.
about
I'm not
me,
into
bro.
being dominated. But so
Your
you would-
balls go
they
through
would
the hole?
and
She
they
was
would
a
tie your
cutout
balls.
for your balls?
Yes, and so you tie your balls. You take a string, wrap it around your balls, and tie it to a chain to a link on the bottom of the floor.
What are
so
we
now you
talking
can't.
about
You're not
here?
going anywhere. Your balls are tied.
Who would get off to that?
Well, and then you get peed on.
You did
You
that?
get hit. No, I'm not into that.
Hey, do
shit.
you want to
I'm
hear
just not.
Yair Rodriguez talk about this?
Not
Crank this
really.
volume up.
Nah.
What's he
I
gonna
wanna hear
say?
this
It
a
wasn't
little
even
bit.
a scrap.
I want to hear
Joe.
this.
He already talked about it.
But I want to hear what he's saying now because he's getting interviewed by Kenny Florian.
Let's talk about shit.
We will.
Pushing me to the
Shit.
cage, I knew his strategy was pushing me on the cage, but I ended up switching the strategy to him.
I went up stretching the strategy to
Did you
him.
believe they should have stopped the fight a tad bit early? It looked like he landed a lot of unanswered strikes.
Tyron Woodley making
No,
controversy.
I think he was moving. I actually feel like if I stop punching him, he's gonna stand up. So I better keep on punching. I was just there trying to punch him with everything that I could, And, he
Look how
wasn't
quickly he
defending
steps to
my
the
top
side
point,
too.
so,
Once BJ goes down, watch steps. Look at that side step to get side control and hammer. Who's this guy? Says the car rental guy.
Is that him?
Must be.
Of course it's possible, bro.
Okay.
I have no sin in
Do you know?
Talk
Do you know
to him about
why?
shit in the shower.
Do you know why?
Let's talk about Brian getting his balls
Do
kicked
you know
in.
where most of the shit videos come out of?
Germany.
No,
And
Japan.
Japan. And do you know why?
Because they
Especially
lost the
Germany.
World War and then they failed.
It goes back to
deep
what you were
shame.
saying.
What?
It goes back to what you were saying. They're very, very suppressed culture. There's a very, very disciplined, rigid.
Have you ever gone down that bunny hole?
I never have.
Oh, bro, they have masks.
I can't do it.
And then they shit into the mask.
I just can't do it.
Oh, bro.
One of my
you will
favorite
throw
pictures
up.
in the internet ever was from the 90s, and it was that girl. It's called, it was like Japanese bathtub girl. And the girl's in the bathtub, and she's got her asshole straight up in the air, and she's shooting a fountain of yellow diarrhea out of her asshole. It's landing
What
in
are
her
we
face.
talking
Yep.
about?
We're
I've
talking about
seen it,
life
seen
in
that.
all of its various forms.
What the
The
I-
spectrum of
fuck,
behavior.
I know a super wealthy man. Super wealthy.
Don't say his name on the air, but
I
write
would
it down on
never.
a piece of
I
paper
would
and hold it
never.
up,
Do
and I'll
we
read
know
it
him?
out.
Do we know him, B?
You don't know him.
Does Rogan know him?
You know somebody
Look
who
at
knows
this.
him.
Look at
though.
that. Look at that picture. That's
Yeah,
one of
well,
the
I
greatest
feel sick.
pictures in the
I
history of the
can't.
internet.
I just can't. God damn it.
God damn it,
Joe
Joe.
Rogan. God
Well, it
damn
looks like
it.
she has a mask
God
on,
damn
too.
it.
That's
Looks
why I
like
draw
she has
the
a
line.
mask
Well,
on,
I
too.
don't
It's just a
fucking
weird
care, man.
choice.
Oh, God.
That's what Will Sasso said. Whatever you do, don't open my laptop. And he put it in my dressing room, and I go, don't do that. He goes,
can't do it.
whatever you do, don't open my laptop and look at it. And he was right in front of my dressing room, and I had to look, and that's what I fucking saw. And
know
now I
what?
saw it again.
I love about
I'll
that
throw
picture.
up.
She has her socks on.
God damn it.
Look,
She's
she keeps her
classy, at
socks on,
least.
and she's holding her toes.
Because she doesn't want to slip.
Good form if you like. You
I
do.
forgot what I was going to say, too, motherfucker.
That'll
backward
I'll throw
bend.
up.
Yeah.
I'll
I
throw
had
up,
something
bro.
fun to
Stretching
say,
yourself
too.
out.
God damn it.
Will Sasso, diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
Don't open my
God, I feel
laptop.
sick.
No, not that either.
Why do they do that?
Why don't they do that?
Why do they shit
Because-
on each other?
Well, it's like the whole idea. Wow, look at that champion Jose Aldo. That seems weird to me.
Doesn't make sense.
It seems weird to me. And then Max Holloway, interim champion. Like, what is going on? When you have a champion
Pull that belt.
who didn't win the title in a fight in the octagon, he was awarded it after he won an interim title against Frankie Edgar, which is a beautiful performance on his part. and then Max Holloway wears an interim. Like, who's?
But then think about how Max Holloway got it. I love Max Holloway, and he has 9 fights in a row that he won.
Yeah.
But then he beats Anthony Pettis, who's never fought at that weight. Fought
He did
once,
fight at the weight once before.
Well, fought once before Oliveira, but really
Yeah.
not a top contender. Really not.
Realistically, not.
And then leaves the weight class. Now he's
Yep.
at 55, and then you won your belt off that.
Yeah.
It's so fucking strange.
It's
but I love
weird.
how everyone has belts.
Well, do you think that this is just a part of the transition between Zuffa and WME, and this is going to be like this transitionary period where everything? Powerful watch, Tyron Woodley. Champ's got good taste in watches.
Is it a Rolex?
It's a fat one, whatever it is, looks good. But the thing being, look at that bad boy.
It could be an Invicta.
But the thing is, it's like, do you know? There's obviously some sort of a transition going on. 80 people have been fired, including Goldberg. Right?
Yeah.
It's a crazy time. So.
I think they're scrambling for stars, and I think belts brings along some sort of ratings. I just think they're in this feeling out period, this transition period, that they're just trying to figure it out. And I think that's why Dana's entertaining this Conor McGregor fight, because what else would we talk about? Name something else. Name something else big going on in the UFC right now.
Well,
Go.
what's interesting is does
You're right.
does WME, are they really, or this organization, have they really been involved in anything where the outcome is totally unpredictable like combat sports? Because like the promotion for the the Ronda fight was a perfect example of something like where we really hadn't seen it that way before. We really hadn't seen it go 100% heavy towards the superstar, right? 100% heavy. Usually, it's like, you would see a promo piece, like say if it's like Woodley versus Wonder Boy. You would see Wonder Boy highlights. You would see Woodley highlights. You would see ass kicking on both sides. You'd be like, holy shit, what a fight. I can't wait. They didn't do that at all.
Which
they
scares
did it the
me.
way they would do a movie.
Yes.
They did it the way they would promote a TV show. They did it the way they would promote a new Kiefer Sutherland series on Netflix.
You see only the star. But that's
I shouldn't
what,
say Netflix. I should say like Fox.
yeah.
Right?
But
More like Fox.
that's what scares me, because Dana White, when it comes to this, is a genius. He would never. I don't think he would allow that to happen. So I'm just wondering how involved he is, because without Dana, if you just have WME running it, fuck,
Well,
man.
it did look dope, though. I'll tell you what. I don't agree with the fact that they ignore. I'm a purist in a lot of ways when it comes to combat sports, and I think you have to respect the hierarchy of the champion. I don't give a fuck who's the famous person. This championship thing is so important. When you have if you're gonna have champions, you got to respect the champion, like whoever the fuck it is. It's super important
I'm a
that you
purist
make
too.
a big deal out of the fact that that person's a champion. And they made like almost no deal out of the fact that she was a champion. It was this weird situation, but it was really well done in terms of like getting me amped up.
It wasn't,
for
though.
It.
I
It
disagree.
was
I
for me.
disagree.
But for me, it was. For me, look,
Because you're the one doing the fucking promo.
No, most of that was not me. Most of that was like you open up the fucking curtain, the garage door, and you see her hitting the pads. I had almost nothing in that. The only thing that I said is I can't imagine she's not going to come back and be whatever, motivated or pumped up or whatever. By the way, a lot of the stuff they use in those promos, totally out of context. Like when I was saying that she's the best ever, there's no one even close. There's her and there's everybody else.
Yeah, you
that was
said
a
that.
long time ago. That was a long time ago.
Correct.
I did not say that for this fight.
No,
For
you
this-
didn't say this for this fight.
but-
you said that for the. I think you said that for the Betch Kohea fight.
But yeah, so see, like when they're making these promos,
they don't
they're
care.
patching stuff. They're taking. So for me, I have a problem with that because this is not what I would say.
Yeah.
So you're using like an old quote when she was dominating people versus a new quote post head kick knockout, post the emergence of Amanda Nunes after she stopped Sarah McMahon versus what you're seeing now in this division, which is all this new blood coming up. You're seeing this division percolate and change and evolve. And you're seeing like higher level fighters come in, like Valentina Shevchenko, like Amanda Nunes, like Holly Holm. Like you're seeing all this stuff take place in front of you, seeing this change in the women's division the same way you saw a change in the men's division from 97 to 2017. You're seeing that now take place at an accelerated pace
Super
in the
accelerated.
in the women's division.
Yeah.
So who was dominant 2 years ago? Like to use a quote from 2 years ago is really not fair.
I agree.
Not
It's
at
really
all.
not fair.
Not
It's
at all.
it's
It
a
doesn't do you justice.
mischaracterization.
Yeah.
But it builds the fight up, right? It builds the fight up. But
But it's not the way to do it.
No, I agree. I'm a purist too, but the thing is if you understand this sport and you look at, let's say you want to copy the NFL would never just focus on Tom Brady.
Never.
Because there's a good fucking chance Roethlisberger wins next week. Now imagine if they just did all promos on New England. People are like, what the fuck is this?
Exactly.
This is some bullshit.
Well, worse
Roethlisberger's
than that,
fucking good, man.
Worse than that, what you're talking about all promos that aren't the champion.
Yeah.
Which is worse than that,
Yeah.
right? Because you're talking about someone who just lost by brutal knockout. They're getting a shot right away at the title. And the idea is that even though they lost, but it was some bullshit. Now she's back.
She's back.
Now she's back.
After 411 days, she's back.
Yeah, it's fucking...
411
It's
days.
just a bad.
There was a
it's
lot
just
of
a bad
talk.
business plan.
There was a lot
overall.
of talk by people that I don't know, but I was listening to people talk about it. Like, I don't know who they are, executive type people, and I was like, wow, you guys have this idea of how this is going to go down. Like, they were just super connected to this idea. Now, I don't know who they were. I don't know if they're friends. I don't know if but there was a lot of people that were talking that had this idea that she was just going to go in and storm the castle and take back
and
what's
murk her
hers.
like this. I had a conversation with a high up exec at a big time corporation, and we're talking MMA. I'm like, oh my, you have no idea.
What did he say to you?
We were talking about Conor and Ronda, and he goes, neither one. Listen, Ronda had that one hiccup. She will never lose again. I'm like, that's not true, man. There's a good. He goes, no. She would never lose again. She goes, and he goes, and Conor, not a chance. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Dude, these people were talking backstage.
The MMA gods are like, excuse me?
Yeah.
These people were talking backstage, and one of them didn't know Nunez's name.
Yeah.
And they were calling her cannon fodder.
Oh, boy.
And I
It's
was
just
like-
ignorance. They don't know anything.
But
They're
I
just
mean,
talking.
who knows who these
It's a
people
transition
are?
period.
They could be. I mean, I don't know who they were.
Yeah, they might be
They
in
could
positions
be
of power.
people who were friends of people who know some people that work at William Morris, and they're backstage dressed in fucking $2,000 suits, so they look classy. Who knows? I don't know.
William Morris, they shouldn't be doing anything without going through Dana White first. They should not be doing anything.
Yeah,
It's been in the game way too long for you guys to make any decisions without having some sort of influence from a guy who's come from the ground up from it. Going, you can't do that. Listen, our fan base is going to yell bullshit on this man.
Yes.
And if Ronda doesn't win, we're going to get fucking reamed.
Calling her cannon fodder, huh?
Do you think? Yeah, that was the word that someone used. Do you think that at this stage that there should be some sort of clearly established protocol as far as who fights who and why?
You have to. Otherwise, you're no different than the WWE.
Right.
Then people won't take a lot of the interim titles and the championship fights serious.
Here's my argument against that. Dan Henderson and Michael Bisping. I wanted to see that fight. It was goddamn time.
That's because we love Dan. I agree.
I love Dan and I love Mike. And I know Mike wanted it back. He finally got the title. And he's like, fuck this.
I know,
wanna
Joe, it
fight
doesn't
that
work like
guy.
that, though.
That guy knocked me out. He's got his fucking picture of him flying through the air,
That's his
punching me in the
logo.
head
That's his
while
logo.
I'm out cold. Everybody knows what that logo is.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck him.
And he landed it twice on
Yes.
him in the fight.
Yes.
No, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
Might be the fight of the year. It's up there, but I think you have to have some sort of structure where people can see what's going on. Otherwise, it's
Exemptions.
just like,
maybe it's like a USADA exemption.
yeah, maybe you got
for-
an exemption.
For Brock Lesnar,
You
how he
get-
got
you
away
get
with
one
that
a
4
year.
month.
You
The
get
problem
one a
is,
year.
the problem is, if you do that, you're right. You miss out on those really fun kind of revenge fights.
Yes.
But then you can't say, oh, we want to be the next NFL.
Let me ask you this:
NBA.
Do you think? I mean, outside of like promote. See, the thing is, you can't deny. It's weird. It's like, are you a sport where someone has a very clear, like the World Series?
Yeah.
Like you can't, like someone can't lose a game and then all of a sudden be in the World Series, right? It's just like there's a protocol. Like you have to go through that protocol.
7-game series, yeah.
But do you think that there's a possibility, like you could have something like that, some established setup, but then they could throw it to the internet for like a wild card?
Can't
my
have
God.
that. You cannot have that.
My question,
Every now and then.
You can't
maybe,
have that.
Maybe the UFC gets 3 wild cards a year.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
The problem is the people that would answer that thing. But here's the other thing. I wonder if
so
in MMA,
crazy.
Young Jamie's shaking his head.
Do you-
No.
it's crazy.
How
Jamie.
important?
Try that.
How
with, like,
important
voting
is
for the All-Star teams and shit, and that's how Yao Ming is the number one
every
vote
year.
getter every year.
But
Why is it? Because Chinese people, there's more of them?
Well, technically, yes.
But let me
So
ask
the
you
more,
this.
they do it online? Is that what they do?
Yeah.
There's a guy right now that's the number one forward for the Warriors, but like no one knows even how to say his name.
Is he from China?
No, his name is Jaja Pachulia, but he's the leading vote getter.
Remember
for
Jeremy
forward.
Lin too.
Where's he
Yeah.
from?
He was good.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Zhazhub, I don't know. Lithuania, maybe.
But let
I'm
me
not
ask
sure.
you this question about MMA.
Ichiro,
and
to your
UFC.
point.
Here's a question.
Seattle Mariners.
Do you think, I wonder
Japanese.
about MMA, whether being champion in most of the divisions is even that important to the fans? In other words,
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, hold on.
Still is.
What's important to people is Conor McGregor, right? Ronda Rousey, the people that have there's something colorful about them, complicated people, somebody who speaks well. So we watch those guys. But I'm not so sure that because Michael Bisping is champion, that his viewership goes up.
Oh,
as
it does
a
for
result.
sure.
Does
Yeah,
it?
you're out of your
it's
mind.
clinically proven it
Really?
does.
Yeah, championship
Terrible
fights.
point, sir.
Terrible point.
Terrible point. And you know what? I need you to take a break after that. But to your point,
Yeah.
you can say Ronda was the bigger star, but Ronda
Right.
was a different force, and the reason she got so big is because she was champion.
Right.
If Ronda was never champion, we're not even talking
But also,
about.
like what
She was just
did,
she was winning
what
one,
she-
losing one. It doesn't matter.
What she did to indulge that whole popularity thing was very different than Conor's approach. If Conor had decided to take that exact same approach and go do a ton of movies and go do a ton of talk shows and go do a ton of
He
do
won 2
commercials
fights in
for
the UFC.
Budweiser's and Entourage and all this different
yeah.
shit. If he started doing that same shit, his star would rise proportionally to the way her star rose, and his performances inside the octagon would suffer
Right.
proportionally to where hers did.
And he didn't do it, and he's still bigger.
We were talking about that guy that did that interview. He's a sports guy, and he was talking
Skip
about
Bayless?
no, the other guy, the black guy who was with him.
Shannon Sharp.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
And he had a great point. Shannon Sharp had a great point, and he said Ronda cheated on MMA. He said you got to be all in. He
That's
goes, you
interesting.
can't go and do a bunch of other shit and think you're just so much better than everybody else that
way.
it's never going to catch up
It
to
comes
you.
from another 1%er athlete who knows and who's had
Exactly.
all this kind of temptation.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Shannon Sharp stuck to the game
Cheated
And
on
when he
MMA.
said it, I was like, this guy's dead right.
I think the
He's dead
business
right.
model, though, the only problem with the business model is that with MMA, it's really hard to invest in the champion because of the nature of the sport. The belt will change, like especially
Yeah, you're
now,
investing
the
for one
belt
fight,
is
Brian.
Right. But still, the
you're
belt
investing
changes
promotion.
all the time.
But you're not investing in the champion. You're
No.
investing in the organization and the fact that they have the best fighters in the world. What you're doing with each fight is promoting a fight. What I'm saying is that you have to respect the hierarchy of the championship above all. The champion is the champion. And if you don't respect the hierarchy of the champion, if you're somehow or another saying that this champion ain't shit, unless this champion is fighting Mike fucking Tyson when Tyson was 20 years old and just smashing everybody and you knew, oh my God, this is going to be the youngest ever heavyweight champion, then you focus on that guy with the same amount of fervor that it demands.
Right.
But that's not the case here. You know, you're talking about an insanely, like in that particular Ronda Rousey fight, an insanely dangerous champion who just smashed Misa Tate.
And you're talking about an X factor. We're like, we really don't know what we're going to get.
Exactly,
Let's hope
with
for the
Ronda,
best and
with
put all the
Ronda.
money in it.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's
you got
fucking insane.
You got, but also you have an insanely marketable champion. First of all, the first ever openly gay women's MMA champion and men's. It should have never been an openly gay MMA champion.
Right.
So you have the whole LGBTQ, whatever they are now. A is there an
It's
A?
about
there?
that's about 8% of the
plus is
population.
A
But
plus.
yeah.
But
Whatever
still,
the fuck
you got-
it is,
you
you
got
have
a
a bunch of
leader
people
for
that,
them.
but you have also a bunch of people that respect that, and a
Yeah.
progressive people that say, "Hey, this is great. Like, look, it shows how diverse the UFC is."
Sure.
And
Like
her
this
story's
whole-
amazing.
Yeah, and this stupid shit that Meryl Streep said the other day, like one of the reasons why she probably said it is because she's seeing Ronda Rousey's face plastered all over the place, and she's saying, "Hey, you know, you take women, foreigners out of Hollywood, you're going to be left with football and MMA." She doesn't understand that MMA, like you saw tonight with Yair Rodriguez, is 80% foreigners.
Yeah.
She's so wrong about that.
And that's also art. That jumping, spinning back kick would be art.
Oh, come on. That you tell me that 360 round kick
Just
that
like
he
dance.
fucking
It's
landed.
just like dance, but harder. 'cause
Jesus
you got to hit
Christ.
somebody with it.
Yes, it's just like
mean,
rhythmic gymnastics.
Hell yes.
She just doesn't know.
Yeah.
She's
You're hitting
uneducated.
I mean, if dance is an art, then gymnastics in competition is also an art because it's very similar. It's just under more pressure, right? So if gymnastics is an art, how are 360 round kicks not? Oh shit!
Oh, no.
That guy on the ground is a bad motherfucker.
Hey, it's weird she used her Lifetime Achievement
Boyan.
Award to talk shit about MMA and football.
Well, I think she
Yes.
was making a clumsy, larger point. But
Yes,
For sure, celebrate
Yes.
what you.
Oh,
that
did
was,
Nina
that, that was
Ansaroff
not the
get caught?
time.
No, Nina Ansaroff won. Whoa, rear naked. Round 3. That's Amanda Nunes' girlfriend. Holla!
Yeah, holla.
Get some.
Wow.
Red panty
Yeah.
night. Get some. Red panty night,
That's
son.
awesome.
Get some.
That is an awesome story, huh?
Listen, man, she's a bad motherfucker, but she's not a
Amanda
motherfucker.
Nunes?
Yeah, I guess she is a motherfucker.
She's a
really.
motherfucker.
Yeah, she's a motherfucker.
She's a motherfucker.
She's a fucking world champion, man. A legit champion.
Who's her
tough
biggest?
to beat.
Who's her biggest challenge? You think?
She's got a lot of big challenges. Shevchenko's a good challenge, and so is Juliana Pena.
Yeah,
Whoever
Pena would
wins
be
that
tough,
fight
too.
steps up and
Outside that,
emerges.
though.
Well, listen, Holly and whoever the fuck wins that fight versus
Jermaine.
Holly and Jermaine Durandame, it's a very interesting fight because if Shevchenko, well, see, you got Shevchenko, you've got Jermaine Durandame, and you got Holly Holm. Those are three super advanced strikers that could wind up facing Amanda Nunes.
But I don't
All
think you
very
go.
interesting.
I don't think Nunes can jump to 45 right now and vacate
Fuck
the bet
yes,
at
she
35.
can. Do whatever
What
the fuck you want to do.
Just pure chaos. Hey, I got an idea. What the fuck is?
And here's the dark horse, Kat Zingano. Kat Zingano beat Amanda Nunes, and she stopped her.
she's,
you know?
she's not active
She's
enough.
not
She's
active
not even
enough,
in the
but if she
conversation. She's
ramp-
not active enough.
She ramps it up. She ramps it up. She's still in the heat.
Let's
She's
get ramped up then.
She's a fucking.
I love you, Kat. You know that.
she's a
Let's get ramped the
badass.
fuck up then.
She's a badass.
I agree.
I like it. There's a lot going
She's
on,
been dealing
man.
with some
But
injuries.
so then Amanda just vacates that belt or two-time champ.
Champ. She becomes champ. Female champ. First female champ.
Fuck's sakes.
Why
and then
not,
CM
man?
Punk's headline a fucking pay-per-view. And
I don't know, man. I think Amanda has the one quality
Wild
that I
West.
think that everybody wants to see, and she has the ability to stop women. I mean, fucking stop them. The way she
punches
stopped
are
Sarah,
stupid.
the way she stopped Misha, she smashes
She's
people
murked
and
two
then she
legends.
jerks them. Yep.
She's murked two legends.
She feels like she seems like a faster. She seems just generally more explosive than every female by
well,
far.
she
Not
also-
Cyborg.
She's
No,
very
no.
long.
Cyborg's
well,
on drugs,
Cyborg's
though.
100 pounds heavier
That's
than her.
different.
Cyborg's so big.
Cyborg's not
She's 80,000
235.
pounds.
She's 235.
She's
she
a
just got
building.
measured.
She's a building with feet.
She
She hired
submitted
the same
John
lawyer
Jones.
as John Jones and Lesnar. You see that? That motherfucker's nasty.
Who's the lawyer?
Whoever got OJ off?
Nasty.
No, I don't know. They got to hire
She
some
got the
powerful
dream
shit,
team.
though. She hired Johnny Cochran.
He's dead.
I know.
I think that, look, she's obviously she's got a real problem, but I don't even think she really is a 145er. I think Cyborg's a 155er.
I wouldn't say 185.
I mean, that's what
Her
she's
and
probably
Jacare?
walking around at. But if she right now decided to fight at whatever her natural weight is, we've been pushing this for a while. I think that's the future. I think the future
God,
is you
damn,
show
we're
up.
going back to this.
You show up at people's camps randomly, just same way you're doing USADA tests. You do it for fucking 6 months. You test them. You find out what they actually fucking weigh. What do you weigh? What do you weigh when you're training? You never know when they're coming, so you have to stay light. And you have to find out, oh, look, Bryan Callen, you're 175. That's what you weigh. Not 145.
Fight
you're a
at
175.
75.
That's what you fight at. And so you have an obligation to get to your lowest body fat, and you know that the UFC is coming knocking on your door with weight tests before you
too
train.
many weight classes.
Well, no one's going to know. No one's going to know
Too
when
many
this
weight
happens,
classes.
and then you sit it down and you blow up the fucking champions. You blow up the whole thing and you start from scratch.
37 champions.
You have a World Series of Champions.
Just
World
everyone's a
Series.
champ.
Every 10 pounds. Every 10 pounds. You have the
At least.
opportunity to lose some body fat.
You know what? That's what they're doing now, though. Look at all these interim belts. They might as well do it.
No. This is different.
No, I'm just saying everyone's getting a belt. You might
Yes.
as well fucking have
Not
10
everyone's
pounds.
getting a belt. There's a couple of belts thrown around.
Just a
Tony
couple.
Ferguson, Tony Henderson, and Khalabib. I think Ferguson and Henderson is Ferguson and Habib is such a good fight.
It's
I
best
don't
fight of the
care.
year so far.
I don't care.
I need it 5 rounds. I don't give a fuck how many belts are on line.
Yeah. Oh, he fucked up Victor
Oh, he's doing
Pesca.
that
Look,
there.
he was doing it from a standing position.
Oh, and then he let him. Oh,
Oh, look at that. So he went for it earlier. And then Pesca gets on top. And so he wraps his arm around, and then he lets Pesca mount him. He doesn't even try to stop the mount. And he just sinks it in from the
He's
bottom.
putting his hand is in a karate chop like that. Wow.
Very interesting.
first
so
Ezekiel
good.
choke finish in UFC history.
And he did it from being mounted.
It's a hard-looking man.
Incredible. That is so incredible. I feel like otherwise you're just going to keep doing the same thing over and over. How much does Tyron Woodley weigh right now? Tell you what, it's not 170.
Fuck no. What's he? Every bit of 200 and shredded.
He's huge. He's giant. Look at the
Hey, that
size.
Todd
of him.
He's not tall, but
Hey, real quick, that Todd
fucking
Grissom said
huge.
me and him have the same haircut. I beg to differ, sir.
It doesn't matter.
It is not the same. That's the
Look
first
at
time
that.
I've seen his
They're-
haircut.
They're going over the submission. Really fascinating. I wonder if other people are going to try to pull this off.
Oh, that's
Obviously.
tough to pull off.
Obviously, he's got it down pat. So he gets this.
That's some Russian shit.
And the other, and The other guy's fucking punched him in the head here.
And he lets him pass, and he forces him to stay there.
Oh man.
Incredible.
He grapevined his legs from the outside.
Yep. Crazy. He's like kind of holding on to him, like he's trying to like create space or something.
Because I wonder.
It's interesting that he doesn't get this in. He doesn't work on.
I wonder if he were to pass, what would if does it relieve?
Right.
We'd have to fuck with it after this.
Well, you'd have to go like knee to belly maybe, and then put some pressure.
Yeah. And then
Well, knee to belly. If you go knee to belly from there, like say if you pass instead of mount, instead if you like go to one side, Eddie Bravo doesn't mount anymore. We were having this discussion about this. I think it was on the podcast.
It was on here, and he's saying because he got submitted from this, and now he just does knee to belly.
Well, so many people are so good at that now. Guys with a lot of leg dexterity and flexibility, and they throw those legs up on the top.
But they also go for the ankle lock from there.
And they're so tight with that, especially like, Eddie rolls a lot of times with either gi pants on or with tights, with spats. And so if you got those rash guards on, man, it creates a lot of friction.
Different game.
Yeah. It's one of the reasons why a lot of the real high-level leg lock guys, you see Gary Tonin, you see Eddie Cummins, they wear shorts.
That's right.
Yeah. Which is really even more impressive they can catch those things, because that was part of the reason why a lot of guys like Aoki would wear those crazy tights, was for that extra traction.
He was known for him, too. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Then when he took him off, it wasn't shit. If you think about it.
Yeah.
He took him off, got his ass whooped.
Shit.
Got his ass whooped.
He had to deal with elbows, too, right?
Yeah, either way, he got his ass
You got a spot somewhere?
I'm gonna have to go home and see my wife.
Oh. Where you going?
Legit reason, sir.
Where you going, bro?
Just gonna go watch the
Sling some dick?
Yeah.
All right.
Sling some dick
gift
to
her
the
my, I'm
wife.
gonna gift her
like
my
it.
piece.
All right. Well,
Honey, you just earned this. I'm 49.
we wrap this up. It's 10 past 10. This was a fun podcast.
Hell yeah,
buddies.
Oh, yeah, guys. We actually
Gentlemen.
talked some fighting.
Fuck yeah.
We did. We definitely
proud of you
talked
guys.
the main fight.
And I want you guys to keep this image in mind. The rich guy I was talking about would get in a canister, a big fucking canister, and have girls
Finally
fart.
Kids Live
They would
this
fart
week,
into
Seattle,
it.
Vancouver,
Go
Portland,
see these guys.
T-Fat-K this week.
And make sure you shit on Brian about John Joseph.
Son of a bitch.
Super
John,
important.
John, tweet out.
Super important.
Tweet for me, Johnny.
I'm sure you know him. I'm sure. Goodbye, you fucks.